Hai. Hai. RRQ GENG. Lumayan cantik maksud lah. Gak boleh marah, baru nge-stream, boleh marah, gak boleh marah. Halo Lik, halo Abdillah, halo Jordi, halo Pinat, halo Kevin, halo Anyong Chris, halo Dava, halo Rich, halo Saul, halo Tito, halo Nur, halo Engwi. Halo Delson. Surya. Cepet. Atau belum di absen. Aku halo Iksal. Apa Val? Kenapa Valdin? Manasan stop nice. Belum mulai anjir, udah disuruh stop aja, gua gila ya. Telat nggak Lik? Telat, udah mau kelar gamenya. Oh my god.
Absolutely. I had a really hard time deciding today because I think I have a lot of
Halo
faith in
Bi,
Coach
halo
Luau. I really
Albert.
like this RRQ team. I think they're great players. I'm just still a little bit
Halo
concerned
Wahyu.
about the overall firepower that
Aduh.
Genji brings. I know that 𝘰𝘯𝘯𝘵 has identified
Aku takut jatuh ya.
tendencies of texture that
Jatuh
he wants
sih
to
gua.
shut down.
Enggak
I
ya?
know that you can.
Halo Cireng. Halo Bayu. Udah putus saya Ci, semoga dihibur si Jasmine hari ini. Oh, it's okay, puk semangat. Jayo, halo Jopra, halo Cireng.
But I do believe I will vote for RRQ one day. I mean, I owe you guys that, okay? So eventually, maybe later on in the rest of Pacific. But for now, we are gonna get right into this match. We're gonna check out
Aduh,
on
takut
stage and
banget
see how they are.
anjir.
And get into
Menang lah ya.
GENG versus RRQ.
Menang gak guys? Aku baru bangun tidur. Gila, tadi gue bangun jam 4 pagi cuy. Gue bangun jam 4. gue kerja, gue berangkat jam 7.
저희가 1세트 때는 분위기가 되게
terus
좋았고 그렇게 스타트를 했는데 2세트 때 좀
terus
실수가 많았다 보니까 이길
udah sampai
라운드를
baru
좀
pulang
계속
gua.
지게 되다 보니까 좀 기세가 기울었던 것 같아요. RRQ가 다시 만나게 되는데 사실
Alik kayaknya itu janji menang. Nggak ada hubungan, gila ya.
저희가 소는이나 뭐
Apa Alik kemarin nge-troll main Kagura Build Tank. Itu bukan gua, kocak gila. Lo ngapain mau jam 4 pagi? Lah hajat. Gua kebangun. Kan gue tidur tuh kayak jam 11-an gue tidur. Terus ke jam 4 kebangun gitu.
Hi guys, my name is 𝘋𝘰𝘯𝘵 and I'm from team RRQ.
Tau lah.
My role
Terus
in the
udah
team I think is to make everyone
kerja
laugh,
jam
make
7.
the practice a bit fun because they are so serious. GENG is a really great team, and for me personally, I think we're gonna beat them now because we have so many strats in the game that we can
Beneran,
do like ABC until Z. Starting with
Kak
our
Manis.
victories to GENG, we're gonna win this kickoff tournament. I'm gonna show you guys who is the stronger.
Who is the stronger? Not the strongest? Only the stronger? RRQ all the way. Gabung di Cenapslik. Kagak, gue nanti nobar sama Cimomo. Cimol. Aku punya teman. Kayak capek. Iya nih, gue tadi masih haci-haci pas lagi syuting. Kali kursi gamingnya bagus dari mana? Namanya Onyx. Cari aja Onyx biru. Ya oleh gue udah taruh gimana malah WP. Streamer akhirnya yang nemenin real. Mana Cimomo? Halo Ray. Hai, setelah sekian lama. RRQ udah jadi pengangguran. Gila lu. Enggak, gue nggak di-kick. Tenang guys, gue masih lama di RRQ. Let's go Hagai. Pakgon. Siapa yang bilang ya? Bani, Jemkin, David. Beb udah sehat bye lu. Nggak biasanya sama Sinap. Kanap sama yang lain deh kayaknya. Akhirnya punya teman aja. Selama ini gue apa? Lu sih ke toilet mulu sih selama ini sih Sen. Nggak pakai baju RRQ like. Enggak, kalau misalnya ntar kalah baru kita ganti baju RRQ ya. RRQ butuh lemon. Salah. Ini Valorant deh. Ewok tinggi banget ya. Halo Aska, siang. Sendiri aja Neng. Duh sama. Ya mungkin anak Pak Ape. Aku juga anak Pak Ape. Lo Alek nggak main? Diamond sih gue. Wait, makan dulu. Udah makan tadi gue. Ini lower bracket kan? Iya. Betul. Yuk bisa yuk adik-adik. Ayo bisa, pasti bisa. Bani kalau misalnya menang gue beliin pempek. Halo Dandung. Semoga harganya wangi machinis. Semoga semuanya wangi sih. Gue belum lihat Jemkin kayak menyala banget. Kayak semoga melihat Jemkin menyala. Rekrut lah Alik buat perwakilan VC. Perwakilan VC sekarang turnamen dia bukan Liga lagi. Lumayan bingung sih gue pas awal-awal kayak kok jadi begini, bingung anjing. Yang tahun lalu aja udah bingung, tahun ini kayak lebih bingung lagi. Udah enakan banget lu. Masih belum terlalu sih, kayak masih anget-anget gitu, tapi ya udahlah guys. Apa sih yang enggak buat RRQ? Mandi. Gue gak mandi hari ini. Sumpah dong. Bani kurusan gak sih? Kok dia kayak kurusan gitu?
Against �ヹ𝑟𝑥. So now you've got some tape on this map. Again, it is something that it wasn't horrible at all for GENG. It was like 10 to 13. So, you know, it is a map that, again, Meteor and Texture were popping off on, really pushing 𝘹𝑟𝑥 to the limit. Is this going to be something that RRQ is going to truly have well prepared here? Because last time their pick of Icebox didn't go their way.
Just check out how they're scratching their
Mungkin kemarin nggak main OP sama sekali ya kalau nggak salah. Iya, kayaknya nggak deh. Bani ngapain? Kan IGL. Tapi ya sih ngapain ya dia? Nemenin aja kali, kesian Ewok sendirian. Kenapa harus jam 1? Gue masih ada kelas. Semangat pacarnya KD. Pacarnya KD tense dong. Halo Rifael, halo Arya, udah sehat like. Lo masih belum terlalu enak badannya. Abis WP ini lo off stream mau lanjut live bentar like. Gue off stream abis ini. I go off. RRQ doang kan nontonnya. Besok ada apa sih? Kamis ya?
Yeah, I think they're a bit taken
Besok
aback by the
siapa
Lotus
yang
pick. I
bakal
think
lulus
that
sih?
one
Dua.
definitely made them kind of scratch their heads and go, wait a minute, we were maybe expecting them to lean into Icebox again or something like that. Okay. But basically, it's the two maps that were left open last time that got banned in the second phase of the ban that are being played here this go around. So, you know, both teams kind of, obviously with GENG having success against 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝘦 feeling a lot more comfortable on that.
Gue nggak
And for
biasa
RRQ, I
lihat
think just
Valorant
feeling like, we need to
GG.
change something up. We need to do something different to get over the line today.
Gue
Yeah,
bisa
and that's
lihat ini.
exactly what they need to do on all fronts, right? But as we know, you know, the maps can basically enable or disable a player
tugas ya,
entirely, right? And I do know that
Jujur sih
RRQ,
gue
of course, they
tugas
have
akhir
their
sih
eyes on
lumayan
texture,
santai ya, nggak tahu
but
kenapa
I'm not sure,
lebih
especially with that breeze. I'm looking at that breeze map.
lebih
you know?
deg-degan yang
It's always
tahun lalu
something
bikin
that you wanna
skripsi,
wonder
nggak tahu
about.
kenapa.
Greece is such a big map. There's a lot more space for texture to work
Tahun
around.
ini
Unless
kayak
RRQ really
nyantui
has a way
baik.
to counter him, it's not going to work out great. And I was just wondering about this. And we're left with Split and Icebox. It's very likely that GENG is going to ban out Icebox. They won, ban out Split and play Icebox. They won Icebox against RRQ. So this is a very
Berarti kalau misalnya RRQ atau GENG kalah, masuk play-in dong.
coming out from RRQ as well. I mean, I really hope that they
Gimana
have
sih?
something planned for this.
Yeah, this first map is going to be
Prediksi.
very, very, very important for RRQ. You don't exactly want to go over to Icebox, especially if they remember what texture did there
Cepet
last
bro.
time.
Yeah, no. I mean, again, this is why I talked about it earlier. Is that Texture's so good on
Ini
Jet. He's so
bangkunya
comfortable.
kenapa,
He can
anjir?
Uno, he can op, he can Bladestorm, he can rifle. He's the full package when it comes to Jet. So
Kan mau jatuh.
those are maps that generally you want to try to
Ntar
avoid.
malah
That's why
watch
I
party
think
PUBG
both
am.
times we've seen RRQ lean into maps.
Kayaknya enggak deh.
They might go a little bit.
Gue nggak punya ini ya, nggak punya license-nya buat
Yes.
OWP-in
Okay.
PUBG.
Can I change my prediction?
Prediksi gue sih,
It's gonna flip.
apa ini mirror ya?
Solely because they're
Oh,
actually
enggak
playing
deh.
Chamber.
Very interesting. And
Chamber
because
sama
texture
Killjoy
on the
beda.
rays, which we were pointing out earlier, might not be as flashy as this
Aduh, kayak
Jet.
deket-deket baik gitu deh.
We're gonna see it's gonna be
11-13 deh,
Jemkin and
11-13.
Texture who gets the one up on this.
11-nya
There's a
GENG
chance,
dong.
there is a
Berarti lo
chance
nambah.
that,
Anjir!
Jemkin and Texture too. I
Tapi
mean,
ya sih,
the
kayak
way
gue
RRQ
nambah deh
operates with
beratnya.
Jemkin is very different, but
Awal
at the
tahun
same
gue
time,
kayak
this
lebih
is
kurus
very big
gitu,
thing.
sekarang kayak
You've
membulat.
got that Chamber coming through. Chamber, if 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘗 can
Ya udah, bantuin
actually,
kerjain
make use of those abilities
tugas gue
and
dong kalau
find these
santai.
frags
Anjing.
against these GENG players, especially up against
Lu
someone like
kerjain kerjaan gue kalau
open up
gitu.
that C site, you know, allow the whole
Gue
team
masih
to
ada
go in.
kerjaan,
This
anjir.
will be great for RRQ.
And he's a Sheriff God. Like, so the headhunters are perfect for him. I love this pick. I'm so happy to see this. I'm really hoping
Mesti
we see
beli
this
kursi
more
baru
from,
tuh.
for example, Zeta
Mesti
Division,
beli baru tuh li
maybe later
kursinya.
today, but this is a really good,
Jangan. Gue
I
suka
think,
ini
chance
warna
here for
biru.
RRQ to really show that
Dikasih
not only do
juga.
they have the
Mending
tactics,
turu
the
li.
strategy, the teamwork, now they can showcase
Turu-turu,
some
nggak ada
firepower.
turu-turu. Kita
Not to mention, I mean,
WP
Meteor, he
sampai
might be on the
tuntas.
Killjoy, he's still cosplaying.
Sampai RRQ GENG.
Yeah,
Sampai
oh,
RRQ
yeah,
menang.
last time he was nuts.
Oh, apa tambah
like,
gemoy?
okay, you might be
Gemoy.
Sentinel, but we all know where your
Bani
heart
ngapain
really
pakai
is. So
filter
that's still
rambut?
something to look out for, and it's gonna be interesting how that's gonna
Dia
match
pakai
up
rambut yang
against the
ditempel
Chamber,
tuh
right?
nggak?
Because you might be having,
Cepak
you
gitu.
could be having Meteor
Efek
on
makan
top
gudeg, like.
occasionally, which
Anjir,
could be a
kemarin gue makan gudeg
very
banyak sih.
interesting
Aduh, enak banget
showdown
anjir gudeg.
indeed. Any final thoughts, gentlemen? No, you can't change your predictions.
Dang, come on. You're such a tyrant, Mika.
No changing
Lama ah ngobrolnya anjir.
Don't make me second guess myself either, you know, that's what I'm
Tinggal
saying.
RRQ siap bantai GENG. Real. Pape kasih Alex kursi baru. Minta mulu ke Pape anjir. Kayak beneran bokap gua. Bang Alex udah 370 ya sekarang.
Soul initiators, Fade, 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮, Estrella. I would like to see more from Estrella. We know that, you know, 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 can have a lot of lineups and provide a lot of
Secret Lab keluarin kursi jet lik bagus. Iya gue tahu, tapi harganya nggak bagus sih. Harganya berapa sih? 10 juta ya? Udah mau 10 juta gitu anjir. Miskin aja gue beli kursi. Nggak bisa makan nanti. Nggak bisa bayar kuliah. RRQ pakai line up T1 lik.
Thank you very much. Yes, here we go.
RRQ pakai line up T1. Oh, anjir tadi gue bacanya. Gue mikirnya kayak RRQ pakai line up TI. Tiba-tiba Dota. Oh, T1. Oh, real kah? T1. Apa ya? Chamber. T1 Chamber. Oh iya deh, bener sama kayak Skurat ya? Kayak Kevin punya. Halo Lat. Warnanya bagus banget. Mending buat joki skripsi nggak sih 10 juta mah? Skripsi RC mahal anjir. Skripsi RC kakak kelas gue ada yang joki 40 juta ya? 40 juta udah sampai akhir. 30 juta deh.
Not looking good. I have a hell of a lot more faith in it this time around. But we
30
have
40 gitu. Cimo mana ya? Ini gue di PHP-in Cimo deh kayaknya.
This is just
Iya,
like
like-
last versus X Shred. Why are we not doing this?
Kamu baik banget Adi.
Because
Kayak
Meteor,
biasanya
he
tongil
made his career. He
selama
started
ngalit
his
harga pakai
career
chamber.
on that pick.
Easy, semuanya diwantap pala yang hilang. Gimana banget? Iya Jir, mending rakit gue sih, bener. Setuju. Joki puluhan juta. Iya, soalnya kan kayak gue nggak tahu ya itu include atau exclude marketnya. Kemarin sekali bikin market aja bisa sejuta.
Yeah, and don't forget about how much impact he was able to do with
Dan
those
bikin
lurks
market
because
tuh
even
bisa
just on
6
this skill tree,
tujuan.
he does not miss a beat, even, again, him not being
6
on that
kali
chamber.
lah,
Another thing I
4
just
kali
wanted to
bikin
point out
market.
here, Achilles, real quick,
Terus yang
is
detailing segala
Chen,
macam
what
itu
they were
bisa
up
2 juta
against,
lebih kali, 3
Chen
juta.
last series, last
Sama
time
bar
they
sama
faced
Frudilik.
against, them, he was
Enggak,
losing
nanti
a
sama
lot of the
Cimomo.
crucial fights against
Tapi nggak tahu ya
Texture
ini gue
as
ditipu atau
the
kagak.
series progress, so that's something that they want to,
Berapa teman
you
wipe
know,
dari PHP-in.
kind of counter coming
Telepon
into
like
this
kaku
elimination
banget.
match.
Enggak, udah kemarin tadi baru di chat katanya dia bakal telat soalnya lagi lihat-lihat sesuatu. Belum pulang.
Yeah.
And next thing you knew, it was 12 and 9, and then
Semoga sih kagak game 2 baru datang ya dia.
momentum did not last very long, and that's something that RQ, they need to have him.
Jadi lo joki habis berapa? Gue nggak joki kocak.
Definitely slowing down.
Gue
Bit of
pakai
contact
kekuatan
right here
sendiri.
as Link is open. It seems like GENG able to push in quickly onto that A site.
Couple shots gonna be exchanged there. Munchkin
Map 1 Lotus, RRQ, map 2 Breeze, GENG, map 3 Icebox. Oh nice banget anjir Takbon. Jamkin, you can do it Jamkin. Shit man. Aduh fuck man. Oh fuck man.
Two more kills as Jemkin and Estrella both fall.
Beban.
Now just flips and Owymore left standing. Owymore still trying to make his way over. Needs to try to stay alive. Tucks into the corner, the double face coming through.
Shit,
John's gonna be able to find the
man.
kill.
Hagai.
HP, one
Okay,
headhunter
you
bullet,
can
the
do it,
frenzy
guy.
in hand. The jump peek there. Over at drop, Lakia trying to spot him out.
Oh shit.
To be able to find anything there with that frenzy.
Oh,
The
shit.
swing around coming through from Theron. Trying to peek, they don't see him. The slide down. 10 bullets locked in. They're looking for the double face. The headshot comes in.
Doable.
More swapping now.
Jantung.
Over onto that head.
nice try.
He's not ready for the
Sumpah
already
itu.
wide swung.
Yeah, this is what I'm talking about.
Anjir lah.
Again, the pressure on Jemkin to really step in.
Anjir,
step
Bani
up
udah
the
bagus banget
pace
padahal tadi.
when GENG goes for those presses. You saw
Coba ya
that they
dia
doubled up
kayak
the back of the site, but
apa?
somehow he wasn't really able to convert the kills, whether
Tinggal
it's the
nyenggol si
whether it's
ini
again
mati
the
omen
nerfs
ya,
hitting
anjir.
him. He really needs to get that step up, and just looking into the other replays that we
Oh,
had
dapetnya
here,
ini yang
GENG,
wipe ya?
Again, showing how confident they are using
Aduh,
Texture
nice try dah.
as that spear tip into the site. They've done it in the past couple of days, and they're keeping that momentum here and now.
Tag pos.
Alright, well, maybe it is me.
Kenapa nih?
It's just, you know, I've been trying to shift the blame over to the likes of T1, but maybe ultimately
Kenapa bro? Itu siapa yang di ujung? Siapa nih? Ini ya? Dia ya?
nothing else to say on the back end of that. But I mean, just because every time I'm here,
Is it just the
Apa doi?
Achilles
Di
curse?
sini. Apa
it
RRQ?
seems to be the case.
It's like third day. I haven't had like, you know, those
Menurut lo
long
skin
back
klasik
busts,
yang
but I
mana
was
bagusan?
telling Paper
Prime
that, you know,
dong.
when you
Prime
see
the
it,
best anjir.
don't
Klasik
give it
gak ada yang
a big stop,
ngalahin
think about it,
Prime atau
it'll
enggak?
eventually pass.
Klasik apa ya yang bagus ya?
Maybe it's the combo. Maybe it's if
Yang klasik yang bagus Prime atau enggak yang teneneng deh.
that's what makes it happen. Because
Yang
it's
Z,
been
itu
smooth,
bagus
but
ya.
he hasn't been here,
Player
which is
issue.
why it's been so
Tag
enjoyable.
pos sampai jam 6 lagi dah. Thank you. Kalau sampai jam 6 sih gue cabut ya guys. Bye bye. Janjiin, iya.
And that's fine.
We're so sorry.
Lucu
Are
banget.
you really a duo with somebody?
Mau juga VCT date
And just really grind each other's gears
sama
a little bit?
Kangkang.
I think
Alright, I've been there. I've ridiculed my duo plenty of times.
any friendship,
Teneneng dong.
you know, when it hits a certain
Spektrum.
point,
Yeah.
you feel that
RGX bagus main klasiknya. Aduh gue kurang suka anjir RGX.
take stabs at one another.
Kayak
But we'll go
kurang
ahead and
nendang
give you
suaranya.
as far as
Paling
what's
enak
going
Prime
on here.
sih
We'll, of
kalau
course,
misalnya
push that
klasik.
information forward to you guys. Hopefully
Sama
it's something
Teneneng.
to be dealt with very
Halo,
quickly
Raf.
so that we can get
Yang.
back in. 'Cause obviously, so far we've only seen that pistol round, very narrowly won by the side of GENG, but potentially
VCT date sama gue aja like.
a worrying trend.
True. Another thing again, you know, just looking into this, I think Des was also talking about it, is how the change of the maps truly have been.
Jeda masalah mental ini
both
kan.
RRQ and GENG ban out Breeze and Lotus
Woi, nggak ada
in
yang dukung
previous
RRQ.
matches.
Pape nggak mau terbangin saya Korea. Saya siap mendukung RRQ.
Not really show anything, but now
Ya
that it
walaupun
is
gue
getting,
nyampe Korea juga udah kelar sih matchnya,
seems like,
tapi
I don't think she did on the Des, the
saya siap mendukung RRQ kapanpun dimanapun.
qualification and elimination day at the same
Tolong
time.
terbangkan saya.
I see.
Terima kasih.
I wonder why she didn't say.
Is it the
But I mean, it's very true. I mean, this is the last legs.
Klasik skin gosong bagus men.
That play-in is on the horizon, so there's plenty more opportunities to potentially be eliminated. Even the playoffs itself, if you make
Nih.
it there, is still going to be.
Senyum-senyum artinya ya.
You know, non
Artinya tidak.
double elimination.
Gilbert.
It's just that single elims. You have to be able to win out from here.
Kemana dia mau turun 1 jam dan balik stream jam 5 tapi malah menghilang. Itu gue gak enak badan anjir. Gue kayak sorry.
On in just the
Woi.
span of a day or so, and then
Player
looking
issue jangan sampai internet issue juga anjir.
feels like it should be.
Ya Allah, Varian lagi. Kan RRQ ke Rusia League nggak ke sana. Nggak dibayarin. Kalau dibayarin gue gas langsung. Rusia kemanapun ini tuh di ujung bumi, ayo. Halo Semi. Mau jam 5, 6. Oh fix jam 6 tag postnya jangan anjir, gila lu. Oh, udah mulai anjir. Tapak men. Tolong. Ya ente dah Jemkin anjir.
There's a big flank that's coming from Flipsider here, but Meteor's already just again pretty much aware of that, as he is using that outlaw. So that means like 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘵 is just gonna hold the site by himself as the paranoia hits him.
Ya kanan lu.
Hearing the entry coming out from Trey,
Nice try dah.
manages to catch him in the head with the Guardian. So right now,
Tadi lagi mole ya? Iya tadi lagi mole. Gak bakal jadi RRQ sih like. Sabar nih Byron dulu, Byron. Kalau masih kalah kita ganti jersey RRQ. Tapi nggak punya yang ini, nggak punya Doritos anjir. Punyanya yang mole. So gue pengen mole punya. Lawan Gen aja kesana, apalagi lawan Gen Z. Oh my one Shinde. Aduh, Bani. Nice Ban. Udah lemes gini. Enggak menang, ini menang. Menang, aminin aja dulu. RRQ menang, nafsi kayang. Kalau lu ngapain like? Kalau gua kok parah, kok kanap gitu sih? Gua ngapain ya kalau RRQ menang ya? Gua doa dulu sih, makasih Tuhan. Mungkin di pohon sedang gak ada cemilan. Gak ada Cir. Bisa makan gak tadi? Pada makan, yang belum makan, makan dulu anjir. Balik maaf stream. Boleh, menarik. Anjir. Hampir jir, palanya hilang. Texture. Tekstur jangan jago-jago tekstur. Duh ngantuk lagi gue. RRQ menang kali terbang. Iya gue terbang, oke. Setuju. RRQ menang gue terbang. Menang cosplay Viper gue tonjok ya, gak ada. Gak ada cosplayan. Aduh.
You're more than fine to pretty much just plow onward. Especially given the trademark is not even here. So
Di-tag
Texture
dulu
now
manis.
moving forward, does grab that spike. To the plant here. Just at the base of the ramp.
Anjir, move on-nya.
And now on RRQ. The 5-man reset.
Berdua anjir situ.
Smokes are going down though, and
Kita.
Viper Toxic Stream was used on A. Here they come.
Aduh bagus banget lagi ini.
Oh, he spotted
shoulder there for a brief little moment. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦, however, pushing forward, does manage to find 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦, traded back now by 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝑚.
Nice bang, aduh.
Back and forth.
Udah dong jangan. Ya Allah masa mati bang.
Mahal. He's up over top of Toxic. Somehow he's been missed. He's got a big backup opportunity. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝑚 trying to get himself over here towards the spike. Taps it, but he is not ready to play. Just absolutely beautifully piloted here by 𝘰𝘮𝑚. The movement
kepalaku sakit nontonnya anjir.
Not just that, it's him and Meteor working so well in tandem that you saw that every single time that RRQ was trying to go for the kill, you know, secure that site, they have these, again, quick trades, not even trades, just quick punishes to let them stay in the site and keep that spike from getting diffused by any player of RRQ.
Aduh, sakit pala anjir.
Not looking down, not expecting.
Timingnya smoke-nya hilang anjir. Baru diinin lagi. Nggak tahu gelap ah.
Combo attempt over here at A.
Aduh.
No one there to receive it.
Kenapa anjir? Nggak tahu anjir.
Quite far forward, and it's a very shallow rendezvous, so Raze can get on top of him very quickly. He sees the hand, the Prowler chasing, just tries to go for the blind shot. Let's see if he can find anything. Fortunate for him.
Iron anjir.
Rush this one
Aduh.
down, but still put a good amount of damage into it.
Please Hagai, do your magic.
RRQ is rotated already. They know that there's an opportunity or a possibility here where Texture just throws out his showstopper now that it's available for him. Just chase down 𝘰𝘯𝘮𝘮𝘦 is already injured, already used to get that rendezvous.
Aduh.
They've been using this to just hard press their opponents. Here on the other side though, yeah.
Inching really far forward against that wall. Now just
Di
drifting
luar
away.
nalar.
Looks like RRQ kind of getting a decent sense of what is going to end up happening.
Iya, nggak ada yang trade kill.
A little bit of added protection. B-side pivot certainly is possible though for GENG.
There is very little firepower for them to work
Aduh,
with.
keding anjir. Keding gara-gara monsternya Prowler babi itu. Oh, nice banget anjir. Nice bro. Nice bro. One satunya tinggal disentil hilang anjir. Bentar dia ngeblind diri sendiri. Ngeblind temennya.
Positioning though, everybody from GENG has gone towards Link, so maybe they can get separated here and start diffusing that spike.
It's just right here around the corner. Now the showstopper further delaying, just buying time here for GENG.
Kikis ekonomi mereka bro. Nice banget anjir. Dapat boleh sih. Satunya 1 HP jir.
However, still dwindling RRQ.
Aduh.
Still in a rough spot to try to be able to find this round win. 𝘰𝘯𝘮𝘮𝘦 going to be taken
Susah
down.
aja.
Able to get Munchkin, finishing off that low HP Viper, but they can't get this spike. They can't hold on to this one.
Nice anjir, at least mahal.
But it's just going to be weapons, not even
Kencana. Time out, tolong.
GENG win the round, but their bank, it gets broken slightly.
Yeah, I think that was just a round where GENG realized, yeah, we're not going to survive this, but we can win the round very cleanly if we just do exactly this. The contact that they've done wasn't really to trade efficiently for themselves, it was them to efficiently trade themselves from stopping to have that defuse. Again, deleting any chance of RRQ from taking one round in.
Bani top frag cuy.
Operator now here in the hands of 𝘰𝘯𝘮𝘮𝘮. What value he can find, you can see Cash still.
Iya, bisa pasang di situ, gue juga baru tahu anjir. Jarang-jarang lihat. Oh, nice banget anjir. Goodbye dong. Nggak mati anjir paran.
43 health remaining on him.
Anjir, 1000 manusia di sana. Oh, nice banget anjir. Anjir. Anjir, di stack cuy. Wah, nice. Anjir. Itu semua. Flawless. Di kiri, bang.
Last one left standing. Orb gonna be taken. Push up far enough.
Kurang Prowlernya anjir.
Staying quiet. Smoke dissipates. Swing onto the corner.
I wanna 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝘦.
Would have to be an ace clutch
Nice.
though.
Nice!
One member lost. RRQ, they finally get themselves on the board in the 5th round.
This is what RRQ is just kind of hoping for. The GENG trips up their slow, methodical approach, just quickly transitioning out into rubble, getting punished by that combination that we've seen time and time again happen from defenders on Lotus. Again, utilizing the traps, utilizing the nades.
Prediksinya salah nih, Lik. Bener anjir. Berapa sih tadi gue bilang? 11-13 ya? 11-13.
As you saw, very clean round for them to only losing one, so they keep their weapons coming into this next one, which means 𝘰𝘯𝘮𝘮𝘮.
Mas Derek nice, ya sorry.
He's got an operator.
Kan bukan nice banget, cuman nice. Gila ya?
Texture needs to drop off the top of rubble there. Nightfall now going to be thrown out. Texture able to find one before he gets taken down by 𝘰𝘯𝘮𝘮𝘮. Jump across the side, turning Nightfall. Pushed out, shoving RRQ back. More gaining a decent
Laper nih.
space.
Gue baru makan udah lapar lagi, gimana sih? Ini perut.
Just alongside that C-link door.
Ada apa dengan perut ini? Lemau Prowlernya.
Prowler not doing much there, Lockett.
Yeah. Just kind of hoping that maybe that would have changed something when the
Susah dong sekarang kalau orang
Anyways, wall to separate. 𝘃𝘀𝘀 is isolated here, so
Sabar,
he has
susah.
to go by
Nggak kelihatan
himself.
anjir.
Ya
Tuhan Yesus.
Bunny
nih, bos. This is Bunny. A cat. Lagi, Ban. 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 Nice anjir. Malah tuh cuma disuruh boker aja. Anjing. Tipnya kempes min, makan lagi biar berisi. Iya nih pengen makan nih, lapar. Acceler kenapa nih? Attack down mulu. Belum panas opa itu. Attack down opa. Oh nice. Nice ha guys. Ih jangan pelit sama dia sendiri, Lik makan. Aduh, bukannya pelit sih, lebih ke mager gue ya. Dapet nih temponya. Ayo. Pesan makan, let's go. Oke, bentar ya. Mau bilang bentar, gue nggak di PHP-in guys. Aman. Gue kira piercing anjir. Aduh. Hampir. Ayo RRQ, you can know it. Lah, kok meninggoy sih Jamkin? Meninggoy di mana? Ide.
They can't just slow the pace down, wait for the utility. Door is always opportunity to go straight in to see what 𝘂𝘀𝘀 is holding. If he misses a shot with that operator phase, he could be in trouble now that we see that Texture still has the...
Anjir, Texture udah mau ulti lagi aja, baik.
I mean, look at the setup here. I mean, the rotation over. 𝘂𝘀𝘀 drops the pit onto B, stopping them from pushing there. Smoke comes down to the A. They really want to
Yang menang qualified buat apa, like qualified buat playoff.
Very much relying and trusting in 𝘂𝘀𝘀 more.
Playoff atau play-in?
Get the shots and slow them down.
Nice banget anjir.
Quick adjustment downward. Finds Bunch
Playoff ya?
for a little bit more. Lockdown now coming in. 𝘂𝘀𝘀 good for the second shot, but soon he's gonna have to back
Anjir.
away.
Kangkang, kah manis.
It has to be respected.
Katanya mau cosplay jet lagi.
For 𝘃𝘰 to push forward.
Enggak.
It's
Diem
damage
ya.
done already by 𝘂𝘀𝘀.
Pokoknya kalau RRQ menang gue terbang aja.
There's so many positions to be
Rebutan play-in. Oh play-in ya, bukan playoff ya?
As now Meteor, I think he realizes this, so he wants to be put in a position where it's a little bit forward, it's a little bit off angle, it's very aggressive.
Agak atau Kangkang
but
jadinya?
he does get a chance to maybe get a kill early.
Aduh.
He is ready for
Hampir
the
anjir.
swing.
Nice anjir. Main. Tolong.
Managed to strike him down, but that leaves 𝘃𝘀𝘀. Newest member in a 1v3, couple low HP.
Nah, ini dia.
The first shot,
Nice.
taken down, but then
Nice.
surrounded. 𝘂𝘀𝘀 will find the
Gitu
kill,
kan.
𝘃𝘀𝘀 will find the operator, and RRQ will now get up to touching distance, 3-4, just one round separating.
𝘂𝘀𝘀 more lighting up the house with that operator.
Kalau RRQ menang mau terbang, iya mau terbang, janji. Janji terbang. Kemana? Terbang aja. Gak tau kemana. Terbang tinggal gue edit nanti. Gila, thank you Hagai. Nice bro. Ih Bunny top frag lu. Gila, mana nih yang kemarin ngatain Bunny? Gila. Our IGL. Aku pengen makan tapi pengen minum juga. Makan aja lah ya. Minum aja deh. Duren deh.
Seeing it times in a row where they prepared to try to counteract it as the nade goes out, Texture in a bit of a rough spot.
Mampus. Nice guys. Nice Jamkin, walaupun saya belum melihat Anda menembak-nembak tapi nggak apa-apa. Nice util. Terbang ke kasur. Kalau nap kenyang kali keterbang, kayang kocak. Katanya udah habis, udah. Kemarin minum.
Just stuck outside of tree.
Yang duren. Aku mager ngambilnya anjir. Tuh Tuhan, kuatkanlah kaki saya.
He's just okay holding the angle at this point on Link. But
Nice banget. Gak nice. Aduh. Laki. Fitri lagi tuh, aduh. Kenapa sih? Dengan tuh Fitri ini anjir. Mereka ini kayak kalahin gitu ya, jarang menang 1v1. Oh nice. Siapa yang bilang jarang menang 1v1? Ini dia menang 1v2 tuh, Jamkin. Nice Jam. Akhirnya saya melihat Anda menembak. Biasanya nggak nembak anjay. Nice banget anjir.
Genji
Nice,
going onto lane
J.M.Kin.
was very much exposed as to how you saw 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘮𝘦 get those 2 kills. And of course, Genji, not really having too many options, wanted to go for A.
Nice banget
J.M.Kin's there
kematian.
just to receive. Very, very efficient.
1v1 sama 1v2 beda, Min.
Here for GENG.
Apa aja lebih OP 1v2?
Teams very much close, I should say, very
Lebih
much
OP
trusting in their teams to
1v1.
be able to make the
Gila ya.
adjustments. Turret setup eventually has to be cleared. Swap over the headhunter 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘦𝘵
Mainkan
really
dia
wanted to
guys.
pull off the play. Now going to be backing away as he sees the Meteor continues to creep forward over towards Mount. Meteor feeling very confident in that battle despite on paper being outgunned.
Yeah. I think it's just more of... I also like how
Oke, baju RRQ lah biar RRQ main bantai-bantai. Ya, abis ini ganti ya. Abis saran ini gue ganti. What the fuck? Ini kah?
Unfortunate.
Om Deddy kah?
Just really utilizing and abusing his high pen weapons.
Voxy dah.
Those
Gak
paper
bisa
thin
lu
walls.
Voxy, kamu mati sama Hagai. Turu deh.
We're still just holding the line here.
Hati-hati sama OP-nya bang.
I guess GENG feels like they are once again essentially forced to come up into a position.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck?
Wait,
What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Anjir.
Hello.
Wow.
Gonna need to see that one in the replay.
RRQ nih bos. Aduh ganti baju dulu bentar ya.
𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘏.
Jangan pakai baju RRQ lagi ntar kalah. Udah tunggu kalah, tunggu kalah. Tunggu kalah jangan dong. Jangan dong Jasmine mulutnya.
Had he been able to get that one.
Tunggu roundnya ada yang kalah dari RRQ.
Sama
baju RRQ. Oke. Gila. Keren nggak? Keren nggak? Indox nih bro. Kuret. Mulut tuh ya. Sorry bro. Ambil dulu es durennya. Salah ngomong anjay.
A reaction here to RRQ. Again, as I mentioned, RRQ, they have all the defensive answers against the offense of GENG here.
Padahal nih es durennya tinggal ngesot loh dari rumah gue. Kenapa deliverynya mahal banget ya?
4 rounds to start things off for GENG. They got that bonus conversion. They win round 4, but then they just start dropping them. And RRQ have been racking them up. It's now up by 1. GENG solo wanting to pump the brakes. 4 seconds. Try to find the adjustments necessary to get themselves back into this one.
What can that be?
Udah tarik. Udah gue klip kasih Pak Apsi lik. Gila. Woi. Kalau menang si bodoh. Kalau kalah 1 round kocak bukan kalah match ya kan nggak mungkin kalah kan RRQ menang. Bakal masuk playoff, bakal masuk Masters, terus menang Masters, terus menang Champion, terus naik gaji gue. Ada lo nya aja yang esot. Tapi nggak sedekat itu juga sih. Tapi kayak deket. Tapi nggak sedekat itu. Paling cuman sekilo 2 kilo.
So now that they realize this, maybe they'll press further.
Kalau ngesot malah min
He opens the door, he can TV back onto waterfall.
Ya udah sorry deh.
And he even finds
Bani masih kocak. Aduh. Ganti baju. Bentar ya.
Will end up winning the round. They do. They stop the RRQ win streak and they tie us back up 5-5.
It was also the round that RRQ just mixed up their setup too, right? Where we saw again 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘏 holding C. They might actually just bring back 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘦 more on C because it did not work, as you mentioned. Dexter just whizzing into that C site. Everyone dropping right in front of them, and Meteor finally gets a chance to go for his start. This is
Masa kayak baju mole kocak.
that GENG was looking for, as you mentioned, to equalize things.
Mau apa lah ya baju mole sama RRQ.
It's going to be
Put anjir.
tour de force into this round and then plenty of cash for the op in the next. This peek out, 𝘧𝘰𝘮 just trying to
Menang lah. Woo! Berkat baju mole. Ngeri emang.
Steps to him, headshot coming in, starting things off with that man advantage here is RRQ.
Another raw talent, right? Aside from Bleed, coming in from Ascension Pacific.
Would have been a flick and a half had he been able to nail it. More looking like he's not done yet. He still wants to take a forward aggressive
Tahu, guys.
around the backside of Rubble. They heard the rendezvous.
Anjir, aduh, nice banget.
Managing to find 2.
Kasih tahu. Pakun.
He and 𝘰𝘮𝘮 left standing.
Let's go pick.
Expiring.
Nice.
Trying to step across behind rubble.
Anjir, nice banget.
To try to take
Berkat baju mulai
any
nih,
amount of space
bos.
they possibly can, but this is looking like an absolutely done round.
Kalau kalah ganti baju Imlek. Anjir. Baju Imlek.
Here, he's just holding it out.
Ya
He doesn't
dong.
even check it. You know, they're the ones gonna have to push. Now that they open the door, there's
Udah lah, kalah saja lah Genji.
some form of confirmation.
Kasih lah RRQ menang. Oh shit man.
Got a headshot, still left
Anjir,
standing.
keding cuy. Nggak berasa ya dingnya Odin ya?
Push forward, they get themselves away from that trademark, now into the site, the spike planted.
Dia kan dengar satunya nge-step, satunya lagi.
Certainly even with the nightfall in their back pocket.
Lagi ngeplan.
Want to save that for the last
Nunggu
round and a
tah.
half. TP forward, Sparrow spotting him out. So one over towards
Satu heaven
street.
bang.
Tap onto the door as 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘓𝘬𝘦 comes in from behind. So rotate over to backside here from
Heavennya
Lockett.
kakak.
Trying to take a nice position.
Nice banget anjir.
Hounds him down.
Heaven
Now
last
they're
heaven.
down to the on heaven.
Jam bikin menyala. Hidup RRQ. Jersey RRQ, makanya beli jersey RRQ supaya menang. Haha.
No one was gonna be holding
Trouble
right? But 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 did make a
Lebih cantik pakai baju
very,
putih.
very good
Iya, gue
game
tahu.
that he
Makanya baju gue
played
putih
away.
semua.
Look at this, no one was even checking him.
Anjir, ini nice banget sumpah.
Thankfully, if
Hargai.
𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 just wasn't able to, or wasn't
Emang
able
makin
to
lama
react
jadi
in time,
Lamimor ya?
that would have
Salah,
made
bukan.
kills. I just I love how 𝘰𝘮𝘮
Kalau kalah next game pakai jersey bawah itu
chill
2023.
with all the highlights as he's been doing.
Oh,
Lo
God.
nggak boleh terjebak di masa lalu guys.
Last round of the half, GENG. I mean, so close to 4 ultimates. Meteor can collect some orbs, find a kill. That lockdown can come into play. Now 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 across the TP underneath.
Anjir. Nice banget, what the fuck. Aduh, hampir. Nice banget. Tagai. On fire. Oh shit, bercanda fire.
Responding with 2 kills of his own.
Jangan dulu min.
2v2, the nightfall in the back pocket. All other ults used.
No one got hit by it too.
Big pump of the brakes, 𝘰𝘮𝘮 wanting to go for the shot, tries to get the flick, the 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, he's eating the damage, but he can't find the headhunter shot. And now it's a 1v1. 𝘧𝘰𝘮 in texture, spike down. 𝘧𝘰𝘮 watching for this one. 2 smokes yet to still utilize.
𝘧𝘰𝘮 is smart. He's using the time remaining to make 𝘧𝘬𝘮 move elsewhere. Now he's cooked a little bit. Should decide to just try to get that spike out in the open. So it's a guessing game.
He grabs it, he knows that it's been taken, but where is he gone? No tap on the spike quite just yet.
30 seconds
Still
left.
suspecting that he might be within the side itself. 𝘧𝘰𝘮, however, with time on its side, he might be able to actually creep over and get himself in towards B. It looks like that's almost exactly what he's going to do.
They're just, wow, they're about to hit each other. Just barely at the corner, 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮.
Just pulling back, and now, yep, footsteps going to be heard. Little time remaining.
10
𝘧𝘮
seconds
still
left.
trying to play this one out as quiet as he possibly can. 𝘧𝘰𝘮 with the setup. But can he get the win?
There's the smokes.
Cover going out. One
There
smoke
it is.
sent. The tap, the hold, a blast pack being sent forward. He knows
Oh,
exactly
doesn't
where he's at.
stop.
He actually didn't clear him off. He thinks that he cleared him off. He did it. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮! The absolute Chad just stays glued to it.
Makan tuh secel, makan tuh secel. Gak gerak cuy, anjir nempel anjir.
Imagine the mental exhaustion from both 𝘧𝘮𝘮 as well as 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝑗 to kind of outplay each other.
Jersey Bang Winda, gue punya sih yang Bang Winda masuk darah.
He went the other side. He thought 𝘧𝘮𝘮 had gone all the way around the spawn. He was playing a lot safer. 𝘧𝘮 just chased him the same route that
Capek,
he
cuy.
did. But of course,
Doa lagi, lu semua doa. Lu pada kurang doa anjir, biar menang. Aduh capek gue nontonnya, nggak bisa anjir, keringetan cuy.
It could boop him away from stopping a defuse, but it just didn't.
He just
Depan
pushed him
gila.
back against the wall. It wasn't far enough to decide to actually knock him off the spike.
Yeah.
Satu round aja tegang anjir,
He
gila.
just stays
Aduh, gue
on it.
salah tidur lagi semalam setelah
I mean, it's
bantal.
5-7, but every
Nggak bisa
single
nengok belakang.
round has been so important for both of these teams.
Replay mana replay?
That
Nggak ada.
that was a huge win for RRQ.
It absolutely is.
Jantung gue.
But here's the question.
Doa gue kurang bully.
Lotus sway. We have typically in the Pacific seen that this is more
Doa orang teraniaya kayak lu manjur kurang ajar.
Start there for RRQ,
Gila.
but not really a runaway beginning.
Yeah.
Capek
So
cuy.
GENG
Menang
can
nih
also
like
have that
beneran.
strong defending
Real
side,
kah?
especially with
Kalau
Linear
menang
now
kita ke Korea ya, Je.
able to have his full preset
Bagus tuh baju.
util
Cakep gak?
down on the ground.
Cakep kan?
GENG certainly could try to run this back, especially if they can find themselves another pistol round win.
Zay sekarang main Valorant.
I was about to say that.
Gak mirip anjir. Gak mirip.
Sorta quiet.
Zay
He's not
miripnya ini
bragging,
tau.
right? But
Miripnya
this is his chance to show what he has got.
mirip
That raw
Buzz.
talent is that raw fire.
Lo gak Korea kayak
Now the
ngajak.
RRQ is gonna be the one
Lo ngajak Korea kayak ngajak ke.
these sides on the
Aduh gak
offense.
kelihatan anjir. Sensi sih ya.
Or quickly has to shoot back to the rendezvous.
Ngajak aja dulu. Beli. Gak tahu kapan.
You can see him already next year. I mean, just wanted to go for the combo
Kenapa RRQ
setups.
gak ada merch tim Valo? Ada sebetulnya.
Nice opening damage over an A.
Ada
He's
kok.
instantly
Tapi waktu itu
rotating
nggak jadi
towards it.
keluar sih. Waktu itu ada sebetulnya, cuman nggak jadi di publish.
Waiting on doorway to throw out the util. I think RRQ realized that it might be too much of a heated push on C, and they're just coming back here, especially with the toxic screen already set up. It's not a bad idea to do that. They can find 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 and actually get the trade on him. That's going to open the C site fully and, well, just really for RRQ. Oh, that spots nobody.
Oh no, it does not. It landed inside of tree there. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 now going to be drifting away. He might himself be thinking, okay, I don't think they're coming to A, or at least taking a more defensive call on position. But now the intel starts flying.
What the fuck? Nggak boleh gitu lah Kia.
The push in, looking to try to capitalize, knowing that he was going for the reload. Will
What
just be a
the
safe fight to
fuck?
force him back. Finds some
Segitu
damage.
anjir.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 for now going to be
Ini
held
Jamkin
at
dari
bay.
mana? Dari Rusia kan Jamkin?
What an angle too. You can see already here the post plant for RRQ kind of got mixed up a little bit. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 going to be holding on drop here as he has teammates
Bang,
to hold
buta
the
bang.
crossfire, but the paranoia allows them to
Aduh.
just drop in.
Paranoia at the drop down, but 𝘋𝘰𝘮𝘮 does manage to find 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 with the classic. Trying to give him a shot to the bottom, but number 2, and now he's the last man standing. And GENG will
Aduh,
be
gua
able
nggak
to
bisa
take
main
him
kayak gini.
down. Second pistol round goes their way. And
Ini aja
barring
terus 77,
a thrifty win here,
87,
it seems like
88,
GENG are going to be able to tie
89,
us up once more.
99, 910.
Sure. That round, I have to say, like, very much favored because of what 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 was able to do. Sure, he got the 1 kill off of that, but that is a huge kill in this post ban when you only have the pistols. That being able to survive,
Oh nggak ada wasit kan jadi salah gue kan?
I do not know what
Gue
he
ngomong
said.
nah salah gue. Gue pakai baju biasa salah gue. Gue nggak doa salah gue gila ya.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
Can't quite catch it.
Blaming semua di sini anjir.
Protection out back.
Look at left.
He's got the outlaw in hand. Defensive sightlines as well. Seems like 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 may be, learning for the first time out, but never mind. Try to give him the benefit of the doubt. Sticks around. Take it out.
Oh.
Very
Ada iklan?
solid early kill coming through, and it feels similar to what was
Gue nggak ngerti kenapa ada iklan, gue juga nggak ngerti sumpah jujur.
Spraying away, finds
Gimana dong cara
Sparrow,
hilanginnya?
the meat grind and arrow swarms down to the ground, smokes everywhere, specters in hand.
Kok ada iklan sih?
Not much to realistically be done here for the side of RRQ.
Sabar ya, kita hilangin dulu ya iklannya.
Wait for them to try to push up.
It's just again, RRQ also trying to sprinkle a little bit of that lurk, but it's not going to happen. Seems like they're about to just go push in this round already. Try to get a trade if they can.
Oh dari sana ya, dari sananya guys.
The corner, but that's going to be the Hawk. Jump in, and 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝑗 collects 2 kills
Saya nggak bisa
very
ngapain.
swiftly. A flawless anti-eco here
5 kali iklan.
for
Hah beneran?
GENG. As they do
Otomatis dari
in fact
YouTube.
tie it up. So 7-7.
Yaudah guys, bear with
Gonna
it ya.
convert another bonus. We'll have to just wait and see. But 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 just sticking around way longer than I thought he would.
Oh, benefit kalian member itu kalian nggak bakal lewat iklan, jadi mending member, makasih. Karena Alex sibuk setin iklan, jadi gue lagi anjir. Itu susah, kocak. Orang cuma pakai klasik, gila ya. Nah, ini bayaran menang nih, harusnya. Kalau nggak menang sih, ada yang salah sih.
That could be something that they
Oh,
can
member
use
tapi
to
nggak
break
kena.
into the site here. There's a 4-stack on GENG right
Premium kali lu.
at the other side of the toxic screen.
Oh, 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 to be taken out. He does a good
Emang
amount
lu
of
tetap ada
damage there on
ads,
the
Sa?
flips.
Yang udah member emang kena ads?
More damage there. Now down to 15. Texture wanting to
Enggak jir,
push up into
harusnya.
this one. Toxic screen does fall. Flips going to be able to just drift away, but could be 2 players hot on his heels here.
Aduh,
The rest of the
ya
team
Tuhan
retreating
Yesus.
towards that C site. 4K out, nanoswarm damage found. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 gonna go chasing forward here from 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 as Meteor currently set up, waiting for that smoke to dissipate at Waterfall so he can get a shot with the Outlaw.
Flipsider's
Beban.
like 15 on this
Aduh,
ad
naik lagi
dealer.
dia. Aduh.
But it's so snappy.
Aduh,
Meanwhile,
hilang 3. Gimana ceritanya hilang 3 anjing? Byronnya nggak pernah dapet.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 and 𝘧𝘂𝘂 left standing now. In a 2v4.
Sumpah, please banget dah.
They might just be able to do it
Please
once
banget.
more. Smoke
Aduh,
coming
ya
down.
Tuhan
Munchkin
Yesus.
tips his way forward,
Ya
catches
Tuhan,
𝘧𝘂𝘂,
nice try
completely
deh.
off guard, takes him down, and as he swings back out, Munchkin gonna be good for the 4K. Paper Thin was asking for him to step up here in this game, and so far he has.
Definitely need that POV on the replay for Munchkin there, because it looked like at the start of that post plant, it looked like RRQ should have been able to transition into a round. Here we go. That's how, wow, the smoke dropping and no one from RRQ actually noticing it. What a punish from Munchkin.
Capek gue,
Maybe just
begitu
to
emang.
rely on that
Iya.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝘦, 'cause that was sent out by
Byronnya nggak
J.K.
pernah menang
trying
di
to
dia
check
gue.
that spot.
Tutup iklan iklan YouTube sekarang ada yang 45 detik nggak bisa di skip kayak 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮𝘬. Hah?
That is going to be another
What the
timeout
fuck,
fall.
man?
As
Ya semangat ya guys
RRQ
nonton
now,
iklannya.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝑗𝑗 wanted to slow things down and
Tapi gue kira kalau misalnya yang member di sini nggak bakal dapet iklan, soalnya udah member. Soalnya kan di Twitch kayak gitu kan, kalau udah member subscribe sama orangnya nggak bakal kena iklan. Cuma bang member juga streamernya suka menghilang. Enggak, nipu ya. Jadi gini rasa lagi ngomongnya, nggak tahu bang. Kita semangatin aja bang. Semangat. Bisa tinggal gitu guys iklannya biar cepat kaya. Nggak dapat banyak tahu iklan.
so looking very animated here as we get ready
Di
to
Twitch
go
doang,
back
di
into
Twitch
this
doang ya.
one.
Udah.
Reminder, this is
Twitch itu jatuhnya kayak
RRQ's
film
map,
YouTube. Sial. Nggak usah ada sialnya bisa nggak? Kita ini streamer family friendly jadi nggak boleh ada yang ngomong kasar di sini. Gila.
and Lotus last season.
Member itu mah benefitnya cuma personal dari
Was those
YouTube-nya men.
early
Kalau
day
ads
Lotus
gitu
picks
kan.
that hurt RRQ so very much. Including, I
Gimana guys,
believe,
nggak
the
bisa
first
lagi
time
dong.
they ever played against 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮.
I will have to double check.
Ikhlaskan kalian harus menonton iklan.
See now though,
Ratusan rupiah doang dari iklan, benar.
the
Nggak dapat banyak.
investment here. As 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 just going to be relying on those 4 headhunter bullets that he has. No armor in sight. Maybe trying to bank up as much as possible to try to get an attack operator into his hands.
I love this triple stack from GENG. If RRQ pushes for B, they're going to be able to exit out and have the numbers to kind of fight with it, right? 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 somehow manages to pick off a bit of the utility from
Tahu
Meteor
lagi
here, but realizes that it could or should be able or should be there on the side itself. They haven't checked tree, but they are planning it on the other side.
Aduh, nggak ada yang lihat Tri apa ya?
Somehow Meteor actually only going to be able to come away with 1. Still puts a lot of damage down onto 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮. It's going to be finished off for Texture. Players left standing. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮, however, though, with a showstopper. That could be
Apa deh sih Tri-nya nggak ada?
a major linchpin in being able to convert this round into a win. Shells forward to try to clear out tree. At the ready, sends them off to defuse for now, buying more time.
Ya Tuhan. Nice. Aduh, yang mati yang itu lagi yang nggak.
However, now they're onto the spike and they're looking to hold this one down. Texture finds flips. Gonna be taken out.
Nice
Spike
banget
goes
anjir.
forward, it's held to half
Oh,
though.
nice try dah.
Lockett getting back through, just gonna be able to hold this defuse, and it's close, but not enough. GENG will be able to win the round.
Man, imagine if the showstopper was just slightly placed a bit more on the
Saya
center.
waktu itu Iwan, 2 smoker sama chamber beda nasib aja.
Should have been enough, but
sumpah.
not.
Bang,
Oh
udah bang.
man. Clutch snake bite though from 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮, but
Bang,
again,
udah
it was
bang.
half defused already. If it wasn't half defused, all of these what ifs, that is really hurting RRQ. And again, another one. Just wanted to add as well. Not checking Meteor, not thinking that someone was still holding tree. They cleared a bit of his utility, sure, but you didn't know where he was specifically. Wishful thinking for RRQ here, and it does not pay them well.
Hotel coach nggak sih? Oke. Jadi kita mainnya sama persis loh.
Very quiet
Si
here so
Viper
far.
main sama si Killjoy.
Up the op.
Salah.
Texture
Kan
in a
kita-
very far forward
Kita
position.
attacking ya? Salah analisis anjir ini coachnya. Bodoh. Oke, kita bakal hit E ya. OP-nya nih, ayo kita usir OP-nya. Oke, udah diusir. Tapi ada ulti, hati-hati ada ultinya, race-nya. Mundur aja, oke. Ya Allah, mah. Dapet aja Hagainya, gak dapet. Itu udah. Hagai. Anjir, mana ini reaction time lu?
Showstopper still held on to as well.
Yeah, the question right now for RRQ is, are they gonna start pushing onto C now that they
Udah
know
lah,
the
ini mah
texture
susah
is
bang,
on
ya
the other side back?
Tuhan.
Blast packing forward right over top of that 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦𝘮 is a quick and easy target. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 able to trade it back, however, finding 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦, but now Meteor tripping his way down, and he's able to find both.
Wow.
Gets himself the third as well. Slips comes through the door. 𝘰𝘮𝘰 now starting to run away with it.
You could really see the thought process that was coming there from RRQ. They were mustering their courage, I guess you could say, and then just YOLOing onto that C side from the looks of things. They knew that the utility from Meteor was there, but they had to try to do something unless they want to start to reclaim that map control. Unfortunately, look at this hold from Meteor, just absolutely beautiful. The second Aswarp doesn't really get any kills, but it stops RRQ from pushing all the way onto Ben, allowing Meteor to take a breath and then just pushing out, getting that 3K for a nice finish.
Prowler check outside of B. Lockett noting at least one. RRQ, I mean, they need something, and they need it damn soon. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦, however, not looking to give it to him here. This 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 by texture.
Udah keculik 3 ya Allah, udah hilang semuanya.
Bang through, eliminated. Paranoia just finds him. The spray coming through. Lockett trying to kill him next barrel. Just barely managed to persevere. 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 will put some damage down. It's about as good as it's going to get. Maybe just the one kill here. This 𝘧𝘂𝘀 spike in hand, drifting around the backside here. Through that defender's spawn. Maybe
Jam-Kin itu kan Agent bisa masuk cepet. Kenapa kayak pasif banget ya, sayang padahal.
That turret is active from Meteor. Oh no, it's not. So might be able to go through.
Ada kayaknya last chance. Apa? Last chance. Kalau keluar. Kalau misalnya Elim. Ada LCQ sih harusnya.
3 kills in the round. It's 𝘰𝘮𝘰. I mean, what's it been? 6 consecutive now for them.
Yeah.
Map RRQ lagi.
Sponsors, I mean, look at it. They take the pistol, they take the bonus conversion, and now they're looking to take
It opens the opportunity for a couple of kills there from texture.
Open the door, RRQ on the floor.
There's no answer for RRQ now. They've been trying a lot of things, but it's all just been counteracted. I think they're playing
abis ini map apa? Abis ini map Breeze, mapnya GENG. Habis itu map 3 Icebox. Mending map 3 deh biar kita lihat Icebox yang biru-biru cantik itu. Sumpah bisa langsung map 3 aja gak sih?
Look at all of the ultimates available here to 𝘰𝘮𝘰. Even if they dump everything here, should just about guarantee they get themselves up
Akhirnya bisa masuk site anjir.
to that map point.
Biasa belum masuk site udah wafat.
And fall around the back.
Ada ini lagi semuanya. Aduh, nggak dapet lagi. Fuck man. Ultinya 1000. Back banget ini ultinya seberang.
But time is ticking. RRQ, are they going to be able to escape from this one at all? The door opening up from able to find one, but the detains coming through.
Aduh, mati lagi Jemkin.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦 now trying to stay
Aduh.
alive.
Mama.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦 will find 3. 𝘰𝘮𝘰 completely overwhelmed them with ultimates.
That was just rough for RRQ. They had to use the lockdown earlier on their end before Meteor did. Quick little check on the replay, and then look at this. There's no way for him to escape. 𝘰𝘮𝘰 was just holding doorway, waiting for the exact moment to happen. Either you exit out, you go into the straight gunfire of RRQ here, or you get trapped into the detain, and you're just screwed. And now 𝘰𝘮𝘰 is already at map point. Such smart calls, great punishes overall. And there's just, again, no answer from RRQ, no rebuttal.
Aja Tuhan, tolong. DFM aja dapat 8, masa kalian dapat 7? Ayo bisa yuk.
Just going to be hoping to see if they can tie this up, take it into OT. Something that
Lo dukung cuma ujung-ujung biar naik gaji. Enggak lah, kan gue RRQ banget anaknya, gila lu. Pelajar silik gila. 2-0 gak manis. Jangan dong, 2-1 dong. Kasih map 3 lah, map 3-nya bagus. Icebox anjir, belum main Icebox dari tadi, gak pernah ada yang main Icebox.
These are again obviously two different maps from that last series. And if this is already a done deal for GENG and we go to Breeze, we've seen how strong again Texture has been. Meteor's Lurk has been absolutely phenomenal.
Gue pukul lo ya.
So
2-1 GENG, 2-1. Aduh, RRQ masa GENG. Gila lu, pukul ya. Gue pukulin lu semua satu anjir. Ayo guys, ya Allah.
But Texture's always to spin one step ahead.
A pixel out of place, Texture. Takes him down again. That showstopper still in his back pocket. The pit as well.
Agak on fire-nya awal-awal doang anjay. Aduh,
Wow! He gets 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘵. The triple kill. As 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 looks to finish things off. 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 will swing the corner. The transfer cannot come through. He takes him down, and this time it's even more dominant than the last. 13-7, GENG take RRQ's map pickup lotus away from them.
Udahlah.
That just hurts. Man, they were already pushing
Ganti baju anjir.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 comes out for a beautiful punish, for a beautiful counter of push, and just secures it.
GG. Nggak GG dance, ini nggak GG, ini bad game, you know bad game. It's a bad game. 8-13. Mainkan Toge, mainkan duo gua. Mainkan duo saya, mainkan James Kupio, mainkan Kupio.
Looks like it's heavily favoring GENG. Oh boy.
Nice banget. Nice banget aja dulu. Pusing belakangan bro. Duren nomor 1, bye. Ini 𝘰𝘯𝘮𝘮 mana nih? 𝘰𝘯𝘮 mah, ini mah. Nggak tahu datangnya kapan.
History going to repeat itself? It's looking like it is
Halo.
going to be the case as GENG seal out another map. What can RRQ possibly do to stop this? Especially
Quack is
since
broken.
it's okay. They're there, my friend.
Happy banget. Om pakai jas mau ke kondangan.
They had good momentum initially.
Santai Lik, menang ini kalau nggak kalah. Gue tonjok ya.
I mean, I thought GENG was a little
Aduh,
static.
ganti
They
baju
weren't really adjusting the map very well. They were kind of just relying on that individual firepower, which certainly on the other side of the coin got them over the line. But in the beginning, I had a lot of hope for RRQ. It was looking really solid. It looks like they had some good adjustments, some good reads, and �ヲ𝘲𝘲 was locking down that C site really nicely.
He was! He had some like really nice op kills. I think round 7 in particular.
Bye.
He had
Makan durian dulu bro. Ambil
like
durian ya.
anything that GENG tried to throw at him, you know, they tried to peek him one by one. He just got them all down with that chamber, with that operator. It was pretty nice. They had a 7-5 lead. What happened in the second half?
Man, you know,
7-5 lead, dude! Like, oh my god!
again, it's like losing steam, right? It's so painful because they had that great start, right? I did, by the way, enjoy that like little mini game between Meteor and 𝘰𝘲𝘮𝘮𝘮.
Yeah.
There was like a little 1v1. There was that like mini tournament within the map, right? But again, this is quite painful for RRQ because they were on the right path, I feel like, right? Especially since Texture, as we mentioned earlier, can be a bit more, I mean, like his entries aren't as death-defying as they are on the Jet, right? So this was their best window. Unfortunately, they couldn't close it out.
Yeah, and I mean, this is again going to the fact that Texture has improved his raise a lot this year. He looks a lot better. He can still op on the raise. We saw this once they're on the defender side. He was so clean with it. I mean, yeah, look at the post plants here for RRQ. That's tragic.
Oh.
Tragic.
Don't mean to cut any of you guys off, but like, just I want everyone to pay attention to what's at the bottom of the screen right now, like the very bottom, right? Round 12 onwards, everything, all GENG. That says a lot. And again, it was that 7-5 lead, and you're talking about Texture. He was a big factor on their defensive side. There were so many rounds where, you know, of course we had 𝘰𝘲𝘲𝘮𝘮 when RRQ was playing defense in the first half. But then as we swapped over to the next half, Texture picked up the op. He started to pop off. There was that raise and fade combo as well. And although, you know, in terms of post plants first kills, it's fairly even, but GENG just offered so much more, especially when you had, you know, players like 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 starting to step up. Remember there was like a round where I was like,
Final round.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 does not look good. And then
Suddenly he's like, I heard you, fat.
oh.
Do not try me. But you're absolutely right. When the side switch and 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 was on the defensive side, it was just RRQ, right? They weren't able to really push forward in the way they did because 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 just seemed prepared. Not to mention, everybody on the side of 𝘧𝘰𝘮 just seemed to have that moment for them, right? At first it was 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮, probably holding the C side. You had 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, of course, shutting down 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 and so many others. And then you had 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 and you even had 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮. And everybody just had that moment on their side. Unfortunately for RRQ, they couldn't really push it forward on the defense, especially when they started to lose that mental game too.
Yeah, exactly.
Hai.
I mean, it just seemed like it all
Sebenarnya biar aku
started
tonjok ya.
they couldn't really break through the defenses. I mean, and they lost both bonuses on both sides of the coin. And that's really concerning where not only are you losing both pistols, but then you're losing both round 3s in each half. Really concerning stuff here. The fragging isn't there for 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 like it was in their first matchup. That's another part of the puzzle that's really not going so well. If there's any glimmer of hope here for RRQ, is that 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 looked pretty good. 5-0 in first bloods versus first deaths, so he had a really good impact in that role.
Kalau emang nyusul Korea,
However, it
Jepang,
didn't
hah?
translate to too much
Ngapain di Jepang
success.
dia?
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Again, the follow-up.
Cerita di Korea, anjay.
Right there. And again, it's like a little bit more difficult, especially when 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 are feeling this confident. When it's not just 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, it's not just Texture getting all these frags.
Tahan dulu.
𝘰𝘮𝘮 had a round where he started to pop off as well. So, although we are looking
Siapa yang
at
nggak
this
suka
right
durian?
now, and 𝘰𝘮𝘮 has
Siapa yang nggak suka durian?
higher numbers,
Masih pakai durian.
like damage per round, for example.
Gue suka nasi sih,
Yes,
banget.
it's still
Tapi nggak
not
sampai
the
nasi sama
RRQ
durian
that
sih.
we need to get that win over 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮. You cannot.
Malam makan, matnam, menamam adik-adik. Nasi durian. Bukan dance, ini bukan nasi durian, ini es. Ya, gue makan pempek pakai durian. Pempek pakai durian, salah. Iya, gue makan pempek pakai nasi, tapi nggak durian sama nasi, anjir. Pempek pakai durian, gila ya. Apa anjir psikopat. Es durian deket rumah, lupa namanya apa. Pempek durian. Boleh coba sih. Siapa tau enak. No one knows. Explore guys, explore.
Super concerning for these other teams because top to bottom again, this firepower for 𝘰𝘮𝘮 is through the roof. Maybe the highest in our league outside of 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮.
Yeah, for now. I mean, 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮, we saw, the top roles that we had before the entire game started. You can see so much that 𝘰𝘮𝘮
Kalau lagi keliling kota ikut kah? Ikut. Kamu di mana rumahnya? 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 Katamna. Ya nggak enak banget anjir gila.
Need more of it,
Emang enak
but
sih pempek
also
pakai nasi?
individual power, I think.
Anjir.
Can't always
Pempek pakai nasi tuh
rely
kayak
on that teamwork
heaven,
alone,
anjir.
Especially on a map like 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, I
Heaven,
think.
sumpah.
But at the very least for now, I mean,
Coba dulu
just
ntar
enjoy the
berkabar kalau
highlights
enak.
because what a
Apa?
show 𝘰𝘮𝘮 put up.
Right, and
Pempek pakai durian.
of course, 𝘰𝘮𝘮,
Terus suruh gua
I cannot
coba
wait
pempek
to
pakai durian
see them
dance.
on Breeze. It's a map that
Minta
demands
dipukul
such
ya.
confidence, the same kind of confidence that we
Gila
saw
kamu.
from
Mau
them
menghancurkan
in so many
lidah saya.
times, especially for Texture. So I cannot wait to see them. But again, big question mark on the side of RRQ because I personally don't feel like they could be prepared for what 𝘰𝘮𝘮 has to offer on Breeze,
Asik.
which demands such individual top tier performance.
No, I'm with you. I'm very concerned. I mean,
Asik.
I thought
Pasti nggak ya?
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 on the
Bentar
chamber
ya.
would be something that
Gue
could
cek. Gue gak
give
semuanya
some
soalnya.
energy, bring some fresh air to this RRQ playstyle, and it did look decent on defense. You
Nggak tahu
can
nih,
see that 𝘰𝘮𝘮 was afraid
Nggak tahu.
to pressure 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 more on that
Masih
C-side
belum
in
tentu
particular.
soalnya.
And Asteroid
Kemana
pointed
aja
out
kotanya.
during the cast that the one time 𝘰𝘮𝘮 had success was when they shifted the chamber into B
Kalau
instead of
kabarin
onto
kalau
C.
ke
So,
Tasik.
it was very difficult for them in that regard, but then on the attacker side, you don't have that impact. You don't have those first kills that you need. You're not able to outduel, whether it be Texture or 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, whoever you need to be beating when you have those opportunities as a chamber to use the advantages of your utility. It wasn't there, so that's very concerning here.
Acala boleh dulu dong, Lik.
Yeah, and 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, and now we're heading into Breeze. What are we expecting here?
Durian
We don't
nasi.
need to look any further. We don't need to wait anymore because we have Yoru on the side of RRQ.
Emang ikut semua kota kalau keliling.
Okay.
Gue ikut 10 kota per 16. 11 kota deh kayaknya. Cuma 5 kota yang gue nggak ikut. Kayaknya 5 kota itu gue MPL deh. MPL sama sisanya paling kota.
Very curious as to how this would work, especially when GENG has that
Kalau kalau
double controller. Meteor anchoring down sides. There's so much more that they can do to really work against it.
Masih belum tahu arenanya di mana.
You know, there's game tape studied. This Euro is really something that's
Masih lama aja,
spectacular.
masih Maret deh.
I don't know. It might be interesting.
I don't know about this, but we're
Backfield
gonna
lebih
see
tuh
it. It's
saudara lu
gonna be
kah?
exciting as
Enggak,
we
nama
step
mirip
into
ya?
threes. Over to
Ada yang bilang
Masters,
mirip anjir.
and Azurai.
Well, well, well. Thank you very much, Desk, for the breakdown on game number 1. But not sure what to anticipate here. Is �㪙𝘀𝘀 coming out?
Banyak tuh 11 kota. Iya anjir. The real keliling kota.
Now, this is something that he has only played once
Banyak sih,
in
gue
his
juga kaget.
career.
Gue 11 kota.
So certainly going to have our eyes trained on that one. But from what we've seen so far at the tournament here, Azurai, it has been that the double duelist comps, when it comes down to Breeze, have been the ones finding the most success. We'll see if that trend continues now going in the map too.
Again,
tolong ya.
just have so much
Bani.
offensive
Aduh.
posture.
Aduh.
Whether
Aduh.
whichever side you're on, and a lot more mobility, which is so important when you're thinking about
Bani
how
Yoru gue
much
ngerti lagi.
power, how much impact mid
Gue ban.
control
Gue
really
percaya lu
does
bisa.
bring. In any
Walaupun
case, the RRQ looks like they're just gonna
Nggak
go
tahu sih, Ban.
straight for an
Anjing.
A split here. Two coming in from halls, a couple
Bagus
of
lah, mungkin Yorunya jadi Yoru nggak tuh? Jadi Yoru inisiator gitu nggak sih?
We'll break that trip, but I mean,
Aduh.
they have to be prepared for this. RRQ will have to hit the brakes on A main.
I was gonna say they can wait for the cam setup here. Trying to see how many players are going on the rotate, but RRQ already taking the fight to them. That's gonna be the concuss into the corners. The push forward comes in, and Texture's able to claim 2. They starting to get away from them here. Now it's still just gonna be this 4-man push out, trying to work their way up into the site through main. Flash goes for
Nice banget 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮. Nice banget. Woo!
Now gonna be the last man
Oh, nice banget guys.
Sparrow, the final shot, and RRQ with their first pistol round win of the series.
No hesitations from
Yuk,
RRQ.
jangan bener
here,
yuk.
just two.
Buy roundnya yuk.
Again,
Bisa yuk,
run
dapat yuk.
rampart on that A site. I didn't like the call here from GENG to go for that massive flank, but once RRQ figured that, wait,
Parah
no one's
ngeremehin
here
banget
to
sama
stay,
tujuh lagi.
as well as A
Gua nggak
main,
ngeremehin.
just in case, and the timing
Enggak, Bani Yorunya
was
jadi inisiator anjir.
slightly faster for RRQ to get those positive trades in.
Bukan
GENG
duelist.
had to
Enggak, Ban.
deal with everyone
Setuju.
prepared to fight them
Setuju.
all the way again on that A main position, and that's just all done deal for that pistol round. Ooh, very close use
Tim
of
Valoris
flash.
band lu out RRQ like
Recon dart on A
bina
main.
DRX.
Now, a bit slower on the take, as 𝘋𝘰𝘯𝘵 is the one with the spike.
Yoru inisiator lu gimana like?
Going to be intricate
Yeah.
there into halls for a brief little moment.
Flashing. Flashing.
But I mean, also worth
Ulti,
noting,
nyari
the
info.
Astra,
Kan kayak inisiator
really
udah
been
persis.
seeing on this map.
Ya.
So far, it's either been the Viper kind of by itself or
Yeah.
the Viper Harbor that has been coming through.
Actually about to point out too, it's only been Charon that has used it in their last
Ini
game
bukan
of,
mie,
Team
anjir.
Secret on
Gila ya.
Breeze. So it's only GENG
Pukul
that's
nih.
actually used the Astra. I like it. You know, you have so much utility to use with the stars because you have your primary controller, which is the Viper. It should be able to use those stars for a lot more punishing rather than
Nice,
the
bro.
smokes. They do get the flank
Let's go, bro.
unlock, though, or counter flank.
Dua
unlock.
backside bro.
The grab wall
Bunuh
tries
dia,
to
bro.
on that approach
Nice,
very
bro.
well into
Nice,
the
bro.
site, given the firepower here.
Flawless yuk. Ya nggak bercanda flawless.
Quick on the site there, but Texture with a nice
Mulut,
headshot.
mulut.
Able to find 𝘋𝘰𝘯𝘵, putting that Yoru down and delaying the plan for a little bit longer. Low HP on 𝘋𝘀𝘀.
Spike planted.
Either of these guns will be able to take him down, but Texture now going to be noted wrapping around through elbow.
Eh,
So what is the call going to
Ah.
be? You could just sit back, try to wait for
Mau DC mana?
Spike to
nggak tahu, belum masuk sih cek. Mau
Sacrifice
dicek
themselves
Cici.
to it.
Aku nggak ada DC
Texture,
nih.
given that he has
Oh,
this
ya udah
shield,
dicek lu ya.
Kritik kamu?
the blood.
Oci.
Well, they're not
Nobar ya.
Ada aku kesana ya.
Oci.
Yo.
different quandary. 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 does get tagged.
Aku punya teman.
Keep him inside the site. Interestingly enough, Charon's just holding on elbow, maybe because Texture is making all that noise. He's waiting for someone to wrap around as some form of trap, but
Alik berteman.
looks like RRQ's just not gonna bite. They're gonna exit out and Arch.
Happy,
and that's gonna
happy,
be that.
happy.
2 swift rounds
Halo,
for RRQ,
Cimo.
but we've seen this time and time again. Has to be that second half that we have to look for both teams, or
Cuma
especially
kunci.
for RRQ here.
Halo?
Ada.
All right, well, fairly clean there. RRQ moving
Gimana
forward,
nih?
hold on to
Kamu nonton
share
Twitch
the
ya?
weaponry here
Aku nonton Twitch ya?
Oh ya udah. Lagi di play.
Final pick on the texture,
Lagi
really
replay.
enabling them to safely get out of the side.
Tahu anjir Hagai.
Was gonna be,
Bisa lah ya, map 3 lah ya.
was gonna be
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
Everybody else able to get out scot-free.
Now,
Ya. Satu.
both of the teams having somewhat, stronger weapons. Are we gonna see Flipsiders?
Apakah ini curse jersey? Kayaknya deh.
Full swing.
Real.
Bani Yoru nih.
Biar-
Let's go.
Okay.
Iya jir.
All the
Ngakak anjir gue liat.
Udah panas, udah panas.
Can't try
Anjir.
to get that mask ready to go.
Kalau jersey curse, kamu mau jersinya dance?
Won't be able to
Kasih deh.
couple it in with the Hunter's Fury. Couple shots coming in. Oh, his head right outside of the poison orb. Karen able to take it off. Jem can take it
Kasih tahu,
down.
Bani.
Oops, still here.
Anjay, flash keren.
Flash to the wall.
Aduh, Ci.
Stabilize
Masa
that.
dong keren, aimnya keren anjir.
From the corner, texture taken low. 35 HP remaining for him. As Estrella also with a nice adjustment will be able to
Belum.
find
Baru
Lock.
2 round, baru 2 round.
Still isn't the, worst route for RRQ. They can't come back into, or they can't just find a bit of that rotation,
Kita WP
as
sama
they
Alex dulu
do
guys.
still have all of their players except for the duelists. Look at the lurk coming in from Estrella here. Left to make something happen on Halls while they hit that B site. It might be a
Basic
good
sih.
idea because if you look at the traps on
30
B,
seconds
it's
left.
not actually at the entryway. The only thing that can screw them over
Yuk, Ci.
is if they start going into the site, but it seems like because Meteor is far away, he might not be able to capitalize with this, but he is running back to
Udahin,
maybe
anjir.
make something happen with it.
Let's go guys.
Sparrow's gotten himself back into the site. Meteor will be able to take out.
Oh, nice
Ellie.
banget,
Time
anjir.
dwindling.
Udah
They need to
timing
get that
tuh.
spike
Makanya.
planted here.
Oh, 2.
Just the backstab of Estrella.
Aduh!
Standing.
Oh, he's so
Ci,
wise to it.
1 HP anjir padahal.
Spike planted, but it's
Gila,
fair out
cowok
now.
itu
All
Tinggal-
is lonesome.
Tinggal di...
Pushing forward, swing.
Aduh, sumpah.
Subway has been 35 HP since 30 seconds into the round.
35 anjir darahnya.
Yeah, just
Yang
give him
disenggol
the
dikit.
reward already.
Tapi
That's going
texture
to be
emang gila
the
sih.
jet blades available for texture here. You're absolutely right.
Itu David
Isn't
full HP kan?
supposed to survive,
Nggak
but
bisa.
Iya.
somehow
Si
he
Estrella
is
kan?
defying death
Iya,
every
Estrella sama si
single
David.
time.
Terakhir.
We're gonna see it here on this replay. No, not
Anjir
yet, but this
lah.
one's huge. Karon able to
Bang,
find
udah
the
bang.
pick onto Jemkin, who I'm pretty sure wasn't able to spot Karon in time as well.
Banget.
Yes,
That was some big laps on RRQ side, and yeah.
I mean, still, odds were stacked against
Gila banget dia
Estrella, obviously,
texture.
in that position.
Gila.
But it at least would have been some extra
Bikin nama telepon
damage
Banilik
dealt.
mau gue suruh berhenti ngetrol.
So now weapon gets passed over because of the diffuse. The blades are available, so texture still very much deadly. As the mask going to be coming in. Not much to combo it with, but just wants to try to identify player locations. Sees one, sprinting forward.
Inisiator
makes it
Bani.
down. Yeah, he's got a good idea. It's going to be
Nice banget anjir.
Pakai-
Nice David. Nice banget.
Meteor able to take one down
Mereka
before
pakai
falling.
ini ya.
Oh, iya.
PG Peprex ya.
Continues to open
Apa?
things up.
Si ini.
Man advantage
Si RRQ.
instead of RRQ as the spike gets
Si
planted.
Bani.
Look at how far Estrella is just back
Nge-spam
Pakai Yoru.
ulti.
Oh, iya. Oh.
Udah dapet.
Light up that we don't know, as well as, just holding the flank altogether.
I mean, we do have some pretty deep bite lineups. Maybe you could try to replicate those with a shock dart, but the trajectory on them have to be pretty damn precise. Either way, it looks like he's just wary about a very deep flank coming through all the way from that beach side.
Ini. Udahlah,
Well turned
save
away
aja lah,
from.
enjoy.
Not able to find much and give the pit
Besok lo ini, Ci.
GENG making
Yes.
the wise call
Apa?
to just back away
Enggak,
from this
enggak.
one.
Aku
So they
25
will allow
lagi
for
nanti.
RRQ to close out the round.
25.
Final.
Final. Oh iya loh. Siapa Ci kira-kira final?
They're able to spot out all of the traps here.
Rex
on that
lagi.
cipher, which
Tapi
is the
T1
most
lumayan
important
ya
thing,
sih?
obviously, when you're rushing
Jago.
into a site that he owns.
T1.
T1.
And again, I love how he immediately just came out of the
Jago
divisional
sejak si
drift
Kevin
because
masuk.
they had it pinched in, because they had
Oke lah, tapi masih
Ellymore
kayak
almost, or sorry, not Ellymore, but
nggak
Meteor
peduli
almost
gitu
dead to
loh.
rights.
Hmm.
So might as well
Spot
just get
banget
that
gila
quick
sekarang.
trade, get the upgrade on the weapon, and start
Si
working your magic
flashback-nya
on
Jago banget ya.
flank. It did
Flashback anjir. Jago banget sih.
use a lot of the ultimates
Ya,
from
kacamata lagi.
RRQ. They had to also use the Viper Pit, but I mean,
Kita lagi main ternyata tim bot DFM gak terlalu buruk. Jahat anjir gila lah.
It's going to be a long sight.
Menang loh tuh 3.
So it's kind of the expectation that you're going to have that
Enggak,
double
gua
investment.
pengen
It
megang
does feel
at least
maybe a bit
DRX.
worse to use compared
DRX
to something like
dong,
a
Indo
Hunter's Fury.
Pride.
Oh boy, the spray into the orb there.
Udah stuck ya?
Satu slot oke, satu DRX.
As
Oh,
Lloyd actually give it the first
yeah.
one to fall.
Setuju. DRX.
Taken out, Xpera home,
DRX
finding
lagi.
Munchkin, getting that trade back, getting some
Mereka
momentum
mulu
for
anjir.
his comrade, and
Bosan.
now both
Let's
gonna be
go.
taken down. That forward position inside of A main completely broken
One
down here.
enemy remaining.
The straight getting texture up on bridge. Leaves just Meteor here to
DRX
his own
RRQ
devices.
aja nggak sih, Ci?
Absolutely.
Spike planted.
Bisa.
Meteor. All right, forced to
Gas
save
gua
once
sih.
again. I mean, he has no
Biar,
theft.
iya
He can
kalau
fight for
RRQ
something,
menang,
but
RRQ ketemu T1 kan.
Menang.
very
Nah,
economical,
bantai-bantai
you
tuh
know.
T1.
They can,
Nanti
they're gonna have a
Pepper
hard
Rex.
time buying into that next round.
Pepper Rex lawan,
without
enggak
Meteor
dong.
saving this and then being able to purchase him another weapon. But now that they spot where the
Ini kan RRQ
camera
masuk ke play-in
is,
dulu sayang.
might have an idea that he is hunkered somewhere down here.
Berarti nggak ketemu PRX dong?
You can't see the players
Enggak,
from
enggak.
RRQ on the
Jadi
minimap.
mereka
langsung
play-in
playoff
dulu.
kan?
A little bit too slow though, but
Iya.
you have the time to hunt someone down.
Play-in berantem sama T1 sama Talon.
Do so.
Kan Talon nih kayaknya menang. Di sini Talon siapa? DFM ya?
Go ahead.
Talon
Wait for that
sama...
spike.
DFM udah pulang ya?
Pulang sayang.
Anybody
Secret,
can
secret,
cross this
secret.
site.
Secret. Talon lah menang kayaknya.
Bit of noise, but I don't
Secret
think
sih
it
feelingku.
would've been noticed.
Oh, iya.
Drops down as the
Iya.
recon dart comes through.
Kemarin
Di situ
secret
jago
juga
anjir
banget.
si gubernur. Oh iya.
Like he'll be able to tuck away
Iya, yang
long
jago
enough to stay
gubernur
alive.
Cok.
So Meteor retains his weapon.
Kayak DFM si Mei dong yang jago.
Pump the brakes here for the side of GENG.
Haven't really seen Texture
Final
really
Pepper
get that
DRX nggak
value
bisa
here.
karena besok
Again, we're
ketemu
seeing
paling...
Kasian anjir
again,
DFM.
as you mentioned, right?
Oh ya
the
lupa aku.
two duelists,
Mereka satu ini
the
ya.
quick ability
gimana
to
sih?
pressure
Akhirnya panggil sayang,
from
Bang.
two angles
Anjir, kurang
because of the
ajar.
speed that the duelists do give.
Kalau Cimol duriannya dong lagi makan sini. Cimol suka durian nggak?
Is just not able
Suka,
to
anjay.
either
Durian pakai pempek
reposition
suka nggak?
or hold
Hah?
the quick offense that is already brought up
Pakai
to
apa?
their
Pempek?
plate to try
Iya,
to
durian pempek.
deal with. So that being said,
Psycho ya? Siapa tuh
this
anjay?
is probably there to just
Kamu
express
ya?
that if they can. Textures
Kopat
get
ya lu.
dealt with so quickly here by
Seri mulu, bagus
RRQ
dong.
in that Yoru.
Kasih mulu ke RRQ, let's go.
Pretty effective when he works with the
RRQ
team.
DRX. Enggak
So
lah.
far,
Kok playoff-nya jadi
good
kosong
for
ini
RRQ,
backup
but you know,
backupnya
Breeze,
kemarin
this is one of the
ada.
ones, especially when you're running the double duel, is where we kind of anticipate to see a lot more dominance on the attacker side. For Solo, trying to get as many rounds as humanly possible as they can before they swap over to that attack side themselves.
Yeah.
It's going to be very imperative.
Kok bracket playoff?
They're not able to use
Jadi nggak ada.
Charon's
Kemarin
Kosong ya?
Aspen too. I think that's what GENG is, or excuse me, what RRQ is also banking on, right? They already know that there are some trap setups with the Cypher combination in combination with that Astra, but if they can do it fast enough, right? Oh,
Zeta GE, Zeta, Talon TS, Talon.
Tripwire, expecting
Zeta
maybe
siapa?
the
Zeta
the
GE?
Zeta
main
GE.
push get
Cici
here
Cici pegang
from
siapa?
RRQ.
GE.
kayak GE deh.
Oh iya. Deng.
Nggak tahu ya kalau
It's a bit push,
blasting
though.
doang sih
Are they
rungkat
gonna try to
anjir.
go for
Kasian cowok, anak orang nge-carry sendiri anjing.
Swinging forward,
Kemarin
seeing
sih
if
pas
they can
Bebas
lawan
penang sudah gue tonjok tuh ya.
Blitz
The open.
bagus ya.
Texture and
Oh iya iya.
lingering around A main.
Iya,
Swing on the
anjir.
corner. Texture.
Uh,
Playing off the back. Charon shot finds the kill.
Ini
Straight
orang
going to be
sih
taken
seriesnya
down. That's a
sakit banget.
huge amount of their info gain. As well
Kamu
as some
detik
post-plant
berapa?
setup taken
Klik.
away from the
17,
side of RRQ.
16, 15. 16.
Question is, can they continue
Aku ngelik terus anjing.
push the issue here and have
Udah.
this spiral out
Aduh,
of
takut
control?
banget. Wah, tekstur sakit anjing, anjing. 6.
Catching him outside of the side of the cage, swing onto the corner. Garrett putting a sheriff shot there into the chest of Jemkin, taking him low.
Oh, nice banget anjir. Bani, yang bener Bani anjing. Nice banget. Aduh, kocak. Aduh, kocak Bani anjing. Ya Tuhan Yesus Bani. Nice anjir.
40 HP remaining here for
Aduh, susah nih.
Oke,
Susah anjir Meteor anjing terakhir. Mana HP, Ci?
But Meteor could be coming from any which way. All they know was that he was situated on B side. Swinging her out the backside of the pyramid. He's about to have him, and he does.
lagi Meteor Cok.
GENG somehow come up with the round win after the
Aduh,
timeout to
GG.
give themselves a second.
Oh, Bani tuh wah,
Two things. I'm not gonna take
di
this
hit
away
anjir
from
Bani.
GENG. They had
Wah, nice try
the
Ban.
better aim,
Banget ya.
and
Alvin.
again, stylistically,
Kalau Vino
RRQ,
seperti
every
Vino
single time they
bisa
spot
ada ke
GENG,
Madrid.
you know, the utility punish is great, but look at this. Flipsider's POV,
Cici berapa?
committed to the
Bani,
spray by
Bani
also
udah bagus,
crouching.
Cok.
Bro was asking out
Nice
in the
one.
open to be shot
Nice
down by
flashnya
GENG,
anjir.
and it
Eksekusinya nggak baik
happens
anjir.
for the players of RRQ here on that
Nggak apa-apa,
thrifty
nggak
round,
apa-apa. Masih bisa
which
4
again
dulu,
GENG
Halo
generously
Ridwan.
took for themselves.
Flash in, trying to force it back. Hunter's Fury now coming through, just trying to really flush out Meteor, but he is just staying technically glued.
Kok TP
Shuttering
belakang?
Nice
to the
ban.
backside, however, does
Nice.
manage to find Munchkin.
Nah, satu lagi ya, satu lagi. Ya Allah.
Meteor now. Catching Jemkin on the entry, throws
Ya
down
Tuhan
that
Yesus,
hero,
Meteor.
gives the reveal out, but
Ya.
Trent finally able to take him down, but still damage dealt. 3v3, the Seekers let loose. Lockya making his way up from the cannons.
Bandung
alongside
anjir.
this one. 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘬𝘦𝘮 now needs to try to hold the line. Seekers get cleared. Looks like they miss each other.
Gini ya, tai.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 gets himself into window. Texture situated near the archers. Finds 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦. Now the man advantage in the hands here of GENG.
Kenapa di pick ya?
Estrella ada ini, Corcon sama Faktor.
TP bait. Try to draw some attention
Iya,
with
pakai.
Texture. Not really falling for it.
Udah nggak usah
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮
ngasih operator.
just eating this util. Staying
nice
still,
anjir.
but Estrella puts that operator down on the
Nice
floor. Got one of the spike.
nice
The
anjing.
clear out, flip, trying to get the angle. Once
Nice
to make
anjir.
sure that he can get the spray to connect.
Nice,
He'll find the
Gila,
headshot.
jantan.
RRQ will rescue the
Oh ya
round.
kan kita makan durian bareng ya?
I love that approach from
Udah.
RRQ. They know that again Meteor is going to be tucked somewhere on the site, so it's more of the duelists just doing their job right. They're brushing every single corner of it. You see 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮.
Mumpung terus jalan game-nya, anjir lah. Yang terasa gue tak gue itu.
Just cannot relay the information to his team.
Nice banget
He
anjir.
gets a couple of the picks,
Akuan.
sure, but because of that quick trade, because of how they're able to secure that backside with the help of 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, it just does not matter. RRQ realizes and has been
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮.
pressing Meteor
Bacanya
on that
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮
B
sih.
side very frequently.
Really good movement from Estrella as well
Kalau
in that last
di
round.
luar sih
Rotating
itu.
Bagus amat.
out from elbow,
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮.
not wanting to try to challenge over towards
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮.
window.
Kalau di luar.
Jeder.
Block. It just goes to the
Kalau ini
flank
kan
on tunnel. Texture,
nama
however,
Indok
now
ya.
is going to be darted up.
Jeder.
Does make his way out to
Tapi
safety.
menurutku Jemkin
Mild amount of damage taken
entry-nya
from him.
nggak strong banget sih. Cuma at least
Munchkin,
bisa berani
classic
entry
in
gitu.
hand, looking to try to hold the door. And
Oh nice anjing.
more. We'll just go ahead
Aduh,
and lock
agak
on
oke.
Locky in the meantime. It's finding 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮. It's going to be both Vipers eliminated from the equation here as 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 really wants to try to break open this
Sumpah
corner,
ih,
but it's actually
Bani kayak
Nice banget.
Diko ya anjir.
Estrella and 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 both get involved.
Diko.
Kanan kiri doang gila.
One swing onto the
Anjing,
corner.
anjir.
Oh, yep, that's going to be a dink right through the corner there.
Yoru sekarang makin sering di-pick. Yoru ini kan di-pick di bis buat nge-counter setup
Takes him down. That leaves
trapnya.
Meteor on his lonesome to see if there can be
Viper
any
ya?
additional damage dealt here to the economy.
Aduh, sama bantu duelis masuk sih sebenarnya.
Slowly, but as he's jumping up over top of the box, I mean, this is just an
Estrella ganti
impossible
dasar.
stat to try
Umur
and
3 lu di
Estrella tuh
back.
bagus. Totem gak sih? Totem? Totem, cok.
corner. Shots just not quite connecting.
last boss
Straight
nih.
in the leg, but now down to 39
Boss
HP.
terakhir
It
nih,
just
Cok,
seems like
Meteor.
an inevitability here. Meteor just wants to try to keep them involved around the side as much as possible, but eventually he will die.
Cimo nggak bisa Inggris.
It's a slow death, right? For Meteor there.
Susah sih kalau emang
They weren't gonna chase
bahasa
him anymore.
universal nggak bisa
I think
sih.
Iya
RRQ
kok, enggak.
finally
Tapi
got
kayaknya
the
nggak-
lesson.
maksudnya nggak lancar kali
Don't
kayak
chase
like-
any player of GENG.
Iya sih waktu itu nggak terlalu lancar sih.
Oke, oke
You wanna
aja.
show how much
Iya,
macho
oke kan?
you are, how much dominance you
masih
can
bisa
bring
ngobrol.
versus GENG.
Ya,
Something
mungkin
can
untuk
always
daily
be turned on you
conversation
when it's
bisa
them.
ya.
I have to say though, you mentioned how Estrella's been
kalau
good at
teknik
those
in-game
rotations.
Mungkin
RRQ
kalau
went
Estrella
Yang dia
sama
lebih
sama
gampang
Alex,
nggak sih?
He always finds
Ngomong
the
Korea.
timing on
Iya, ngomong
that
Korea.
record notifies to get at least one pulse
apa
in.
kemarin dia bilang
That's
apa?
good.
Rush.
Kalau teknik in game lebih gampang, dia nggak suka ikan.
Front
Apa?
lines, everybody else now needing to pull away.
Oh iya iya dia nggak suka ikan.
Not much damage found as well. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮,
I don't
78
like
now puts on
fish.
the mask. Into the dimensional drip, the push out, and 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 is ready for it.
Nice
Things now
banget
can come
Jemkin
down.
itu dia. Gue baru
Several
ngeliat
knives
itu
being
kill
expended there
anjing.
from Texture. That leaves him with nothing but a classic to pop out. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 actually.
Dari Yogi Koi anjir Bani.
Being finished off and deja vu. Might not be a sheriff this time, but same position.
Nice guys. Aduh gila nice. Map 3 yuk.
Map 3 ini
Continue
Gas.
on their merry way.
Tapi
Now
kadang nggak
7
suka di
rounds
balap
to 2.
Ci. Anjir lah.
second half-nya
Yeah,
suka
same
ini
thing, right?
anjir.
It's the
Suka blunder,
ability
anjir.
of Estrella to scout
Nggak,
cleanly here for
kita
RRQ.
nggak boleh
Really
ngefans,
that
kita nggak
information, whether it's verbal
Okay, okay.
or again just being able to tag
Bisa,
someone,
map 3.
and then immediately as that happens, you see Jemkin, you see 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮. Go, go, go.
GENG
Just
kemarin
charge
peringkat
in,
berapa,
get
guys?
that
Maksudnya?
contact, get that trade, and RRQ does not
Yang
let up.
terakhir tahun lalu.
This is a great
Saya
rally
win whole day
match
god.
for
Yo
RRQ.
S.
They look to make this into
Tapi
a
tadi ya
three
sih
mapper.
yang map sebelumnya.
Kill RRQ almost kebagi rata. Iya bagus. Bagus emang harus gitu aja.
Okay. Takes up the orb and everything.
Icebox-nya RRQ
Fury back
kurang.
online.
Oh,
Only more
bisa
being
dia
find that
icebox.
opening
Wah
kill.
mampus dong.
Try to set things up with their own depth, and there it is.
Tapi-
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 just spamming away, catching Munchkin now.
Tapi
Identifying
soalnya ada
Lucky
Jemkin,
and
dia kan
backside.
nge-jam.
He'll come up with one.
Betul.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 going to be taken down.
Gila,
Kan
Lord
duelisnya
kita itu,
Takut
Low.
cok.
Lord
Halo,
IJ.
lari lo lari
Either of these
Lord.
sheriffs in the hands here would be able to find a couple. Jump on top of the wall.
Agai,
As he look down,
bawa sih.
Oke, bawa lu gaya Tuhan,
right here in front
nice.
of him, he eventually finds it. They're all
Nice.
depth, still going to be invested.
Kok aku delay ya?
I know there's only a couple rounds left and they want to secure this as the game.
59, 58, 57, 56.
These guys are gonna push
aku
that.
terasa
I love the pinch coming in
Apa?
from this one, and they didn't lose any control in A. They just had that great lure coming in from
Goatku
Ellie.
mana?
So might as
Goatmu
well just
udah
keep the press on A, right? And now look at this.
udah
He's
main
gonna
di
have that flank
tier 2.
in
Tier 3.
supposedly mid
Tier
good
dua.
Alasannya
timing.
kenapa dia
While the rest
tier
of RRQ
turun tier,
just
bro?
wait for
Iya.
that contact as Genji's already on the
Turun
side.
dia sudah.
Give silence on both answers.
Orang
Yes,
pas
he
di
does.
interview aja Iwok
Sparrow will
bilang
find the
kok
last
Nice.
one.
dia RRQ tuh cuma
RRQ,
kurang
I mean,
entry power
Now
doang.
building up a
Tapi game juga menurut gua nggak terlalu gimana banget.
Iya, nggak segila
GENG.
mainnya nggak segila governor, mainnya
Talking
nggak
about
segila
how many rounds
bass
they need
gitu
to
loh.
try to get here.
Bener sih.
On this
Mungkin
defender's
Bass
side.
emang iya.
Flip comes in. Right
Kayak
now,
lebih
they haven't been able to
Foxy
find
nggak sih yang
anymore.
lebih kayak
Like
gas
that's the difference
ngeng.
Kalau
of
Bass tuh lebih
Genji
berani
facing against Team
ngentri
Secret that was
sama
very slow, very
ada
timid,
backupnya
to an
kan ke
RRQ
Sinan sekarang.
that is aggression personified
Tapi
here
ya
on
Foxinan tajam
Breeze.
banget kok sekarang.
And it's
Iya,
working
Jir.
out so
Foxinan
well
jago
for them.
banget.
Again, there's going to be the timeout call
Tuh,
here.
oh ya lupa,
Once again, by
James.
Genji, they've used
James Bond.
basically everything that they've had on this
James Bond
not
nggak
basically,
bakal
but they've used
main.
every,
Belum main di Xbox.
um,
Icebox.
yeah, again, timeout that they had on this first half just to try
Harus
to
Calvin
deal
sih yang jadi
with
entry.
this stellar RRQ offense. It hasn't
Anjir
really
lah.
worked
Tapi
out. You're
Genji tuh
seeing
ya.
Genji slowly start to
Genji tuh entah
slow
kenapa
down a
selalu
little bit here in
bisa
terms of those
apa dapat tembakan
falling
aneh
back
kayak
into
tuh the
sights.
smoke lah,
Once again,
tuh
as
the
you saw,
viper screen
RRQ
lah,
pushing out
350
throughout
lah.
his wall
Eh,
short
hoki
for
350
safety.
mereka
But then
Thrifty-nya,
RRQ
iya, thrifty-nya tinggi sih.
through the smoke works out, opens up the sight,
Genji.
and then it has happened multiple
Tapi
times.
sih ini juga jago banget.
Question here for
Texture.
Genji is
Iya.
now that they
Jetnya
actually
gila,
bought
Jir.
the operator on texture, yeah, he did.
Sama
How
sekarang kan ada
proactive is he
si Kak,
going
ini
to be
Karon
with
belum
this, or
nyalain
how
nih Karon.
successful will he be with this when there's just so
Bisa nih,
many
bisa, guys.
factors to try to deal with the flashes? with the
Kemarin
smokes.
apa sama PRX sih Karon gila ya.
No operators. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 has one as well. Could end up being a swap off if they get into a post plant, hand that over to 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮, but 𝘧𝘰𝘮 himself, in his past, especially as a player
Nonton gak Stel nonton?
in ranked, going to be very
Kamu
well
lanjut, Lik, atau
versed
cuma
with this
sampai RRQ?
operator.
Enggak, satu doang, Ci. RRQ dong. Di sini kamu pindah ya.
Watching.
Kamu ke Kanap. Kenapa ya? Kanap
Probably not
stream.
fully believing.
Dia,
But
dia
now-
satu doang atau?
It's that gate crash, spam into the
Oh, itu
corner.
nggak tahu deh.
Shot, it does take a
Portal.
little bit of damage.
Yeah.
Here's the reveal.
Mati gila banget anjir Bani. Aduh, kesian banget, sumpah. Ya Tuhan, Bani.
Tahun laki banget.
Gonna be found.
Kesian anjir.
So far, just the one for one.
Keinjek anjir
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮
anjawnya.
worked dangerously low on HP. Swing onto the corner,
Kemarin
texture
RRQ udah main di
again.
Xbox. Senang.
Out aiming, out reacting his opponents. Comes up with yet another one.
Oh shit
Meteor
man.
will find the finish. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 gone. It seems like the second timeout burn here in the first half is going to result in
Safe dah.
win streak broken here.
That's what they were just looking for, right? The traps in the back of the site, especially when Flipside goes in with that with that gate of his.
Oh, Meteor had spotted him, but he gives away his
Oh,
position.
anjir, nice, anjir.
Nice banget Kak, guys.
Harga ini bos.
That
Nice, anjir.
50-50 that was trying to
Aduh,
set
ya
up
Tuhan
that
Yesus.
tiny much.
Alah.
Texture.
Kenapa ya?
Right over
Kenapa
his
di pick
head.
anjing sama Wewe?
Trying to identify where the plan was at.
Masih ada, oh udah nggak ada
Second too
anjing.
late, can't find it.
Serem banget anjing.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 on his lonesome inside the pit. The bites are available.
Hehe.
Trying to give himself up.
Oh,
Flash
shit,
comes in,
man.
full blind connecting. Nobody on GENG.
Tenang, ngadap.
Push forward.
Dikit banget pick ya Tuhan.
Spots it.
Nice anjir.
Headshot coming down. The first bite going to be let loose. Texture pushing forward. Does he have anything else?
Bisa
other than
dapet
just this
sih, bisa
operator?
sih.
Or is he going to try to just barrel
Patch
stuff
Maestro
in?
anjir dia.
Second
knows.
bite let loose. He knows where he's
ketahuan
at.
dari
The
mana?
pit now being dropped, but the time dwindling.
Toxins going up.
Swing onto the corner. Texture gets the shot, but I don't think he has the time. No, he does not.
Nice, tapi nice.
realized that
Walaupun
sprint away.
what the fuck di flick anjir.
What looked like GENG,
Itu bayin
a
tamnya
round
bagus
that they
sih.
should have been able to win, is taken away from them by
Good,
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮 in a pit.
Last round before the switch.
Excuse me, first before
Si VPN-nya kita dengan bareng kan pukul ya.
Texture. What
Udah keren TP
I want
malah
to see
kena
him
trap.
versus
Here.
Xgrid.
Nice,
Please,
nice.
in terms of just being amazing op players, right?
Very well happen.
It probably
Good
will.
banget.
And now let's go to great heroics
Here, nice
for
banget, anjir.
before there.
Dapit.
But look at just how
Good
well
pit, nice pit.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 was able to create that tempo for himself. He knew that his opponents were just gonna come
Bunny nggak
somewhere in
main,
front of
anjay.
him. As he got that first kill onto 𝘧𝘰𝘮, gets out of his own Viper pit just to make sure that Texture can't trace where his positioning was outside of that one kill.
Okay, 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 on the dash in, did spot Karon. at least for a brief little moment, but 𝘰𝘯𝘓 going to be taken out of Meteor. Catches 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 at the same time. 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 able to find 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, pushing his way in towards the double doors there.
Oh, gila.
Gets the headshot,
Lagi.
Meteor goes down.
Crazy headshot anjay.
Noting Karen trying to get him, but his knives just kind of connecting inside of the pyramid. Now 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 going to be taken
Kulit
out, so
mulu
it's
babi
just these
ini.
two players left here on the site. Vandal as a backup. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮 is
Wow,
about to come.
what the fuck?
He gets the
Anjir,
headshot
Ci.
before the wall can come up. Looks for another one. Quick dash out.
Dari door.
Blind though, Estrella was stunned up, ends up falling. Now it all falls.
Lu anjir.
𝘧𝘮𝘮 to see whether or not he can clutch this. Pushes it. Oh, he gets him. He swings to the corner. No, he denies the clutch. It would have been gorgeous. But in the end,
Dia udah bener-bener texture, udah
Anjir, udah jago banget anjir.
third
What the
round win.
fuck?
He could have even waited for the wall to go down, I think.
Aduh.
Trying to deal with the
Damn.
1v1 against 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮.
Switching sides.
I believe so.
Anjir.
What
A bit of an overheat moment there from
Anjir.
𝘮𝘮𝘮 was really feeling it perhaps.
Bani ngisi slot aja.
Decided to try to
Nyuruh Bani
push the
dual
tempo,
decoy.
believe in himself.
Anjir, geli sih, geli sih.
Itu 2 round loh sebenarnya Aki.
That was all still placed as
Masih
well
bisa
by...
nge-closing
Iya anjir.
yang si
Oh,
David
well, I
tadi
think
tuh.
like Dexter's
Nggak ngebunuh sama sekali
pressure has-
sisanya,
I
anjir.
know guys, I didn't see too much of the kills from Dexter on that
Nggak
round,
sebenarnya
but
cukup buying time
ultimately
sih.
led
Nggak harus
to
pick
a lot
aja
of the
tadi.
players
Si 𝘧𝘮𝘮 ya?
of RRQ
Iya, Cok.
trying to go even faster than
Tapi gue kira tadi dapet loh akhirnya. Soalnya belum siap jir kayaknya.
also allowed Kharon as
Harusnya
also allowed
bisa.
Tapi never mind,
Astra
anjir.
to get or
Nggak
Meteor
kena.
and Kharon to get
Nggak kutukan ini.
these
Menang
picks
pistol
for
round,
𝘧𝘮.
aman.
And then it's just
Mereka harus menang
matter
pistol
of
anjay.
still having better
Kalau kalah
utility
pistol
to
sih
put 𝘧𝘮 in a position where
Terbalap.
he either had to overheat
Iya, gampang terbalap anjay.
whether he had to go big
Curse
or
Lickers
go
nggak ada
as we
curse
saw.
di turnamen VCT.
Gak ada curse buat RRQ, Cok.
Still solid advantage
Map
mark.
3, map 3.
Yeah,
Ya bisa
really
yuk.
monstrous one here for them.
Gila tuh satu
But not
kunai, satu kunai,
impossible
gila.
for 𝘧𝘮
Jadi
Anjir,
either.
jago banget sumpah.
It could all start here.
Gak ada
Pistols
replaynya? Gimana sih?
able to close out both
Itu
on
marah-marah.
Lotus.
Gimana sih ini anjir VCT? Observer halo?
Suka
Here
gua,
on Braze,
kalau
but
suka gua nih. Udah
Apa
keren
sih?
RRQ
Comeback
nggak ada
could
replay
begin
malah.
Tahu
this round
anjir.
win here in the second.
Tadi gitu anjir babi ini. Pilih kasih.
RRQ's pretty
Enggak
set
jago, tadi
standard.
aku pergi
Get your
bentar.
wall
ada
for A
urusan.
main. It dips enough on mid that should be able to push
Kita langsung
Pillar
ngelik. Mau gue kalau
just in
dibayarin.
case.
Apa? Kemana?
𝘧𝘮
Ini Korea.
realize
kamu mau
this,
ke
so
champion nggak?
they're gonna go for
Beneran
that
mau?
mid-inch, whether it's going
Serius?
to be
Mau
a
ketemu
tunnel
Kangkang?
to tunnel to B
Gua mau ketemu
or
Stark, ayo.
double door will
Ayo.
probably result in if they can get these early picks as well.
Serius, ini
as they
serius.
start coming in.
Beneran?
Ayo pergi
Kapan
ya?
sih?
Lob out there.
Gak tau.
Kan champion masih lama anjir, Shanghai kan?
Cleared, but
Iya.
multiple players had
Selama
shots.
anjay.
Yang
Forward
sih
presence
Korea
here.
sayang.
Ini nice banget sumpah. Ternyata jalan, what the fuck? Aaron. Tolong ya Aaron ya. Nice banget anjir.
Finishing shot there on a Munchkin to rescue the round.
Huge stuff
Bukannya-
from Kharon, but think about it,
Champion
they were
di
still
Seoul
trapped
sayang,
on mid,
yang di
had to
Shanghai
deal
Madrid Master.
with so many
Oh, yang Madrid
angles
dua-
of re-attack
yang
from
Madrid Master
RRQ
juga
here,
jadi
which
2 kali
RRQ
Master.
did not miss the
Oh.
chance to go as
Cuma
smart
yang
as
masih lama
possible
dong, akhir tahun,
because if
anjir.
they let
Agustus
𝘧𝘮 rotate out of there,
Agustus.
their chances to
Ada apa
punish
ya Agustus
would go
ya?
down
Nggak ada sih, udah nggak kuliah
So as we
harusnya.
see here on the replay, 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 knowing the
Udah
timing,
drop out.
pushing out.
Aduh, aja ya bulat. Pukul ya. Gila. Pukul nih, pukul. Mau, ayo Ci.
Ayo, nabung ya.
Agustus ya? Iya nabung, janji. Kerja kayak kuda, let's go.
Kamu kayak Stark. Aku mau ketemu Stark.
Aku udah foto sama Stax.
Marshall in
Diem lu.
hand.
Lu foto cuma video call kan? Ntar aku foto asli sebelah-sebelahan sarangnya.
Gue juga.
Enggak, kamu udah sama kakak si botol emang.
Bertiga kita sama Stax.
Nggak mau.
Set up there, waiting to see if anybody is pushing forward in towards that outlaw.
Ini flip ngeliatin bawah. Oh, di knife flash.
Oh, that flip just went and straight up looked on his feet.
Dia di knife flash
Dart,
caster.
checking to see if anybody is crept close. Meteor
Gue mau jadi netizen.
Bunny.
out here in mid. Turn on the flash, drone coming down, gets the tag. Goes
Aduh,
back
jangan
pedal
banget
and
nggak
swing a
di-
little
nggak
bit.
di-
Flips
Nggak
trying to
di-pick ya?
punish.
Halo Rasya,
For now,
iya
just
sambil mama makan.
Being 𝘧𝘮 honest
Halo
and trying to
David,
keep them
bisa
trapped.
nitip Ci.
The ping's coming in.
Let's see ya.
Estrella well aware that this forward push could happen.
Wow, one more bro. Itu bro, kanan bro.
Halo, kasih tahu.
Opa kita nih,
halo,
bos.
halo.
Oh, ini dark sentiment tuh salah.
Straights here for the
Ente.
in the eco.
Apa?
They're on
Lagi
the
bagus nih
try
Syarifnya.
to recover this one.
Yang muter-muter tadi.
Ini nih, yang baru.
Soalnya dilepas.
Will now expire.
Itu yang baru ya?
Ada bundle baru ya, Ci? Yang
Ada
cuman
yang
pistol doang.
Munchkin,
Apa sih itu?
flash being sent out.
Bagus lah.
Way behind the
Ya Tuhan.
pillars
Oh,
there,
nice.
even at long range, he will be able to win that one out with the Spectre in hand.
S nggak sih?
Oke, kah?
Spike is
Forte.
still stranded. Straya able to
dia.
reach just to take out
Diambil,
Meteor before
anjay.
he can find him with the Sheriff. 4K here for the Sova and RRQ
Looking
up
good.
to 11.
Outlaw is turning to
Ini dia guys, let's go. Menang bonus nggak sih?
I
Menang.
guess a bit awkward that the
Ada
spike
Outlaw.
was first taken away from GENG,
Spike
and then
down.
GENG realized
Tapi
this
gue
time
Oke.
we
sedih
gotta try
sih
to
Lik,
pick it up
kalau
again.
misalnya DRX
Still
nggak ke
though, there
champion
was a
terus
world
kita
where
kesalahkan.
the pinch that was coming through Arch
Derex nggak champion, kita ke sana.
maybe make that
Maksudnya
value,
kan
but
kita
Australia
nggak
was
masuk.
too good on that outlaw to
Masih
really be a true
nonton nggak
possibility
sih?
here for GENG.
Yeah, I mean, look how far ahead he is
Oh
right
iya
now as
kan,
far as that
Sol ya?
ult charge is concerned.
Iya.
He's been
Harusnya
absolutely
ya.
fragging here on this map.
Terus ternyata mereka langsung sekali kan sedih banget. Gue samperin aja dia DM.
Waktu itu stuck sini, Ci. Suka ikut watch party-nya Tarik.
All the way up.
Oh iya.
Pasti
Ntar gua
ada.
SKSD sama Tarik.
Here
Bang
is
Tarik.
spot where
Anjir.
Anjay.
Aduh, gue juga pengen banget foto sama Tarik, anjir.
tuck away, see if anyone's gonna come
Idola.
walking forward and not check
Emang
that
semua
trap
orang
door.
mengidolakan Tarik. Nggak tahu ya, aku
Ya,
jarang
soalnya-
ngambil sih.
Kan
Lucu
tuh
ya?
watch, Ci. Lucu
Escape mission
banget.
did expire already, so he has to
Tapi
either
lucuan
reset
Alex.
it up or just
Ah, bisa
push
aja, Cimo.
forward.
Ngaca dong.
Halah,
He's
Recon
gonna
yang
check
nggak
the
ke
way Munchkin. Munchkin's about to actually hit
tembak.
that.
Bani
He
apa
wants the cider.
Jago nembak orang
Four
lagi
up.
Foto sama Tarik aja.
He actually backs away from it.
Palu
Texture,
basah.
I mean, just absolutely convinced that there's somebody on
Iya.
the opposite side of that
Betul
wall.
Kak Dani.
He would be right.
Tinggal anjir.
Boleh Sunar kalau lolos.
Looks like for now it's just gonna be the
A guy with the deagle.
creep up,
Aku nggak suka
maybe the
cowok.
pop,
Palu
Enggak.
basah.
way up here
Sih
through the
nggak suka
double door.
cowok.
Jemkin pops
Contoh,
the flash,
contoh.
takes the pull,
Contoh, makasih.
blind, has to try
Aduh,
to dash
aduh.
back. Lakia
Aduh,
finds the kill.
Jem.
Karen getting himself a second one as the Australia does, but
Aduh,
then
gue
Outlaw
gak tau apa yang
uses
terjadi.
Spike,
Trade-nya
another
cepet
kill.
banget anjir.
Oke, threadnya bagus jalan sih.
Let's go,
Flip.
let's go.
Wrapping
Flip
around
lu
from the back.
nge-whip sih bener-bener.
Aduh, ya Tuhan.
Second meteor just
Gak
pulled up the
apa-apa.
fight for a brief
Nyicil.
moment there.
Nice.
Tell me more
Guy,
around.
guy, guy. Oh,
Suddenly a 1v1.
let's go, guy.
The Guardian
Ini
recovered.
senjata kesukaan lu anjir.
Seri Hagai
Finding
bisa
the
nih.
dart, the swing onto the
Hagai.
glass.
Aduh, ya Tuhan, yes.
Hagai mas.
Here. Fancy footwork, but shots. GENG
Apa teh namanya
will
tuh?
be able to find themselves
Kanan
in the fourth
kiri,
round.
kanan kiri.
Guardian cha-cha-cha. Just to see who gets the win
Skopnya
on
mana
it.
skopnya?
Man, that was so close to.
Ente dah, Ci.
I
Ada
thought
yang lihat,
that
guys.
Itu jauh
Jemkin
banget
hit
sih,
enough
tapi.
on fence that he wasn't gonna get full blinded.
Aduh, ini
by
udah bagus
that
tuh.
guiding
Threadnya
light.
jangan terus Bani
And you saw
dapet.
the
Iya,
panic in
anjir.
his eyes or the
Dapet.
panic in his movement. Once he
Malas
actually
bos
got
cok
that, he
itu tuh
couldn't,
si
he couldn't just stay there. He was gonna get scanned, so he had to counterburst himself out.
Nice
Again,
banget itu
Tailwind
trapnya.
as well. Tried to hold for a fight. Unfortunately, he dropped the texture and just could not hold the sight. There were some great trades from
Kanan
RRQ
kiri,
here,
kanan kiri.
but if
Enggak,
only
Sunar.
Jemkin could have held a little bit
Bisa,
longer,
bisa.
it could have maybe been something for RRQ.
Opening dart there from Estrella, not going to be spotting much of anything. For GENG.
Kok ada yang kuat banget sih, Ci? Apa sih?
Bukan BG, itu caster Koreanya anjir.
Oh, anjir. Gue
Mereka main di
bingung.
gereja, cok.
Gue kira dari rumah gue, anjir.
Aduh, lucu banget lagi Alex.
Udah.
Not going to see anything at all over in the hall.
Scanning ahead.
This is still fairly split here from GENG. You still have Charon and Meteor just sat inside of A main, just statuesque, not making any sense.
The side position is going to be key here.
Aduh,
At least if
mantap
Tunnel
nih
gets
gue.
pushed, he's going to be able to react in time. And they're so aware of that. Look at the push and the rotation.
Aduh, guys, dikit lagi guys, sumpah.
Scary texture, tag down to 5 health.
Sabar nggak sih?
So you're not going to be able to find the elimination. The heals have to come through there from Lakia.
Nice anjir.
Can get texture back up the full
Aduh, 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 aduh. Oh,
Sparrow
nice anjir.
swinging back around
Apa
the
nih?
pyramid. 5-1. Here does manage to counteract, however. Neural Theft now going to be slapped down. Cam at the ready. Toggles into that one. Jemkin dashing
Tapi ini orang
back. Goes down a
posisinya
cloud
bagus
burst.
sih si Meteor.
Si Meteor ya.
Himself moved up over towards the bridge now. Texture breaking things open, finds one in and mid. The drop down.
Aduh, ya Tuhan
Tray
Yesus.
of the door now tapped. They know exactly where 𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮𝘮 is. The spike planted.
Aduh, anjir gila si Meteor.
Around into
Oh
his
gila
hands.
si Meteor ini.
4K to get GENG up to 5.
Berat, berat.
Padahal udah
Man,
lepas
what a
ikut
fate
loh.
from GENG too. They couldn't find any picks on B, but they still had two players able to push in on that A site. It's Meteor and Charon here. Charon does get traded very quickly, but Meteor just holds an angle, and RRQ are so unaware of that. You saw the
Hanyong
trap of
naman.
Jenkins. He was thinking, maybe Meteor just doubled up with his
Comeback
teammate.
manis enggak anjir,
Went back
pukul ya.
to A
Enggak
side.
comeback.
No,
Nah,
he
ini
holds
bisa nih.
orange, gets that one kill. Again, RRQ unaware of this, picks up the second, just cleans up for the third. Absolutely beautiful stuff here from Meteor and GENG with some godly calls just to confuse RRQ's rotation.
Probably a bit of a sigh of relief right now from the coaching staff on GENG because they burned both their timeouts within the first 10 rounds of this map. So they have been leaving GENG to their own devices. But now with RRQ, Ewok feeling the pressure, not wanting them to get back into this map.
Semua
Even though it's
cium
still a
bawa
6-round
comeback. Enggak
deficit,
anjir.
Solo can
Nanti
impart
foto
some
bareng lo
knowledge
tiba-tiba
here
ngalik.
and observations over
Gila
the
gue
team.
pukul lu.
Let's see whose
Comeback.
information is gonna be
Giginya
more
comeback
valuable.
enggak.
So
Web 3
RRQ
lah.
certainly
Biar seru.
at least wanting to just get that map locked in, get themselves up.
Sumpah
12 so
itu
they have map point.
caster
Just
Koreanya
2 steps away, right?
mengganggu
Tembus ya
banget
masuknya.
anjir.
Masuk ya.
Kenapa
Yeah.
masuk anjir? Bisa
Kamu
nggak
Kamu
gitu?
tau gak sih kalau di Indo
Take a bit of a
Oh.
beat
Kita.
down.
kita misalnya
It is just
udah
gonna be the
selesai
half
match
by
nih.
someone.
Yeah.
Estrella,
Terus
he
kan
wants to showcase
biasa
how much
ini kan sebelum highlight kan
accuracy he
ngobrol-ngobrol
has
dulu
with
kan.
these
Iya.
more
Itu ada
one-tap,
suara
one-kill weapons.
ada
So he's
suara
got himself
host
the Guardian.
interview di
Everyone
sana
else
masuk ke
is
kita anjir.
somewhat underneath that in terms of firepower.
Jadi aku ngomong nih sama caster Indo, tapi di belakangku tuh backsoundnya lagu sama
Bisa kok gitu?
suaranya si host nggak ngerti. Selalu kayak gitu.
Just to jump over the top of it and
Oh,
hold
Pokoknya
right here.
habis match pasti gitu.
Spotting this.
Ih,
He's gonna
Oh.
swing back into him and he's not ready
Ya
for it.
Tuhan.
Back to heavy texture.
Mau dong.
Can't find the kill. That are now arriving around that corner, but with the stinger in hand, you wouldn't be able to do
so
too much of
hard.
anything,
Oh
and
my God,
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦
second
also
half
has his head
lagi
taken
lagi.
off. Jumping around, Locky able to find 𝘃𝘰𝘮𝘮.
Iya kok
We'll
Dani.
send out a bit of a warning shot
Mungkin
there.
kumpulin itu aja or kamu ulti lagi.
3 players alive. This is a very awkward split here for RRQ.
Ih, ganggu banget sumpah.
Not
Para
available.
casternya.
Masih nggak stabil sih kok Dani menurut aku.
What the fuck man?
Lihat-lihat aja gimana ceritanya mainnya
So long,
menangnya,
Estrella.
menangnya kayak gitu. Gimana ceritanya cok.
Outdone by a
Mau menang
Guardian.
susah anjir.
Now the full push.
Suara khotbah masuk. Iya anjir.
𝘃𝘰𝘮𝘮
Terlalu keringan
comfortable. Just
picknya
go ahead
anjay.
and rush over towards this B
Gua nggak mau
site.
comeback tapi
Dari
takut
util.
comeback.
Now being sent over to 𝘃𝘰𝘮𝘮. Trying to make his way, but that
fuck.
Trailblazer is going
Oh,
to
shit,
deny
man.
everything.
What
Doesn't
the
get the
fuck?
opportunity to fire his
Semangat
weapon.
Jamkin. You are alone.
With the Guardian, he's got cash. I mean, he could try to save it, but dealing some damage might be what's on his mind.
Jujur
Either way,
guys
he'll start making
mending
his way back over towards the
Zero
defender
daripada
spawn.
Estrella.
See if he can find anything.
Gak tau sih.
Yeah, 𝘃𝘰𝘮
Shiro emang jago sih, cuman nggak tahu ya.
He's been
Oh.
hit or miss this
Sampai
entire
ke
second
Inter
year,
or no.
actually, this entire series. He's gonna get
Beda loh.
those sick
Apa
highlights.
namanya
Then there's
Pressure-nya.
something like this. Yeah, he
Internasional,
sure wins
iya.
the fight against Munchkin, but
sama
takes too much of that damage.
Bener.
Maybe hit
Indo.
more exit
Zero
frags,
udah
Oh.
SEA Games kan?
but I could be proven wrong.
Oh, kemarin.
Not able to get it. Still
Beda sih,
advancing forward as Locky goes for the wide
Ini
swing.
internasional lawannya
So, 𝘃𝘰𝘮𝘮
Korea,
was
ntar
wearing
belum
a
ketemu
back.
Indonesia Indonesia nggak sih?
ketemu Euro.
Kalau sorenya masuk.
Unable to find the
Bukan,
reaction
bukan
and
dance.
shot.
Bukan 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘵𝘮𝘮𝘦. Ini emang dari sananya
Round
anjir.
win streak. Trying to claw this one back. Still 5
Saya
Bukan.
to tie it up.
khotbah.
That was a
Emang dari
question
sananya.
It could
Mending
have
yoi.
been honestly
Anjir, Yei,
something
cupu gitu,
if
Cok.
he wasn't spotted
Kenapa ya iya jadi gitu, Ci?
through that jump
Sumpah
on
dia
elbow.
kayaknya nggak nyaman sih
Recheck
agentnya
that.
aku rasa.
Lu pas optik jago banget anjir.
We'll take it.
Agentnya sih nggak nyaman.
RRQ back
Mana
up the
masa
full and
iya,
Jem
main
Apa di follow
five
juga
sih?
segala macem.
Actually,
Sama itu Marv
himself up the
gitu-gitu.
operator. Where is he playing
Dia
at?
jago
Oh,
banget.
walls, but
Jadi
that mid
gitu, anjir.
smoke
Wah ini
will
mid
sih ya.
possibly
terus
allow a
dapat
double
terus, Cok.
door push.
Aku cuma bawa cubit pipi. Nggak ada ya, cubit pipi lu.
He sends out a couple shots, misses everybody. Now texture entering, finds 𝘃𝘰𝘮𝘮 back orange.
Nggak ada Jamkin cabut sih kata gue.
𝘃𝘰𝘮𝘮 with the operator, just trying to make
Kalah
sure that
orang
nobody's going to
terus
be pushing
anjay.
up walls here.
4 lawan 5, 4 lawan 5, 3 lawan 5.
Dimensional drift available. See if it comes into play. but
Safe
no
lah,
luck
udah
here.
safe lah.
Shutting him down. Finding
Ya
the kill,
Tuhan
really more
Yesus.
Kok main
fun.
sendiri-sendiri
Texture
gitu sih?
finds himself
Makanya nggak bareng-bareng anjir.
Now they just have to go for the save.
Nggak ada
Dashboard.
util, ngepick
It's such a rough
sendirian,
spot.
keringan.
Australia will be able to peel
Udah
some
safe
pressure.
safe.
Nah ini
Takes
gimana
out
menang
one
ini?
Mundur.
They both just try to peel
Operator
back
bang,
up.
Argon.
Operator
This is
Ciseo.
the rotation here from Meteor. He is going to look for this catch. They want to take all these weapons away from RRQ.
Aduh, belakang lu bang.
More gone.
Oh main.
He's making a lot of noise too on this B side.
Stomping around. I don't think he's ready for this at all.
Wah nice try sih
Just
ini.
behind the wall.
Wah,
looking
dicucuk
towards the
kah?
spawn.
Cucuk.
Shot goes
Oh
out.
enggak.
Meter ngeselin
Drops
banget
down
kok.
and Meteor
Ya, gimana
is
dong?
ready to
Gak bisa
collect.
diem anjir.
Asking his teammate, do you want this? They say no. Op will remain on the ground, but GENG will continue
Kayaknya mendingan
plowing
kalau
on.
mereka nggak mau
GENG just
nggak
feels
mau
like
maksudnya nggak
after
bisa
these
fight
timeouts
satu lawan
and
4 satu lawan
everything,
5 mendingan mundur
one
sih.
step
Ini
forward
Xpero udah mau mundur
every
sebenarnya
single
cuma
round.
Keculik ya.
And it's putting
lebih
RRQ
cepet
in
teksturnya
such a
cok
decrepit state.
ngedes masuk kan
GENG
Jay.
was kind of hoping that he gets a value off of this
Gimana
operator on Halls. Absolutely not. And I
Tapi
think the
tadi
problem
juga
here for RRQ
ngebuka itu
really
si
stemmed from that
siapa tadi yang
one
mati di mid?
starting round where
Siapa?
Haga ya? Baninya nggak kelihatan sih dari tadi.
you know, a couple of seconds more on that
Udah
shot,
hilang anjir tiba-tiba.
just to maybe dissuade, maybe even hit a couple of shots, but no.
Oh, more. He's so
Mereka
far
tahu
forward
ini
now.
Genji main mid terus. Sengaja nggak
He'll
mau
creep up from
fight
elbow
midnya.
to threaten him, but right up in
Oh
front.
nice anjir Hagai.
Happy shot.
Ayo
Sebenarnya
Hagai.
nggak salah.
Finding
Nah
Lockett.
gitu.
Sends out the near ult theft. The pings.
Belakang,
Goes
Cok.
through. Already he's gonna get dropped. Caron able to find the kill. The rest of the team not in a position where they can really try to capitalize. So in the end, it's just gonna be the 1-for-1, but information gained for RRQ.
Dapat satu ulti, let's go jam.
Let's get it pushed through the tripwire.
Targetnya sampai berapa?
You
Apa
can't
tuh
see the
target apa?
texture is aware that someone might just be
Nggak beli
lurking in that
bundle
position.
RRQ cuma
And
beli kali.
RRQ's
Gue mau beli 3
so passive
RRQ,
in
DRX.
this. Yeah, sure, there's the
Emang bisa-
forward push from �ヱ𝘋𝘯𝘵, but that's
Emang nggak bisa
about
beli
it.
yang gitu? Gak tahu.
Emang nggak bisa beli banyak?
Gak tahu. Gak tahu. Aku belum buka Ci.
Masa cuma beli satu?
At least a trade to give
Aku mau beli
the team.
DRX.
Oh Bani.
Very fast to the shot.
With the one tap.
Not getting the better of it.
Akhirnya ya.
Yuk bisa yuk match point
Kill
nggak bisa,
pulls
tidak
back.
sih.
The Magic Grip
Bisa,
still
bisa,
in
bisa.
his pocket
Clips
should he
ada
need
ulti,
it.
pakai nggak sih ultimu?
This double stack
Oh
on
dia
double
mau
door
pakai
has to
habis
pay off.
plan ya.
They were
Boleh
here
retake
Coba nih
dah.
meteor cok.
for the span of like a minute.
Dapat menang nih.
Oh nice anjir.
Nice.
Ambil.
Finds Meteor.
Main bro, dua-duanya.
RRQ
Oh
and
13 Akbar.
Retake bertiga.
attempt of all things.
Dempet.
They're finally going to be able to stop
Ayo
this
jangan
momentum
sendiri
from
gak sih?
GENG.
Aduh, ada ulti, Ci.
GENG still playing to
Masih
win.
ulti.
The pit
Ban.
comes down, the plant coming in
Bannya
with
ada
just 7
flash
seconds to
satu.
spare. The dimensional drift, they could use that
Ada
just to try
drone,
to
ada
identify
recon.
Munchkin's location.
Astral jangan mati
Sorry,
sih.
right? Especially with how the separation for both Munchkin and Karen have been.
Let's
Karen's actually
go.
gone on Orange. and
Boleh
yeah,
nih,
they're
nanti aku
activate
tembak
the
Tempat
drift.
gua ya guys. Mana nih?
Benar Dimas. Betul nah Dimas.
Oh.
They know that they wouldn't be able
Kalau
to see the
mencari
aura.
kesempurnaan tidak akan ada habisnya.
Ya Tuhan Yesus. Ya Tuhan Yesus. Ya Tuhan Yesus.
Astaga, what the fuck?
Sparrow, solo, the tap on the
David.
three of his own.
David, hail David.
The
David
defuse
selalu
comes
nge-clutch
through.
anjir.
RRQ will
Naikkan
move
gaji
up the
David.
map point,
Naikkan gaji
looking to
David.
tie this
David cok
with
gila.
a thrifty win.
Anjir.
Good God, the
Nah,
heroics from these Viper
Ini
players.
meteornya RRQ guys.
Okay,
Capek anjir gue.
take a
Tapi
breather.
kenapa sih
Check out the
babi.
replays.
roundnya deg-degan gitu
Great.
kai?
Iya.
Tactics all together here from RRQ.
Itu Munchkin
There were
kenapa
also
bisa-
some positions where they had to rig
Enggak,
something
si
again.
Bani
Of
enggak
course,
ini.
for
Enggak
spot
ketemu.
near the entryway of
Enggak
elbow,
ketemu si
and
Munchkin.
Enggak itu
that
Jemkin
double
gak ada
stack between the two
polos-polosnya
players
lewatin
of
toxic
RRQ just
screen
to get the
anjay.
catch onto the lurking
Cok.
meteor. And of course, 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮, which is that
Gak
kill
apa-apa sih
from
orang
Anjir,
X12
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮.
dulu match point dulu.
But man, Munchkin made a damn good case that that might have not
Ban.
have happened.
Ban.
Ban. Sumpah ban.
Little rope jiggle,
Ban udah ban.
pop flash in. Munchkin, well, he
Oh,
eats
kalau
the
bisa
full thing.
jenote.
Okay.
Gak apa-apa kena flash temen.
Some minor disjointedness there. As RRQ very much trying to just shove them away from this site. They're very much wanting this.
Di sini kata main David, tapi emang David kalau misalnya diberi sama gila aja jago banget.
Split holding
Dari
wide.
dulu.
Lockyer
Ya Tuhan Yesus Bani.
is able to open things up here. Paul now
Kena wanted.
broken open. Start creeping forward.
Mas David. Gak boleh gitu Zen. Udah mati mom.
This allows them to avoid the pit.
Tembus dong
Somehow,
dah.
right, especially if the neural tip now comes through. The Wizard
Wah,
has
1000
ready,
manusia di
chasing
sana.
forward. Spots it straight up for a brief little moment. Dart
Ayo
in.
Estrella.
The pings here is Meteor out onto Bridges. Now unable to stabilize the aim. He puts the
Astaga
damage in,
Tuhan
but cannot get the
Estrella,
kill.
oh my
Jemkin
god.
holding forward, sees the gun barrel, sees the shot.
Oh my
Still for
god.
the time being.
Look at that, but
Dapat dua
Very
yang
good play
Jemkin.
here from
tunggu
Texture.
Hagai.
Agak ya, ya Allah guys.
On the spot there, Jemkin meanwhile back on site, finds one, sends it to the cloud.
Aduh, aduh gak bisa aja. Tadi aku sama tekstur anjir.
GENG, they want to take this to overtime.
Now what about chicken too between RRQ and GENG
caster
on
overtime
Halls?
lu
Gila lu tahu masih 4 jauh-jauh.
At the
masih
first
4
contact,
cok
didn't
overtime
use any of his
bae lu.
conventional or
Ih, streamingnya berapa bitrate?
his
Jelek
gains.
kah?
Ini Bani
And
unlucky
then
banget sih waktu
6.000.
He starts moving up. That's when Lucky
Padahal
also
udah
did the
kamuflase
same.
loh si
What timing here for
Hagai.
GENG to go
Sama pohon.
again to get that contact immediately
Pesen dulu,
opening things
guys.
up. The Nurul have to follow up.
Mana
Halls,
utilnya,
everybody from that A side
mana?
that committed the
Gak ada sih Jemping
close
gak ada util.
AP
Habis.
defend, which was I think that was Jemkin and
Ya bisa yuk.
12 ada dush.
Kali gimana
Udah
nih?
kayak main badminton
Nggak tahu,
ada
gua
dush.
pusing
They
gue.
had no control in that backside whatsoever because they lost Flipside. So GENG was like, let's just keep pressing on. We already know we got this.
Jangan bang, tinggal 4 tuh dikit loh.
Mending trap nggak sih
Very
tuh kalau
big
kalau
round
emang
for
diterusin terus.
GENG to
Ini
win.
Cimomo caster. Iya Cimomo nanti casternya final.
They had just given up the round prior.
Katanya mending Cimomo casternya.
Desperately wanting to
Nggak
close this
ngaruh,
out.
anjir.
Use their second timeout, so no
Nggak ada bedanya.
intervention from the coaches unless we
Sedih
do
banget
in
ya,
fact
ntar kemarin aja
going
aku
to
nggak caster
overtime.
RRQ kalah.
Oh iya, jangan kalau gitu Ci.
Anjing.
4 rounds.
Tim cubit TV
Udah
Alip.
map juga
Pukul ya.
Right.
Cubit-cubit lu.
Sorry,
Very
to Star
difficult
Big.
rounds, but
Nanti Nestrel
now that
Alip.
they've broken the
Gue
economy
lagi
board,
pakai sofa shock datanya ke diri sendiri anjir.
this
Tapi RRQ kalau menang
is
lawan
looking
Genji 3 map
a
ini
lot
sih
better
mereka
for them.
dapat pengalamannya mahal.
Knives
Cok.
there for
Keras
Jemkin.
banget ini
Good.
Genji.
It's gonna be there.
Tapi dia dari dulu Araki ketemunya Genji mulu jir.
Flips.
Iya
Nggak
anjir.
pernah ketemu yang lain.
Enough to invest down onto a
Ini
Bulldog.
lebih
Genji
keras
lagi,
daripada
Genji
Genji
mulu,
tahun
Genji
lalu.
mulu.
Gila. Gak ada tekstur tahun lalu.
Push over towards double doors.
Nih, hole lagi.
Recon dart will get cleared by Meteor. Jemkin over the top, sends out a couple knives. Target not found.
Nge-wave mulu nih gue
Was
liat-liat.
risk though too. Is that they know that he's
Tekstur boleh sih dibunuh dulu.
already used up all of his
Atau nggak
mobility
dia pemain
tools,
terakhir dah.
so they can start to, I think, just compress and fight together in a certain spot here, so that they don't risk
Bani.
giving Jemkin any resets.
Tapi Bani
Ya, situ aja ban. Situ
Oke
bagus
lah.
bagus.
In here towards A main.
Oke lah
Situ,
10 kill lah. Tapi
Iya.
Staying
minus
put.
saya kayak dianya.
Oke. Gak apa, cuma minus 6.
See if he
Jangan
can
di-pick
spot
sih, Ban.
anything at all, but RQ,
Sabar
they're not
dia.
giving him any tells.
Nah,
Nah,
ayo.
setupnya tuh.
Nah, aduh kok kejit lagi kesian banget anjir.
For that
Mundur nggak sih, Jing?
texture, pulling his knives, rushing forward, trying
Jing
to
itu siapa?
push up into the
Anjir,
side,
nice
Meteor's
banget.
barrel.
Woi.
The jump,
Satu lagi bro.
Saya bantuan anjing. Aduh.
Headshot comes in,
Dia udah
Israel will
nge-wave loh.
fall.
Oh my god,
Standing.
itu
One
itu
shot
udah
must
nge-wave
before getting
texture
taken
berapa
out.
kunai, hello.
Thrifty this time around, not going to be coming through. We have to suspect that as we get ready to go into the next buy round, this is what the timeout is all about. But can RQ make it happen?
There's a cosmic divide on Charon too. That's gonna make it infinitely more
Tuhan
difficult.
Yesus.
to
Lihat tuh udah
see
nge-wave
how
berapa
strong
Iya anjir.
that separation is. Charon just knows exactly what specific
Tahu lah, udahlah,
cosmic
udahlah.
divide setup
Udah,
they
Bang.
want.
Gue AC dulu lah panas.
And it has been such a
Anjir, gua
blight
udah anget makin
on
panas nih,
RRQ's
anjir.
retakes.
Hari-hari
Big
sakit
issue here
kali.
too is they haven't even dealt with textures
Kenapa lagi nih orang?
operator on attack.
Stres kan?
Belum
Because they have to
belum.
hold these
Stress gue.
angles for information.
Iya,
Textures
yang
just
kalah
like,
pulang ini udah.
yeah, sure, I know where
Coba
you're
lihat
gonna
yang
beat
nice banget,
me.
siapa tahu ngaruh.
And
Oke,
he's
di sini
always
ya.
somehow managed to get that shot off.
He's looking forward again.
Nice banget yuk, bisa yuk, nice banget yuk.
Tapi RRQ tuh improve sih dibanding tahun lalu soalnya mereka
Oke ya.
ini aja dapat match point duluan terus kan.
In towards main. No
Kemarin soalnya
swing
IG-nya
out,
kayak nggak main anjir.
punish. Just let him go back.
Iya, nggak bisa, maksudnya nggak bisa
Now it's just
closing.
gonna be the camera.
Tapi emang
Kalau lawan tuh
jago
susah
sih
banget.
kemarin.
Emang jago.
Forward position.
Tapi dari dulu
Cuma
juga nggak
Raki
bisa
tuh
closing, Ji.
Outside the door. There's a trap wire on the
Iya,
far side that
maksud
we
aku
have to deal
kayak
with here. So
tahun lalu
shot
tuh lebih
goes
parah,
in,
nggak bisa
runs
entry, nggak bisa
in.
closing.
Oh
ngerti
iya
nggak lu?
benar.
Ini at least oke lah dapat entry,
Barrel widely
at least ada
open.
fight-nya
All
trap.
that just takes a little bit of
Meskipun
damage.
closingnya
Reza juga
susah
nggak
ya.
jalan dulu. Selalu kalah lagi kalau 1v3.
Up on top of the box
Baru gue
now.
bilang,
Pushes
nah,
in.
nah.
Looks at it, not
Wow.
Itu hello.
Texture.
Aduh, pala
Watches
gua
up a
sakit
second.
anjing.
Hunter's Fury
Tuhan.
was fishing.
More,
but it
more.
found absolutely nothing.
Kelihatan lagi
Dia,
ada.
Gunbarrel
dia
might have been
overthinking
spotted there. Either way,
sama
it doesn't
yang
matter. Charon with that shorty drawn out
double
takes out Elvin
door.
Moore. It's just Jemkin and Estrella left standing.
Running away.
Udah, save.
Yeah.
Nggak bisa cok.
So much money here
Sumpah,
from
satu lagi,
Gen G, though. They can
anjir,
very much
anjir.
afford to
Nggak ada
go
duit
for this
lagi.
hunt.
Tadi lu bilang
See
nice
Charon
banget.
starting to sprint over towards
Malah
that
ke
side of the
trade
map.
Tadi suruh gue
And he
bilang
punishes.
nice. Ih,
Monstrous.
kan gue disalahin
This is
emang
another
ya.
iteration of GENG's
Lihat nih,
Perempuan
push
salah-salah.
on Halls. right? They didn't have to over push and break that tripwire. All they were really hoping for, as what we saw with Meteor, is he throws out the cyber
Bagus sama
cage,
Karon.
then opens up the door so that
Apakah
again he threatens
pukul nih?
anybody from RRQ that's playing at the back of the site. Once that happens, they separate the site, they have Texture swap up to that 𝘂𝘂𝘮𝘮𝘮 and just start shooting
Nice anjir,
down.
Karon.
5 HP, 𝘂𝘂𝘮𝘮 lucky to be alive.
Itu aja masih kena loh.
Rest of Gen G
5
not
Iya.
HP
able
loh.
to get in a position
Anjir gak
to
logis, Cok.
finalize
bang
either
lah.
of those kills. As you can see
Betul
though,
nonton lagi.
cash
Kalau aku
wise,
sakit anjir nggak
not
bisa.
great. Maybe a guardian there for 𝘂𝘂𝘮𝘮.
Dari 93 loh, hello.
Iya
Really
anjir.
have to have somebody hold that pulse position.
Oh dimajuin sama Haganya.
Okay, they just bumped heads.
Harusnya dia majunya timingnya pas ini,
They
Cok.
used
Sebelum
Flipsider.
tapi
He lost a lot.
kelihatan
Tapi ada
tadi
jagain
jadi
tadi
kayak
Texture's been peeking it from time to time with an operator.
di info itu tadi sama
So
Texture.
RRQ, there you go. Look
Pusing,
at the
Cok,
swing.
kalau
gua
kayak
nontonnya
ngerasa masih
anjing.
pas BL.
Surely they start putting
pukul
more
nih.
bodies here, which they have. And RRQ's just, or GENG's rather, on the other direction on the map.
Udah please banget, jangan, aduh.
Mereka tuh mainnya
With
overthinking
no sights on
anjay.
mid, the poison orb cutting off Nest division.
Nggak pernah hit
Sure
me sih.
if anyone's actually
Padahal
crept all the way
kayak Genji
forward.
tuh
So
mainnya gitu-gitu aja tau gak sih?
wary of that for now.
Masuk berempat, satu ngeflank, ya kan? Kalau nggak
Salah
masuk
lagi,
all,
anjir.
masuk
Once
mid,
more,
double
just
door.
End up being this A site hit coming through as we see Karon Lakia start drifting back
Tapi
over
pas
towards that side of the
Genjinya
map.
masuk nggak ada util.
Oh, benar gak ada ngedelay.
He has a
Cok,
dart,
iya,
so
gimana itu
delay, anjir.
operator
he's
mau
just
mati,
checking it.
Cok,
He's just
mana
face checking it for
flashnya.
now. But probably once we hit
Tapi
like
iya ya,
around
David
4
juga nggak
seconds,
ngedelay
they
loh.
might start to think something's wrong.
Okay.
Langsung in aja masuk.
Info
Objective
udah,
number
udah.
1 achieved.
Udah nggak sih?
They've
Texture
noted
ini.
and figured out where
bukan
Texture's
EJ.
at.
Aduh,
Push
nice
out.
anjir, David.
Sparrow able to
Lagi
close
pit.
one on Meteor, who's
Pin
pushing on
David.
top of that poison, so does get vulnerable.
Posisi dia jelek banget.
Balik-balik. Nah,
Texture
cakep.
burns the dash.
Nah gitu, tutup
Already a bit of a win
pakai
here for the side of
Poison
RRQ.
Cloud.
Just getting that opening kill.
Oke, udah bagus, udah bagus.
Genji now trying to
Lari.
sense over towards B, which needs to be matched here by
Oh,
RRQ.
baik.
BBB.
Completely abandoned it.
Only a tripwire there.
Aduh,
Just
Tuhan
jumping into
Yesus.
position. Nobody's rotated for RRQ. They're so set in their ways
Loh,
that they
kok
think it's
nggak
going to be the A push.
Iya,
I think,
anjir.
no, I
Mau
think
bareng
there was
metik aja deh
somebody-
kayaknya.
Somebody had already deep lurked in towards B,
10
playing split
seconds.
away from the rest of
Woi,
the team, not
masuk bola
realizing
kali.
that Gen G was a full 5-man, getting
Aduh,
ready
dia
to attack
lihat
that A
satu.
side, but now they have to work their way over towards B.
Nah, retake-nya rapi, yang cakep.
Can they do it?
Aduh, langsung hancur
Camera now
lagi.
clear, defensive position set up here.
Udah turun ya?
Ada 15
Pretty
detik
good overall
masih
from the side of
ngeroket,
Gen
nggak ada
G.
suara di A.
Karen out in main. The elbow push from Lakia.
Oke,
Swing
Aduh,
out.
aduh, takut banget anjing tekstur ya Tuhan.
Nggak ada yang liatin tuh
Still
𝘂𝘂𝘮𝘮𝘮.
puts in some good damage. 𝘂𝘂𝘮𝘮 leading the charge.
Loh, lihat satu main. Ayo teman. Nah, nice. Gini dong. Udah. GG. GG. Makin lucu. Akhirnya tutup anjing.
Astaga, Cok, udah main
Lock, do not wanna
aja.
go down without
Kenapa
a
sih
fight.
overthinking
Lakia had a chance to
anjay?
actually flank from tunnel.
Makasih
but then
Tuhan.
there was a
15
weird
detik ya, lu
interaction
masih
where he spotted
overthinking, ada
Flipsider,
orang ya di
started
anjir.
running back on
Diemin.
elbow, and he lost time to help out his teammates, ultimately
Akhirnya.
leading to GENG
Kalau aku
just not
sakit, anjir.
having enough
Ngakot.
firepower to break down the full force of RRQ
Jantung gua
retaking
ngakot.
the site. This means we're gonna go to
Kalau
a
aku
game
migrain,
three.
harus jadi tumbal.
What a series this
Iya.
has been. Get it.
It's just something about these two
Baru rapi
teams.
retake-nya. Tadi hampir mati anjir si
Face
Hagai
off against one
dari
another
main.
time and time again, fated to go to game 3 in both of their
All good, all
series
good.
against each other so
Menang nih
far
map 2
here
gara-gara
this
Bani,
season
Cok.
during
Yoru
kickoff. But
anjay.
we'll go ahead and hand it back down to the analyst desk or stand by to break down the action for Breeze.
Of course, we had to go to a map 3 in this GENG versus RRQ league that we're having, right? Paper Thin, it had to go this way.
Yeah, it feels like it for sure, and it's really encouraging here that out the gate,
Harus
it's a
terang dulu ya.
really strong start for RRQ on their attacker side. They look really clean. The Yoru worked a treat. Flips was really disrupting, especially Meteor on that B side. He was having a really tough time dealing with it. I really liked what they dialed up on this map.
I really like that Yoru too. I mean, the guy just really knew how to kind of make use of the dimensional
Soalnya kalau lu
drift at
belum
times,
match
or even
point,
the fake
PR
out
tuh
to
banyak, lu harus
cut in
match point, lu
space
harus
and
menang
really
tiap
get,
round,
like
lu
you said,
harus
disrupt your opponents. I
ketar
think that's
petir
one of the main
musuhnya,
things,
nggak
because even though there are
ngejar.
times that you have
Kalau at least the match point, PR
or
cuma
your
satu,
Texture's
closing.
trying to get a good angle on his opponents, as soon as, you know, Flips comes in from the sides and keeps annoying him, there's always that
Yang
other
punya
factor. You're
darah
always
rendah
wondering in
cocok
the back of your mind,
nonton
is this
Naraki.
guy going to
Iya,
flash
anjir.
against me? Is this guy
Ali.
going to pop up? So that was
Itu
a
darah
great
rendah nggak?
first half. second half though.
Normal.
I was
Why
gonna
don't
say
you tell us?
but, right?
Udah
They
tahu deh.
nearly lost it. Yes,
Itu
they were able
Jejeng
to
nggak
close
sih?
it out. But
Bener
because
itu
of the
Jejeng.
massive lead that they had in the first half, right?
Ali kan ada
they
Jepang
nearly
kah?
lost it
Nggak ada.
when they switched over to sides
Cindo.
just because Genji again that
Ah,
aggression
kayak
from
Valo,
Texture,
disband
the first,
Yundo,
the
masih
first
ada map
ability they
3.
get, and
Anjir,
that would,
mulut
like,
lu ya
shit on
jelek.
RRQ, right? They
Kemarin sama
don't
Zeta juga
have
gini.
that ability to just
Kalau nggak ada Yora, kelar ke RRQ. Betul, Bani. Bani, fondasi utama
Yeah,
RRQ.
exactly. And it helped that they got some pistol wins.
karena
Like,
Bani
that
itu
was a
menang
really,
masuk
really
map
big
3
factor
tuh.
here.
Real.
Again, on Lotus, they couldn't find any pistol round wins. Here they get some, so that kind of sets the tempo as well to really give themselves that extra cushion going into that second
Bisa,
half. Even
bisa.
though there is a pretty good run
Nggak
back.
pernah lihat sih
It
RRQ
is
main
kind of an
Xbox.
attacker-sided comp though, right? Double duelist, you kind of expect that you got to get that damage done on the attacker side.
Ali kelihatan rendah aja
RRQ
marah-marah.
mission accomplished. Send it in a map.
Kemarin
Bener
Xbox
aja.
sayang
You know,
yang
we're
kalah.
going to take another look at Icebox,
Siapa?
so
RRQ.
this is going to be really exciting because last time it was
Oh, satu ya? Live satu ya?
That's
Iya,
right, and that's
satu.
why we were
Oh iya
worried
deh,
about,
anjir,
you know,
lupa
this
gue.
going
Map
into
gue
map
split.
number 3
Map
because we
3.
did mention that, you know,
Apa?
if
Map 3 apa
RQ1
sih?
closes out, they might
Yang
need to
mereka
take
udah
the first map
10
as
duluan.
well.
Map
How are
3
we
nya
feeling
sunset.
now that we're going over
Sunset.
to Icebox, Quack? I mean, last
Yang
time
RRQ harusnya menang map
wasn't
1
exactly
deh,
good for
box
side
yang
of
karena
RRQ.
mereka udah
Aku
pernah
nggak nonton map
Very
1.
close though, right? I mean, that's
Map 2 aku
one
baru
thing that
nonton.
they got going
Itu
for
dari
them. The
10-6 loh.
composition was rather similar.
iya,
One
10-6.
difference
Di comeback ya?
being that
11-13 kan?
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦,
Iya.
and then you had Munchkin
Anjir,
on the KO,
nice try.
which is a little bit different as well.
Bukan karena Bani min satu jantung.
The Viper, like what we're seeing
Mereka mau
right
bawa
now.
siapa nih?
But that's the main
Jadi kan
thing
main Jet.
because
Bener sih.
Texture popped
Itu
off
juga
them,
bener.
and the Texture is popping off right
Half
now.
true, half
13-10.
false.
Although Genji
Jantung
lost,
aman,
still
aman.
got the top score in terms of
Terpacu anjir
frags,
jantung gue.
and yeah, it's that power of friendship from
Masih
RRQ.
terjadi Alikers
So,
nggak ada.
can they continue to
Main
bring
bener
that
lu nggak pakai baju
power
RRQ
to
malah.
Gue
Icebox
ingat
and
Anjir.
banget
really
nih
correct the
yang
mistakes
RRQ
from
si
day
Bani
one,
main
because if
apa?
not, you know, you can
Main
expect the same
Gecko,
stuff from Texture and
terus
Munchkin.
setup
Munchkin always sets
Gecko
him up.
B-nya
Texture
plannya
just comes in
pakai
and does his
wingman di
thing.
situ-situ
30
terus jadi nggak
frags
ke plan
easy,
kan
and
anjir.
that's the game bye-bye.
That said, I do
Gue
like
inget
this
banget
double
soalnya
duelist
di
look
delay
inside
sama
RQ,
si
especially for Flips,
Viper
who I
sama
believe
KO
has only played with
wingman
Rory
jadi
like
mati terus.
only
Oh,
once
yeah.
Kemarin
before, and
janji.
it's been
This is the
quite
Iya.
a while
Yang
indeed.
satu Xbox-nya.
So
Siapa
this
pakai
new
Gecko?
look is actually it's experimental. It was a bit of a gamble
Oh.
against
Tapi
Genji, of
setup
course, as
wingman-nya
they
kalau
Itu
always
aja.
do.
plan tuh di situ
But
terus,
I
jadi
like
kayak
showing
udah
that
setup
they
kan.
have this
Udah
card in their
dilempar
hand, right?
apa
For Icebox,
Molly
though,
sama Viper
for
Iya.
everyone
sama
else, they
si
have to
Kai.
Mending
follow
gue.
Genji.
Yeah, I mean, my guess is that both teams just
Anjir.
run the same comps that they did
Ambil.
before. I don't
Iya.
expect, because it was so close, that there'll be a lot of
Cici dukung siapa?
agent changes. There will be a lot of
Menurut
strategic
kalian?
changes, things like
Gila
that.
ya.
The only thing that
Nah.
concerns
Dukung
me
Genji
are
dia.
I've seen some
Gila,
mental
anjir.
mistakes here and there. Like they'll call for a
Ada
save, and
ini
like
kayak
Estrella
sempat
decides to go for a long range fight with a Phantom versus a Vandal. Things like that were a
Kan
little bit
buzzer
concerning.
RRQ,
However,
guys,
what isn't
katanya.
concerning is Jemkin's
Siapa?
play right now. Today he's
Son.
been very solid.
Iya.
Even though they lost,
No shit sih itu.
really good showing there with his individual performance.
Bisa.
Now
Atau
he's
nomor
on
1
another
RRQ, Ci.
stellar
Nomor 2
performance. So,
Tuhan, 3
good
baru
news here for
keluarga.
RRQ is that your
Siapa?
duelist is
Si
up
Son,
with
anjir.
texture. It's
Iya,
just can
goblok
the rest of the team keep it up behind him?
Anjir, KDH tambah 9.
Right, we still got that
Ada
Gecko,
yang
we still have the
sama.
straight
Ini lagi sama siapa? Sama Cimomo.
Don't know how much really, unless you can
RX
really
lah.
time the recon vault
Enggak,
along
RRQ tuh selalu
with
ngecoknya di
Jemkin,
second
like
half.
retakes,
Iya,
for
iya.
example.
Kenapa
But
ya
it's
second
gonna
half
be
mereka
difficult
Ganti
to
juga.
say the least. To say the
Kayak
most,
kurang
it is
kurang
Nah,
RRQ's
aku
optimis
dengar,
best
iya,
shot
jelek itu
at
juga.
winning this,
Supaya bisa ke champion.
age-old rivalry against
Alex,
GENG. So they've
Right.
Oh,
got to
ini
make
RRQ
it
cinta
Are
streamer,
they
Cok.
finally gonna make it happen? That's
Finally.
gonna be the big question, especially since that this is
Lord lagi nge-live, Lord. IJ.
Oh iya,
IJ nge-live anjir.
IJ nge-live.
Iya nih di Twitch.
Jemkin sih harus lebih gacor lagi, Cok. Kalau nggak sih
Tapi tadi rata lumayan. Jemkin
Iya,
sekali
iya.
sih satu round kayak gila.
aduh, itu yang dia pakai kunai sayang banget tuh.
Iya, bener sih.
Maybe only one, I don't know.
Iya sih gini
Star
soalnya
A,
mainnya
Star A.
main outlaw juga nih texture nih, main di Xbox.
Oping main.
Dia main 33 kill loh texture tuh.
Cepet banget sih emang. Gua bilang RRQ biar plus 1 gaji aja.
Three here.
GE aku nggak tahu.
Dong, dari hati, dari hati.
Aku malam harus pergi gimana?
Lord IJ.
Two sides.
Gimana kangen nggak lu pada sama Lord IJ?
Cimo itu Alik live chatnya kok open gitu,
Murah,
nggak
murah.
takut takut ada iklan atau di spam judi.
Pernah kemarin di spam judi.
Dan aja dia mah yang penting pulang setia rame. Mau isinya apapun dia kayak nggak peduli deh. Dia kayak
Apa aja lah. Oh ya udahlah.
Tapi nggak dibaca, cuma rame nih.
Rame nih isinya judi semua.
Rame nih.
Bangke.
Pindah tempat streamingan enggak. Kasih tempat yang lain.
Pusat lab Ichi.
Killjoy, you.
Ini jadi
RRQ dengan
Masih
tip
Killjoy di next
PUBG.
side deh. Yeah, you should play side, bro.
Why did you take him away from his
Serius mau ke
side?
Korea?
I blame you.
Is
Mau.
this a sign?
Agustus ya?
Mau beli deh sekarang.
Power of friendship.
Wah gila
Oh
juga
my
nih.
god.
Oh no.
That's the curse. Is that
Sebulan
what
ya?
this is? I hope not.
Apanya?
But
Ya, di Korea.
Mau jadi gembel anjing.
Pulang nggak bisa bayar.
Apa-apa. Because we had flips against.
Kita mau jadi apa gembel?
Pulang miskin aja.
Latvia, you know, it was
Minta
a little
opak
bit
tak
middling,
sebian
I
nggak
think.
sih?
But then
Ya
at the first half,
Tuhan.
it popped off.
Tas biarin
Is
dong
this performance going to
hidupku.
carry through to Icebox now? Compared to
Tinggal di
Day One,
RRQ aja sih.
much.
Biar gratis.
If it really does, then
Kamu tidurnya sama Bani.
RRQ's going to have a really rough
anjing.
time. Flips has to, you know, really do a lot more.
Astaga.
No, I agree, and I noticed during Breeze at least that it
Nitip-
seems really
nitip
crucial
Cimol ya,
for
Ban.
GENG to have 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦 alive because he's the one that's like setting up their
Gue
execution.
mau ke Indomaret lo lihat.
When he would die on their attacker side, it was like round over because they, I mean, obviously,
Sebulan.
Sky
Casternya mirip Valdin.
initiator, right, with that comp that they
Guy.
run, that's kind of problematic for
Yang
them
mana?
to begin with.
Yang kanan.
Also,
Lumayan. Iya, iya Ci.
the stage with the fake
Iya
out,
lagi.
he was the one who was
Iya
able
sih,
to
versi
clear out
tembem dikit
Dikit.
ya.
some of that space that they needed. They're gonna
Bener-bener.
need him to do
Setuju,
that again
setuju.
on the Gecko. It's really
Minik
crucial
Frost tapi
here for GENG
kurang
that
sipit.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦
Mirip
keeps himself
Frost.
in the game, isn't the one leading the way. I don't know what was going on in that one round in Breeze where he had the
Oh.
spike and he just walked up mid and died to 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦. Like that was very weird to me. But
Lupa mau
if
cover
they
sih
can
mana.
keep him alive, the rounds went very, very well.
Lagi lah
Speaking
ya.
of, 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦
Apa ya?
you definitely had quite a performance indeed on
Mana yang
this series,
Jemkin?
right?
Kasih
And
liat ya.
he's definitely
Anjir jahat
also
banget highlightnya anjir. Dikasih yang pas Bani
the one
nge-wave
who's
anjir.
cheering the team on, being very, very loud, smiling
Haters
as
anjing.
well. And
Kesian
we saw
anjir.
the body language from RQ after this series. It's a bit more toned down, it's a bit more somber
Itu gila
because they
sih,
know
OP-nya.
what
Like
this
gitu,
map
anjir.
win actually took out of them.
Yeah,
Berapa
so
lama
if
Ci di
they can
Korea?
Start things right, you know, pick up the pistol round just as they've done on Breeze and do
3
things
minggu.
like that. You know, we were thinking like Breeze was such
Gak
a
ada
strong
bedanya.
match
Minggu
for
doang
GENG
tai.
based
Gak ada
off their
bedanya
performance
anjir.
against Paper X.
Bilang
Now
itu minggu doang sama Alik.
same old
Mantap nggak sih,
RRQ
guys?
getting the pistol wins, getting sheriff kills, thrifties. Oh my god, that's like RRQ from last year.
Ih kok Jemkin gak ada sih? Ih hater anjir ini. Jemkin gak ada klipnya.
Ini nggak mungkin DRX nggak lolos sih. Pacific dapat 4 slot anjay. 3 tim dari
Oh iya?
stage 2, iya, 1 dari
4
champion.
slot?
Need to keep that
Kok banyak
morale,
banget?
especially since we are
Banyak.
going to
Jadi
Oh,
isolate
cuma
dibagi rata
dua.
sekarang.
changes. They
Enggak,
do want a
EMEA
second take at what,
EMEA 4,
happened
Amerika
in the previous
4,
few days.
Cina?
China 4.
Yang China sih lumayan enak dong.
Oh tanggal 1 sampai 25
China enak
champion.
banget anjir.
Panjang banget.
Oh Bani yang gak wave yang mana? Gitu-gitu Bani ada yang important kill kok. Walaupun gak banyak.
Maksud kalian apa Madib Bani jangan gitu.
Oh jangan gitu Dance. Sian. Masih support. North Korea berapa slot league anjir? Mulut lo ya.
Itu apa namanya?
Report lagi dikit, report. Iya anjir, pilih kasih cuy.
IGL.
Bener, dia mikir loh otaknya dia, otak dari tim.
IGL-nya Reki Bani.
Thank you very much. Here we go once more
Aduh,
into
ya
the
Tuhan
breach.
Yesus.
Icebox
Coba Alex spill
again.
skincare.
These teams
Kills.
with the opening map
Kamu pakai
a couple
kills?
days ago.
Iya.
Now it will be the
Kamu
one
pakai
that
kills?
determines who
Iya.
is staying in the
Anjir itu
tournament
keras banget tau.
and who is going
Emang iya?
on a bit of a holiday.
Iya, aku dulu pakai itu keras banget.
Gila Ci,
Kamu
aku
gak peri-peri ya?
enggak, aku udah pakai 2 tahun kali. Udah mau 3 tahun kali. 2 tahun deh, kayak 2 tahunan.
Dulu aku pakai
Bagus
itu
banget
setahun.
anjir.
Bagus, cuma kayak keras gitu loh, Lik. Kayak aku pakai tuh peri-peri gitu.
Aku nggak perih sih moisturizernya. Emang perih?
Kamu cuma satu macam.
Aku cuma pakai moisturizer sama serum.
Oh, aku dulu lengkap.
Oh, aku pernah pakai juga yang serum yang itu perih juga bener. Ada yang
Ya kan,
perih.
perih kan?
Iya, aku nggak pakai
Keras
lagi.
banget
Aku cuma pakai yang merah sekarang, merah sama yang moisturizer.
Perih.
Shit man.
Follow-ups
Texture, bro.
Oke.
It's gonna be
Bisa ngedash bisa buat kill gitu ya?
away here from the side of GENG, but now they're going over to the site with that
Kapan mau ke
wingman.
North Korea,
Badak.
Cimo?
Pukul nih. North Korea menarik sih.
Here on the back end. Here's the double footsteps coming through.
Siapa tahu kayak
Ketemu
ketemu
sama-
Hyun Bin.
Swing in, getting ready to come through though. Is Karan trying to bail him out.
Ayo Ban, ayo Ban.
Feels back some of
Ayo,
that
Ban.
pressure. The re-swing. Jemkin gonna
Bisa
be
Ci
good.
nih
Tampar semua
mah. Iya
mulut
bercanda
yang
Ci.
Ban.
Cici bilang ayo ban langsung metong anjay.
Capek
That position
banget.
from Lakia.
Udah gua support.
3v2 anjir
Over
bisa.
under two. Three remaining
Kalau
players
kalah
here
sih
for RRQ now
pukul ya.
on the site. Tap onto the
Masih
spike
ada
vector.
texture nih.
Staying
Gak ada yang liatin dia lo.
Nah, nice gini dong. Mid.
Nice tuh. Aku delay.
Aduh, anjing. Aduh, ya Allah. Aduh, ya Tuhan Yesus, pala gua sakit anjir. Satu nggak bisa ini ya, nggak bisa nge-diffuse. Kan masih jauh tadi si lakianya.
Aduh, ada iklan anjing Twitch. Main sih mau ketemu.
Coba replay mau lihat. Anjir, babi.
Sebenarnya itu agak susah juga sih di half soalnya memorinya mati, guys.
Loh, tapi tadi lakinya masih jauh, Ci. Ya nggak sih? Apa dia nggak bakal kelihatan?
Ini bisa cepet nggak iklan? Mereka nggak tahu si lakinya di mana sih. Astaga Tuhan. Mau ketahuan nggak tuh?
Ya absen lagi ya.
Biasanya kalau serum yang ada niacinamide baru keras.
Nggak tahu guys. Tuh pakai apa yang dianjurkan.
Mana RRQ sih menang pistoran ya?
Ya Tuhan Yesus. Banget Estrella.
Oke, 1 HP Estrella. Berdoa doang gak sih?
GENG very fast rounds back to back as they move up.
Bang, udah bang.
Value for both GENG and RRQ. I mean, yeah, not just for RRQ though, but the amount of targets being blinded, right, has been pretty substantial here and quite impactful too.
Decent value being found, but especially for 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦, who now does have that thrash online. And you can see, I mean, going into opponents, the firepower here for GENG. It's not too bad. Guardian, 2 other rifles.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦 udah di mid tadi.
Oh iya, nungguin ya dia berarti.
Pas dia orang bunuh si itu udah nyampe dia.
Oh.
1 lawan 3 loh.
Iya jir.
Halo Jagip, Hayuno.
Wah, udah close anjir.
Oh iya Rehan. Loh, kenapa berlima deh?
Does get the kill. RRQ for now not fully convinced this is still going to end up being that B hit. Now they hear the wingman coming in, the Dizzy up over the top.
Kalah sih pusing ya. Kalah lagi babi.
Astaga Tuhan, utilnya bagus banget cok flashnya.
Bang, udah bang. Hari-hari kita nge-save.
They follow up so beautifully well with the charge out from Texture at
Dari
that
kemarin
very
mainnya kayak gitu
last
terus loh sebagai Genji.
Take just before the Dizzy
Pengen
expires.
duren
The
lagi.
Texture's already there to go for the
Duren
punish.
sih.
And again, they realize that they
Ini
lost
Lemor
control of
sebenarnya nggak boleh
Orange. So
mati
if they
nih
really
sama
want to secure this plant
X-Vero
on
buat setup
with
wingman-nya.
the wingman, they had to push all the way on Snowman and get that value, which they did. So GENG just knowing how to follow through so efficiently and quickly that again RRQ is just not able to really catch up.
Doom,
I mean, it's another bonus conversion, their third one so far.
Gitu
They
Rehan.
converted both
Tapi yang satu online.
back over on Lotus in map 1. And they managed to do it again here on Icebox, and they don't have to use the thrash for
Halo
it
Grey,
either. So that ult
Genji
still
dapat pistol
very much held on
momentumnya
to.
lama.
Kenapa
And you see
Jagip?
from RRQ, everyone is still staggering.
Pecah semangat sih. Jangan gitu dong.
What an expensive
Bani, pecah telur anjay. Bokol nih.
El Limor sih. Dia turunannya di mana ya?
available for 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦, and they want to try
Itu balik, jangan masih mau ke champion. Jangan pecat aku.
So they always have that backup plan, but we'll see how this goes. It's 𝘬𝘰𝘮 right on top.
Dizzy to check for a forward spot. 𝘬𝘰𝘮 for now. Staying put, drifts back, gets himself up on top of screens. Really wary about anybody coming out from that belt push.
Balik
Nanti
anjir.
kalian lihat deh Genji defensif. Ini setup apa? Deny wingman-nya. Berkali-kali kayak gitu soalnya kemarin RRQ kalahnya tuh. karena wingman yang nggak bisa plan.
Kita nggak bisa do the same.
Slow up the advances plus that alarm bot.
Nggak ngerti juga sih sebenarnya.
They're playing so
Padahal
close
setupnya
too.
Genji itu simple loh.
They only have what, one smoke from the Viper here on B.
That 0-point catch is no. It's a nice little backpedal there. Only more nice call.
Oh, nice anjir. Nice molly-nya.
Blinded up. Molly out on
Lihat
the
nih ya.
side. Sparrow, he's
Ya
just
Tuhan
no-
Yesus.
Yellow and finds two in
Astaga,
the
kalah
meantime.
fight
They're backing
cok.
away
Ilmunya.
Nice bro.
Does manage to
Nice
find
ban,
out.
nungguin sampai
Oh,
mampus ban.
Oh, nice banget.
Okay, we have to go to B now. Start working their way over, but Texture, I mean, he's still just holding
30
forward here.
seconds left.
Tuh, setupnya gitu doang dari tadi.
Spotted, wingman gets the plant. Dart gets the ping.
Dia yang penting dapat satu Ci, udah clear anjir.
Iya.
Yang jago cuma
mereka
si
tuh nggak bakal plan sampai mereka menang fight masuk entry. Jadi kayak masuk entry-nya tuh fightnya bareng-bareng.
dapat space gitu.
Wah, ini susah sih.
Good luck man. Oh nice anjir.
Oh nice J.Kid.
Gak bisa, gak ada waktu anjir.
Susah, gak ada waktu cok. Gak ada kabar tuh Akbar.
Oh my god, what the fuck. Aduh.
This is what GENG want, right? The options. You saw how they weren't even sure if they want to keep pushing for B, because Meteor already found the opening to A, so they could just gone there, and then there was the call just to go back. But first things first, this is what I was talking about. You said it already, because of that KO blade hitting yellow and dropping all the utility of
Dia sama peruangnya optimis 38. Gila. Kurang lama anjir 38.
Aman Grey, thank you Grey.
Smoker, so no smoke of coverage for him to reposition, and GENG just had lineups, just kept pressing in, and again, if he couldn't get any kills, GENG would have just trampled the site, which they did.
Susah sih, IGL tuh suruh nge-call, suruh...
Just jumping back and forth. It's perfectly aware that somebody could have moved up into this spot. As now it will be confirmed. Takes the rope out. No attempt at a swing from 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮, knowing that there's going to be somebody trying to cover for 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 on that excursion. So once again, it's just a little push around, but this time, as they get ready to move towards B, I mean, they call it being sounded and seen here from RRQ as the rotations do begin. They are not forward onto the site.
Yeah, that blade's gonna clear everything on the side, so it should be a safe plan whatsoever. And if they try to
Tuh, ditembus lagi snowman-nya. Itu terus mainnya.
Oh nice anjir.
Tuh, oh nice banget J.Kid.
Just catches one, a 3v3 so far.
Nah. Sayang anjir itu.
Oh dia liat 2 orang tuh. 2 orang snowman.
Oh,
bunuh dia, guys. Nice banget.
Sheriff, nice banget. Terus gimana nih? Majuin gak sih?
Aduh, 1v1 lagi. Anjir Bani. Nice Bani with kanan kiri. Strafe.
Huge round for GENG too. Those 2 off-cap kills were so important for him. You saw how
Atau mantan emang gak ada luar kuning like anjir. Anjir ini 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮 jago sih.
Iya, hero play-nya 𝘧𝘰𝘮.
Gila.
Jogetin anjir sama Bani. Aduh.
Wingman-nya di TB, yoi. Lebih baik aku yang mati daripada wingman.
Lebih baik wingman. Telur. Hidup telur.
Tapi mereka udah bagus sih. Tadi round tadi mereka udah nggak mati.
Woi. Anjir Hagai. Wah.
Gila sih.
Ah, dia ngapain anjir?
Udah pasti bakal
Hanya untuk sebuah turret.
Setup dari awal ya?
Iya, nggak bisa Ci. Masa lewat?
Enggak, maksud aku pas udah kebuka dia langsung setup, dia mundur gitu. Jadi dia dapat info dari turret doang. Laki sih itu.
Kurtau.
Tawan nggak tuh Bani?
Wah, nge-whiff lagi bang.
Astaga nge-whiff, how the fuck 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮?
Udah ngedodge anjir Ci.
Aduh, ada
Aduh, ini lagi si Bani kagak dapet. Ya ini lagi nge-wave semua. Flying wave semua anjir. Wah, nice try anjir.
Gak ada trade-nya, picknya satu-satu.
Bani adalah kunci, maksudnya kunciin aja. Oh gitu anjir.
Toxic screen is up. I mean, that was way too risky for him to take, especially when his teammates were still very far from really helping him out in that case.
Iya benar-benar, kasarnya benar anjir. Bani yang beresiko banget, ada toxic screen ditembusin, udah pasti Genji ada 10 juta orang di situ cok. Ini sebenarnya bukan masalah.
Kalau tanpa apa yang diangkat lek, takutnya viral. Anjing, kalau jadi gue yang kena, kagak kocak.
Not too much that they have to respect ultimately, given they know their opponents are on a weaker buy. Lockdown is available.
Ayo Jamkin, you can do it Jam. Wah, oh nice anjing. Aduh.
Itu cancel nggak sih?
Gak bisa, dia mau cari yang ini sih. Yang deket dulu.
Wingman bisa di-kill itu?
Harusnya tadi bisa.
Iya Akbar.
Good luck deh Ban. Oh nice anjir. Nice.
Oh nice banget.
Woi. Lari Ban. Waktu. Main Flying Fox anjing.
Sumpah Bani hampir Bani jadi meme anjing. Sumpah cok.
Anjir.
Bani jadi meme
Anjir kayak boom yang Flying Fox anjir. Dan di fracture. Iya dia juga. Itu lucu sih.
Jadi meme Bani.
Nice banget sih anjir si part gonnya. Bisa very good. Shit.
Ashibal.
Bani anjir. Aduh lucu banget anjir Bani.
Kalau lihat Flying Fox tuh gatal gitu.
As you mentioned, not stopping the wingman, but rather looking for a more effective kill onto 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮, which I think ultimately just
biasa
helped
di
them out.
TikTok cuma lagi nggak live aja gitu.
𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮. Bagus banget anjir 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮. Zipline Fracture itu legendary anjir Zipline Fracture. Bareng-bareng ayo. Cakep. Hancur anjir.
What the fuck, hancur cok.
Ada ini. Weh, ya Allah.
Masih nggak mati.
Wah. What the fuck?
Itu 𝘧𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮.
What the fuck? Hah? Apa sih?
Udah ada Viper
anjir, makanya di spam ya? Di spam nggak sih? Orang
auto replay sih. Satu texture nggak mati udah aneh, udah
iya,
kena flash.
Using his own ultimate for things.
Sumpah ini
Look at the replay real quick
nggak
here.
nembak cok.
Yeah, everybody was somewhere placed on either belt or rafters.
Enggak sih, nggak ada yang main di Viper Speed. Oh enggak, itu Viper Speed udah turun. Pas di Viper Speed ada 2 orang.
Bentar deh,
Apa
dia
sih?
buka
Nggak tahu
Viper
gua.
Speed, tapi posisinya plannya kebuka.
Iya. Cuma majuin doang anjir.
Jadi Viper Speednya cuma buat nahan Genji biar nggak masuk, tapi Genji nggak perlu masuk cok.
Soalnya bisa dari atas.
Apa sih? Gue nggak ngerti strateginya cok. Bani udah slash sih. Bani udah
Tahu
kayak
bang, pusing bang. Pusing.
Gak, gue nggak ngerti strategi dia buka Viper Speed di situ, tapi spike-nya di diffuse gak di dalam Viper Speed, ngerti gak sih?
Iya, benar. Buat majuin anjir, nggak ngerti sih.
Itu udah bagus loh sebenarnya tadi Dizzy-nya. Tapi nggak mati, cok teksturnya.
heroes here. Flips goes down.
Apa kepencet ya dia?
Hah, nggak mungkin dong, Lik.
Lah itu nggak masuk akal anjir, Ci. Buat majuin itu buat apa anjir? Kan dia juga harus keluar dari Viper Speed ya buat ngebunuh.
Oh, maksudnya Viper Speed-nya kepencet.
Iya, Viper Speed
Oh iya,
kepencet.
kalau itu gua nggak ngerti.
What a Swiss Army knife of initiator.
Lagi mau majuin, kepencet jempolnya gede.
Padahal plannya di situ-situ terus loh.
Oh, default. Oh nice anjir Hagai. Nah gitu guys. Oh. Nah gitu guys. Nah dari tadi guys itu sheriffnya nggak begitu anjir.
Bro.
Nah Hagai with the sheriff anjir, sheriff god.
Udah kasih dia
Akhirnya.
udah nggak usah kasih pandal.
Iya udah sheriff aja.
Tapi menangnya masa tiap match harus kayak gitu, Cok.
Anjir,
Bagus banget tuh Reconnya Estrella ya.
Iya.
Ih, gila. Crunchy kok bro.
Lo UAU menangin dulu kocak. Kalah anjay.
UAU 36 nih, mohon maaf.
Makanya menangin dulu. Cool nih. Tapi ini map attack ya, Ci? Apa enggak?
Ini
Yang dulu Icebox map attack ya?
kalau bawa Diko sih iya ya.
Kalau dipukul, jangan dance, jangan pukul sakit loh. Gue pukul sakit.
Masa harus �リ𝘰𝘮𝘮
kenceng. Dan jamkin. Kelihatan tuh. Nah, udah cabut ya. Dia kok dia nggak cabut ya? Oh dikira sendiri. Ngelur.
Padahal Genji tuh selalu masuk berempat.
Udah cabut ya?
Gue nggak ngerti loh.
Tinggal dash anjir.
Nah gitu kek. Gitu loh, plantingnya di cancel. At least.
Nah, bagus. Nah,
gue dari tadi tuh nungguin.
Nah.
Yang cancel plan mana?
Kenapa?
Boleh
kocak. Aduh.
Ternyata nahan wingman-nya nggak cukup, guys. Lu mesti menang lawan texture, lawan Karen, lawan ini, lawan itu
Oh gila sih texture anjir.
Itu kunci sebenarnya.
Oh gila sih. Kamu dukung apa? Menurut lo? Nama gue apa nama gue?
Tadi belum di-plan kan itu?
Belum.
Masuknya RRQ sih PR sih. Ini siapa namanya? Awok anjing. Ewok sih harus. Awok anjing. Awok. Ewok sih harus ban ini map sih kalau RRQ nggak punya. Plannya di spike. Spike-nya di plan terus, Cok, gak di-deny. No, tuh lihat Viper Speed tuh begitu. Ada spike-nya di dalam. Lagi. Aduh. Ya Allah. Berdua anjir. Bodoh. Aduh, nice try lah. Chaos banget. Aduh, pusing banget. Mereka nyangkut di yellow anjing.
Ngerti anjir, pusing. Namaste.
Ini susah banget. Anjir, gua ngeliat RRQ main kayak gini sih.
Namaste.
Semuanya sibuk.
Effectively still works in their favor. RRQ, the players that weren't concussed themselves, were so confused or just couldn't really have that push power to get into the deeper portions of B main to effectively remove players of GENG that were holding for that post plan. Oh, very close.
Aduh, Texas udah bawa AP lagi.
Aduh, oh nice anjir, untung gak kena. Ya Tuhan.
got too antsy. Very antsy. As soon as that lockdown dropped, he started moving.
Kok RRQ nggak ban icebox sih?
Nggak tahu siapa yang di ban.
Oh. Oh, nice one, 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘮.
𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 Donda, 𝘰𝘰𝘮. Oh my, Wano 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘦. Oh my god. 2v1, 2v1 nice banget.
Oke, good.
Ke pos.
Yuk, menang Vistoran yuk, second half yuk.
Babi lah. Aduh, sumpah.
Bentar aku reload dulu, kayak
Aku juga reload.
delay.
Buat anjir nontonnya.
Halah, iklan mulu babi lah. Aduh, pusing banget ya nontonnya, Cok. Kenapa sih? Kenapa mereka nggak ambil sunset aja ya? Kemarin kayak sunsetnya not bad deh.
Sunset.
Sunsetnya RRQ ya masih kalah, cuma kayaknya
Masih bisa menyeimbangi. Uji kenapa nggak turun, like? Kayaknya dia sub aja deh. Nggak turun. Nama Bani setara wingman jadi
enggak
bait.
deh. Enggak deh. Jelek anjing sunsetnya.
Diko ya.
Rip.
Kemarin lumayan gak sih, Ci?
Hancur.
10-13 gak sih?
Di first half aja cuma dapet 3 leak.
Oh iya. Oh, oke.
First halfnya jelek banget.
Comeback nih, like, kayak fanatik vs Loud. Comeback lah. Comeback lah. Nanti kita gambar ya, Ci?
4 doang, 8
Yuk, nanti kita gambar ya. Yuk gambar Keo, aku gambar Jet. Gecko aja deh yang gampang.
Gambar?
Iya, di itu papernya.
Oh, yang di itu, ya ayo. Aku mau gambar muka Opastak sih.
Anjir lah, ntar gak mirip aja.
Kamu gambar kangkang lah.
Oke, tinggal pakai kacamata botak. Oke.
Simple ya, sesimpel itu ya.
Iya.
Kalau Stax ini, pipi
Sunsetnya malah
sama
jelek.
rambutnya panjang.
Splitnya gak sih yang ini kemarin jago cuman hampir di comeback.
Nggak, sunsetnya jelek banget, Lik.
Gue lupa, gue nonton padahal. Pokoknya gak pernah jantungan aja tiap nonton RRQ. RRQ benasen sama sunset. Loh.
Maunya gitu kadang lagi propose ke Alik.
Apa?
Nih ya, lihat setupnya GENG nih. Buat cosplay nih.
Oh.
Lihat. Itu nggak dikasih tuh nggak
Tuhan
saya.
Yesus.
Tuh.
Ya Tuhan Yesus. Nice try lah. Aduh,
Nggak
ya
dikasih.
Tuhan.
Jadi kalau RRQ mau masuk side itu pasti di fight duluan, ngerti gak? Beda sama RRQ yang ngasih side-nya.
RRQ retake soalnya.
Retake terus, iya.
Fuck man.
Oh, GG sih ini 10-4
Man.
Hagai
with the deagle. Oke.
Lihat gak?
Dia itu langsung kena 3 anjir. Wingman-nya. Let's fucking go. Thank you like belum kocak gila ya.
Sabar gak sih, Mor?
Jangan guys. Sayang digal lu anjir. Oh, outlaw cuma 2 ya, Ci? Pelurunya. Peluru outlaw.
Iya, harus reload. Flash dong.
Aduh.
Nah, gitu kek. Nah.
Aduh.
Salah senjata sih, mau gimana, Cok outlaw. Light shield. Oh, nggak light shield loh. Dia nggak beli armor itu. Oh, nice.
Anjir, nice.
Tuh kan, di delay. Gigi tuh bagus banget. Sumpah. Ada 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦, ada Dizzy-nya si 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮. Ada wingman. Wih,
itu udah cabut-cabut BBB. We go B, bitch.
Go B, run away. Run.
Go. Aduh, kok kalah pusing kepalanya.
Ini di Indonya.
Other two players are somewhat tagged.
Sebenarnya player Indonya RRQ tuh nggak jelek, sebenarnya.
entry here.
Gue ngerasa kayak
for
𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘊𝘬𝘮,
RRQ too.
𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘦𝘵,
Was only really Texture.
Ya,
David sih
Flip
jago
ya.
banget sih.
He did have some
Hey!
but
Cuma Flip
was
ini
too
tuh
far
karena
to
kebanyakan
really
nge-call dan
influence
mikir,
his
tau nggak?
Texture.
Jadi kayak
For such
kan
a
dia
long time,
IGL kan,
confidence abound,
ya lu nggak bisa
having an
salahin dia
outlaw,
juga
they just kind of blow
sebenarnya.
up in his face. So this might turn into another RRQ Thrifty.
Cuma ya kalau misalnya emang mau diganti sama player yang bisa nembak, ya bisa aja sebenarnya.
Aaron might have broken the line of sight. No, he spawns him for a brief little moment, so now they're both well aware. This is still a precarious position to be in. The
Aduh,
HP
ini
bars.
tipikal GENG sih pasti selalu nyari, cok. Di
Di
buy time.
Mampus, nice banget Ban, dicicil anjay.
Dibikin low doang, cok.
Iya, cabut anjir langsung. Main petak umpet. Pinter Bani. IGL nih bos. Pinter Bani kamu ya.
Tuh lihat, delay bagus banget cok. Delay GENG bagus banget. Berani fight di side karena emang tembakan
Anjir,
mereka
tuh
kena
nice sih.
semua sih, nggak salah.
This is just
Good.
again maybe just a
Real decoy,
slight
real
lapse on
decoy.
GENG's side, right?
Ya masih bisa nih,
Holding
95
too
sih.
long with Texture, sure. I mean, Texture can hit those shots, but without
Nggak main
proper
lepas.
support, too many
Kalau
players of RRQ
Randy-
might be too much to handle.
Iya
which it
sebenarnya bener
kinda
sih
did.
Grey.
Yeah.
Mereka masih banyak sebenarnya udah upgrade. At least nggak kebantai-bantai kayak tahun lalu. Cuma nggak jago-jago banget, ngerti nggak sih?
Nice
Nah,
anjing.
kasih tahu Ban. Dari tadi lu main outlaw aja Ban.
Jangan puji Banlik. Oh ya, sorry.
Lihat videonya nih. Nih Bani plan situ ya.
Nice loh, anjir. Di ini anjir, di terus smoke lah. Permisi.
Itu kan gak ke plan.
Iya anjir.
Kan gue udah bilang guys.
Bani with the outlaw anjir.
Oh,
Nah,
di
mampus anjir nge-whiff.
Majuin nggak sih sekampung
Bertiga
saya
anjir.
Senayan.
Nah, cakep. Bani nih bos.
Lihat berapa kali RRQ plannya digagalin. 3
Cuman
round,
di-
3 kalau dibatalin.
Outlaw.
Di spam anjir.
This past 2 rounds, so much value. The ROI is insane.
Bagus banget Estrella.
Because of that too, because 𝘧𝘰𝘯𝘊𝘬𝘮 was the one that was
Lucu banget Bani.
Enak banget
Nice
si outlaw ya.
He's
Gila
already
loh.
got those
Iya.
trash.
Kayak OP anjir.
Very, very
Kena
big
badannya mati
utility
anjay.
use on the offense. Lock it too.
Bani adalah kunci.
Ayo 97 yuk, bisa yuk pelan-pelan yuk. Mampus.
Ya Allah. Nice. Gua kira itu yang mati Jamkin anjir.
Gimana? Alik pingnya 1000 cok.
Anjir udah error sumpah. Wah.
Di belakang nggak sih?
Nice Jamkin. That is our boy.
Aduh, marah dia Lik, kamu katain dia
Gila.
sih.
Oh ya sorry Jamkin. Gue kira lu mati tadi bro. Ternyata lu emang berbeda dari texture. Keren lu keren Jamkin. Pantes RRQ ambil gila. Keren.
Gila.
Just in case anybody was pushing
Ini harusnya
that,
Erik itu
general
udah bisa ngebaca. Waktu harusnya udah bisa
Nontonin gue
ngebaca
Alik
tau.
ya sorry. Salah gua ya. Maaf ya teman-teman.
Tapi ya udah jelas Jamkin akan lebih baik daripada EJ. Itu udah pasti.
Ya
Tuh lihat
setuju.
delaynya. Nah kan
Nah,
lempar speed.
Udah.
Tuh kan gak jadi ngeplan.
Udah rame, udah rotate semua.
Ini Jamkin harus dapat.
Aduh, nice. Ayo pick, triple pick.
Sabar gak sih?
Quadra pick.
Nah,
Oh, udah
gitu,
plan, anjir.
Sabar mainnya. Nge-save lu, Meteor lu bisa apa
Menang,
anjay?
Ci.
Bisa sih dia 1 versus 1.
Takut Ci, jangan digituin
Iya,
kayak sosok carry
bisa
nanti
sih.
anjir. Bisa
guys, itu bisa gila. Bos terakhir anjing.
Ya Allah, nice. Gue kira tadi Jamkin
Gue jadi
sih.
pengen main pakai
Nah.
outlaw nih.
Cari dia, part gon.
Jangan
Ayo,
ditantang.
Opa.
Kita tidak boleh jumawa jumadi.
Cari dia. Cari meteor ini.
Ini orang bisa
Ya Allah.
ini
Canda.
orang bisa di mana-mana sih.
You know someone's behind.
Sumpah. Mahal loh, RRQ bonus. Oke,
Nah. Ci. Jantung gue nih nggak bisa dinginin.
Ntar main Malik aku pakai outlaw. Anjay.
Ci Momo ternyata lebih jumawa daripada lu bang.
Gua udah ngetin nih Meteor orangnya dari mana, cok nggak bisa diem dia. Ini J.EMG gila
Nice
sih.
banget ya, gila. Cakep. Di
Pasti
pala
dia habis
anjir.
makan tempe goreng cok.
What the fuck, kenapa tempe goreng anjir?
Kan crunchy.
Oh, tempe goreng nggak crunchy.
Kalau formatnya kayak tahun lalu pasti masuk playoff. Iya.
Kerupuk
Emang
aja
format tahun
crunchy.
ini
Why James didn't play? It's a sub.
nanti ya yang Master Madrid formatnya lebih aneh. Nanti deh. Aku nggak bisa spill. Formatnya
Hati nggak bisa bohong, like buat RRQ hati aja gue pukul lu. Nggak ada anjir. Gila lu. Ini RRQ sampai ke ubun-ubun lu buka, ini ubun-ubun RRQ anjir gua.
Master Madrid tuh lebih aneh, lebih ribet, lebih menyusahkan.
Kenapa,
Dan
Ci?
kayaknya lebih
Jelasin dong.
membosankan format matchnya. Janganlah, aku nggak boleh spill, coy. Itu apa namanya? Info dari AAA plus.
AAA plus.
Yoi.
SSS.
plus tier S.
GENG menyala. RRQ menang lu kayak ngelek. Gue terbang gue bilang.
Cuma aneh, kalian nanti akan ngerasa pasti aneh dan bosen sih.
Spill aja, spill kita aja.
Pokoknya-
Lu pada mulutnya.
Pokoknya ini ya
Bocor
kalau
lu
harusnya
ya.
nggak berubah ya. Kalau misalnya nggak berubah, formatnya bakal ketemu yang jago sama jago cupu.
Cupu. Oh, bagus dong.
Bosen lah.
Loh, nggak bosen, Ci.
Bosen lah.
Justru nanti kalau cupu sama jago terbangnya gimana?
Kita pengen yang cepat 2-0.
Anjing. Tapi nggak seru sih kalau misalnya jago sama jago, ntar nggak ada jago yang tersisa anjir.
Iya, jadinya
Masa finalnya yang jago sama cupu? Iya.
Iya, makanya itu.
Bener juga, setuju.
Di Master masih ada.
Woi bang, itu palanya ya Allah.
Tuh kan di delay.
Aduh. Apalah ini bang, Bani.
Woi,
Nice.
kok mereka ini ya? Iko
Ini
ya?
jalan anjir.
Bukannya aneh yang stage ya? Biasanya Master. Enggak, maksud aku nanti yang Master Madrid. Nggak tahu ya, semoga aja yang aku dengar kemarin.
RRQ sampai ubun-ubun, kenapa jersey dilepas? Guanya ini, gue yang pembawa sial. Karena gue yang pakai dance.
Oh ini si Iko sih.
Jam-King ini jago banget ya?
Ini dia, let's go.
Kurang
Yuk,
semangat.
Hagai
kurang semangat. Santai, Jam-King kill 39 nih. Oke.
Master mulai minggu keberapa? Belum tahu Ren, belum keluar jadwal.
MPL kapan sih? Maret ya? Tengah ya?
MPL tanggal 8, iya. Tapi
8
jadwal
Maret.
talent belum keluar. 8 Maret udah mulai.
Deng.
Minggu pertama.
Belum main onsite kan?
Kenapa?
Belum main di site kan?
Oh,
Belum main di
ini offline.
offline kan?
Udah dong.
Udah
Arena.
offline.
Udah regular season kan arena.
Oh. Di mana sih lo tau?
Di Tanjung Duren kayak biasa.
Tanjung biasa. Biasa di kemarin aku Kuningan terakhir.
Kamu datangnya mana sih? Regular kan?
Aku apa sih waktu itu?
Kamu yang pertama kali ketemu aku ya? Yang sama Juli kamu datangnya?
Bukan, itu kan apa sih? Itu playoff anjir.
Playoff. Iya, regular season selalu di arena kok.
Oh, oke.
Waktu itu pernah di Kuningan, cuma udah nggak lagi di sana. Mahal katanya sewanya cok.
Aku menara Kuningan masalahnya.
Oh, udah nggak di sana.
Oh,
Di
oke,
Tanjung
oke.
Duren sekarang.
Gak pernah aku Tanjung Duren. Yang sebelah HW itu ya?
Di bawah, di atas HW.
Oh iya tahu deh. Kesana aku waktu itu juga. Bener setuju. Deket.
Tiketnya mahal loh sekarang 85 cok. Gila.
Tadi berapa?
Awalnya kan dari 65.
Nice banget. 65 jadi 85. Inflasi anjay. Babi ini. Muntun.
Formatnya dan round robin deh. Nanti lihat aja, kalian lihat aja. Nice banget.
Oh, double pick cakep.
Layar kedua cok, layar kedua mantep.
Eh,
Gak gitu sih.
oh lu. Nice banget. Nice Ci 99.
Let's go RRQ.
Mana yang
Playoff
sudah putus
lagi.
asa? Angkat tangan, sayang.
Ngiranya stage yang di aneh grup alpha.
Bener-bener setuju. Emot batu. Udah nggak HW Helen. Oh ya benar. Anjas
Oh
comeback.
itu juga aneh sih Miki. Cuma I don't know.
Oh mainnya Alik udah HW. Bukan itu beneran sebelah HW anjay MPL-nya.
Ini udah bagus sih. Ini udah lihat killnya udah mulai rata tuh.
Enggak sih nggak rata sih. Yang kiri, mohon maaf.
Enggak maksudnya at least yang bawah udah mulai keep up nih. Udah mulai keep up. Aduh nggak kena lu. Dia nggak kena pisau lu.
Lockett wasn't able to really bring the Thrash back into a position
Si
where he
Bani.
could quickly recovered it and then gone for the rotation. They knew that they were just
Ih,
already
gila
so
mereka
far
peka
behind
belakang
and
lu,
set up
mereka
in time
tahu
that
Genji selalu push
they had
A-nya
to just
cok.
kind of rush it. So it was very much out
Udah
of the
pop
equation.
ult nggak sih soalnya sih?
Ults to work though here for GENG.
Iya anjir.
Hit available from Karan. He is
Oh
set
ya
up
play in,
already,
sorry
so
bukan play off,
if
play
you hear
in.
any
Maaf.
noise, perhaps he's just going to full send that one instantly.
Play in aja nanti masih
Mampus.
ketemu.
Spot
Makin
anything.
kita
Kalau
tahu.
Sat here.
Zeta,
Knives in hand.
Talon,
About if he wants to
babi,
try to
susah
go
Udah di situ
a little
aja.
more aggressive than he already is.
Jeder, situ aja jeder.
der.
Aduh, jeder. Ban jangan naik ban
Der.
lu ban.
Wah, langsung
aduh,
nunduk dia.
sumpah. Anjir. Aduh.
Aduh, kita pusingin Bani yang mati yang di sono.
Anjir lah Bani, perkara pala lu anjing. Aduh. Satu ruang anjir. Fitri bisa Ci. Bisa. Wih, lihat ini lo dapur.
Halo Delika, dapur.
Aduh, meteor lagi.
Coming in here from Estrella.
Please meteor nggak usah aneh-aneh please.
They even try to get away from this position. I don't think they can. I think they have to
Oh, no.
play right up close.
Aduh.
Will manage to make it happen. That could have been catastrophic otherwise. Flip Shutter now. The 1v3 finds the first.
Nice banget
Aduh
Bani.
lagi ban.
Ban versus Karen. 7 bullets.
Bani, I know you can do it Bani. Bani keren. Tepuk tangan untuk Bani mana yang menghina Bani seorangnya. Diam kalian semua. Gila.
Siapa yang bilang Bani nggak bisa nembak?
Siapa yang ngatain Bani wingman? Bani decoy, bukan aku.
Gila, lu meragukan RRQ nih bos.
Gila.
Lu lihat tuh makan tempe goreng cok.
Duduk anjir, jangan joget. Anjir joget coy. What the fuck Ban? Gak usah joget anjir. Gue tarik kata-kata gue babi. Power of Bani.
Gila.
Bani sebenarnya gak berapa. Bener. Menyala telur.
Mulai kebus nih mentality nih.
Menyala telur. Kurang ajar. Jogetan telur.
Semua haters RRQ.
Okay. So for RRQ, now they're gonna have to deal with texture on this operator. Texture's alone by himself on that A site. Not sure if RRQ
Oke, semua udah mulai menyala kakak.
For now, they are gonna start working their magic here. Could be
Kasih
doable
RRQ
as Estrella
40 round
does have
panas
that
mereka
dart.
cok.
So if it's thrown anywhere at the back of the site and spots out texture, this could be catastrophic for him. No contact just yet.
There's the jump. Falling to push him off the angle.
Aduh.
Mana flashnya?
Aduh.
Flashnya mana? Hello?
Wah gimana?
For the quick peek there onto the third can't happen.
Gimana sih?
The lockdown comes rolling through, and this is going to be completely catastrophic.
Susah anjir ini.
Jancurin. Oh kediten.
Is in,
Si Bani.
stuck, hiding up.
Nggak tahu anjir, nggak ada yang tahu Bani di mana.
Iya deh, mereka nggak.
Flips could still
Ah,
be
tahu
Bani masih
anjir.
ada satu lumayan.
He's only going to be able to find the first kill, Karen. Quickly neutralizing the threat.
Aduh, elbownya.
It is just Estrella left. 10
Ente
seconds
dah.
remaining, no hope in
Udah,
hell.
udah.
Looking for a target, but
Save aja,
everybody
bro.
from GENG just playing back and not giving him the
Aduh,
opportunity.
gimana sih tanya cok.
Ya elah.
Flashnya mana flashnya?
Iya jir.
Rekonnya mana Rikon?
They break the win
Nyetilnya nggak ada yang pakai anjir. Kolosan. Apa dihancurin deh sih kayaknya? Iya ada. Itu ada. Di atas nggak kena anjir.
Such an artist with this operator. Look at how well he is just able to isolate fight after fight, force RRQ to go to
Jangan
where
puji
he wants, where
Bani.
he's prepared.
Jangan puji Bani.
Oh,
Ya
ada di
sorry.
3 kills plus
Nggak ada.
the
Tadi
Ada deh.
ada di belakang. Di atas tapi.
Yeah.
all with
Second
just the
floor.
operator. Absolutely
Nggak kena anjir dia.
Dia nggak kena
from
cok.
texture here.
That's still something they have to be concerned about.
Enggak, Rikonnya nggak kena bawah guys.
This time with that op. Thrash being sent. Looking for a target. Drags it back into a more neutral position for the recovery, but Texture's actually
Woi. Nah gitu di drone anjing.
Drone.
Nah usir dah.
Obviously not on the site, so
Ambil dulu itu bayinya Bani.
Be able to find the
Oh nih
destruction.
laki ada
Wingman
gila
set up
itu.
to try to get a daze, try to get a delay. Flipshredder now is going to be getting the
Wih di
plan.
push kocak.
Swing onto the corner.
Aduh, oh nice anjir.
𝘋𝘰𝘯𝘵𝘮𝘦 gets the
Anjir
headshot.
nice
Shuts him
banget.
down and saves Flip's life. 1-for-1 thus far. The rest, however, can still come through, and they're looking for it. The swing onto
di
the corner.
TB lu.
Oh nice anjir. Wah 1000.
Ini belakang itu.
Toxic Rini anjir. Aduh beli banget anjir gue liatnya. Aduh goodbye texture. What can you fucking do texture? Nice banget anjir. Guys depan lu guys. Aduh. Nice banget David.
RRQ once again take the lead by 1.
Ayo match point yuk, match point dulu yuk.
Semuanya dipakai Ci anjir ultinya.
Mau gimana Cok?
Gila sumpah.
Mereka kalau di situ gak ada duit.
Anjir tiga ulti keluar anjir.
Gila 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘦 suruh 4 kill lagi Cok. Harganya harus 4 kill anjir.
Gila sih. Wah. Agak. Jadi suara cewek. Lik amankan jantung. Iya siap. Diamanin dulu jantungnya bang. Nafas mandu bang.
Kalau sini masih ada duit sih.
𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 continues to kind of, start up this back and forth. We very well could see that invested, but for the time being, it's just the Jet knives.
Duh BB asik sih itu B nggak ada apa-apa jir, cuman killjoy. Apa cuman KO.
Imagine just Texture pushing up for a bit of that map control, right? Both of them just patiently waiting, excuse me.
Biasakan nonton RRQ sampai habis ya guys ya.
Yeah, too risky.
Backs away, suppression on the one, 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 getting caught by that. Everybody else, however, successfully avoiding, so this doesn't paint that big of a picture as far as how many players.
Anjir, Hagai.
Aduh,
And
Hagainya
𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 taken down actually. It's a fake. Still gonna try to rotate over here towards A. 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮 applying some pressure in mid. Gets spotted out. Karon, as low as he is, so he needs to nail the headshot over here.
Dari mana? Oh dari ini ya, kitchen ya?
dari area itu bawah tuh.
Dari mana sih? Wah sumpah Ci, pusing Ci. Ya Tuhan Yesus. Itu dari mana Ci killjoynya?
Siapa namanya Meteor dari bawah tuh itu.
Oh
kena timing sih
anjir. Oh, ini sayang banget harganya. Oh, anjir lah. Kata gue teh. Sore Andi, stres. Aduh ya Tuhan.
RRQ, they realize it already, start backing away from the site, and while RRQ was moving slowly back onto A, they were already prepared to counteract, to punish, and to win that round.
Anjir.
Final timeout used here by RRQ. 𝘰𝘰𝘮𝘮 still have one more in their back pocket.
Stresnya nontonnya anjing.
Pusing anjir. Oke anjir. Hati.
Probably the latter, but it's high pressure time now. 11-11 with your tournament life on the line.
Udah stres Cok.
Neither team wants a vacation. They want to keep playing.
Ayo masih bisa yuk. Masih bisa yuk.
Banget lagi gue pengen kencing anjir.
11-11. Tapi kali sini
stack up those champion points, and of course the qualification for Madrid. It's all on the line here, and this has gone to the utmost limit. Like, this has been the closest it's ever been between these two teams in this series.
Pretty much.
Doa lagi. Aduh.
Much of a ping there as rotations.
Kiranya Bani dapat highlight anjir lah.
Thrown and the dizzy.
Dapat konten TikTok.
Just leaving Texture in a very far forward position, so he'll play first contact in case that rotation does come through. The early
Anjir, di B
alert
nge-stuck,
system
anjir.
to start rotating back to A, and otherwise, this is being played very nicely from GENG so far as the read is concerned.
Aduh, susah gak sih masuk B?
Follow up dizzy again, nothing spotted. Everyone playing fairly far back, just respecting the position here.
No one from GENG has actually showed themselves, and as you mentioned, because Texture is so far forward, they know that at least the majority of RRQ's players should be here on B.
Kawan.
Goes out.
Nice banget backupnya.
Aduh. Wah, gila sih. Wah, gila sih.
Wah, itu Meteor stay di belakang yang nembakin.
Gimana anjir?
Dizzy-nya
kok rata tiba-tiba?
RRQ, their timeout is burned is entirely on the players to determine whether or not
itu
this goes
Meteor
to
nggak kena
overtime.
Dizzy, cok, ada yang nembakin
Beautifully
Dizzy-nya.
set up here by GENG. As I mentioned, they already knew
Aduh.
that everybody from RRQ is just gonna be here, and they
Kok
tucked
mereka
themselves
nggak
so
aware
well.
gitu?
They
Wah,
didn't show
anjing.
themselves up until RRQ started making that noise that they're about to take that B site. And GENG just
Dia nggak pernah nge-push snowman-nya ya RRQ?
Two orbs for �ヲ𝘰𝘮𝘮𝘰.
Gak bisa,
Ya udah,
mereka sampai danger aja udah kalah lik.
mentok aja. Dia udah langsung naikin Viper soalnya, Ci. Jadi nggak bisa nge-fight gitu loh.
Iya, makanya setupnya Genji bagus sebenarnya defense-nya. Aduh,
0 point gets the
gimana ya?
catch onto at least one. Stops
Aduh, OP lagi babi.
Aduh, Jamkin Spectre cok. Gladstone gak sih? Wah, GG sih.
Aduh, GG dah. Wah. Sumpah, bete banget anjir.
Salah tembak cok.
Duh, kacau anjir.
Salah nembak anjir.
GG, adik-adik.
the goal that you have that
Nice
one
try,
lapse of
RRQ.
judgment.
MT,
Sure, they
MT.
use that thrash RRQ to check one corner here, but there's two. 𝘭𝘰𝘮𝘮 tucked away. Texture, all he had to do was make sure that he
Mereka
could
menang
sell.
roundnya
He was
kayak
the
satu
only
orang
one
kill
playing
4,
on
kill
that
4,
yellow
kill 4.
position, and
Kacau.
𝘭𝘰𝘮 strikes for the win here for GENG.
See still some smiles persevering on some of the
Kecil, lanjut.
players here from RRQ, but this has got to
Lanjut
be
ya.
Oke, abis ini apa?
such a rough feeling.
Secret Talon.
Every
Talon.
time they've come up against GENG, they
Talon.
haven't bested.
Go,
They've
go,
been their
Gubernur.
last 4 opponents,
GG.
and they have not been able, or last 3 opponents, I should say, and they have not been able to get that.
Berarti abis ini LCQ ya, Ci?
closer. Yes, the progress
Enggak
is
dong.
there.
Oh, ada
They
LCQ.
continue to
Ah,
get
maksudnya
past
abis
them
playoff.
more and
Iya.
more with each facing,
Habis
but
play
that
off.
win still yet
kayaknya nggak ada.
eludes them.
Nggak ada LCQ, berarti RRQ nggak main lagi dong?
Their first
Main dong.
non-lock-in
Ada fase 2 kan?
international appearance.
Oh,
Now
itu bukan fase
GENG,
2-nya LCQ?
strong
Fase
as
2-nya?
can be, Texture
Emang FAQ?
really cements himself as, you know, the definitive duelist player of GENG. His operator,
Bentar ya,
his
aku coba cek
contact,
kalendernya.
his jet that
Nggak
position,
ada LCQ loh
everything.
tahun ini.
He had
Lah,
single-handedly won
Bentar.
very crucial
Kick off.
rounds here for GENG, and it goes
Begini
to show
lagi,
man is
2
on a
kali.
mission, and he puts GENG into qualification for the playoffs here in kickoff. What an absolute mad lad
Kick
to
off
be
kan
in your
langsung ke
roster.
Master Madrid.
Fantastically done here from the side of GENG.
Terbang kan nggak menang, kocak. Kalau menang baru terbang, anjay. Gila ya nih orang. Oh, Adrian.
Anjing. GG cok.
Kenapa RRQ nggak lawan
beda,
DFM,
anjir.
man? Cakep. Cakep anjir, Ci, kenalan. Genli. Kemarin yang mana?
Shin Kyungmin.
Yang mirip ini, mirip 𝘭𝘪𝘬𝘮𝘮.
Tahun ini nggak ada LCQ lik.
Terus abis ini apa? Stage
Habis
2.
ini langsung Master
Habis itu?
Madrid. Master Madrid 1. Terus
Oh.
nanti Master Madrid 2. Master yang Shanghai.
Enggak langsung master dong. Masa habis master langsung master lagi?
Enggak.
Ini lagi. Stage 2.
Ada stage 2, ada fase 2 setelah aku.
Berarti masih Tengah tahun ya?
Yang mana?
Maret kali ya? April ya? April, Mei. April, stage 2-nya.
Well, if the audience had mini heart attacks,
Nanti
we had
ada
the
League
mega
2
heart attacks
playoff.
over and over. And I just feel like we could have closed this out a little bit cleaner and easier.
Liga 1 Master Shanghai, Liga 2 champion. Liga bukannya langsung champion.
Oh, nanti mereka mainnya di fase 2 lagi, Lik.
I feel like I just need to step up for my team.
Kayak gini lagi ininya apa sih?
Ada stage 2 ngerti gak?
Kayak gini lagi kan?
Jadi gini, ini kan kick off.
Oh.
Terus yang lewat kan ke Madrid. Nah, nanti ada stage 1 buat ke Shanghai. Ngerti nggak? Nanti abis dari yang Shanghai ada stage 2-nya buat ke champion.
Oh,
Ngerti nggak? Jadi udah nggak ada LCQ.
anjir. Berarti harus nunggu si Shanghai kelar dong. Baru main?
Enggak dong, mereka bisa main di stage 1.
Oh, mereka main di stage 1?
Iya, nanti mereka main lagi di stage 1. Cuma nanti mereka ikutnya langsung, enggak, masternya tuh tahun ini ada 2 guys, Master Madrid sama Master Shanghai. Nah, yang menang di kick off ini 2 tim itu ke Master Madrid. Nanti kan ada stage 1. Nah, nanti stage 1 lagi ada yang ke Master Shanghai. Ngerti nggak? Yang ke Master Shanghai itu 3 tim.
Ya.
Nah, nanti yang ke champion itu main lagi di stage 2. Cuma yang menang Master itu akan dapat poin. Nah,
jadi main poin nanti.
Jadi gini, kalau ke champion itu kan 4 slot epic, ya kan? 3 itu dari stage 2, yang 1 tim itu dari champion poin. Jadi yang ke si champion ini diambil dari 3 tim stage 2. Pacific League stage 2. Nah, 1 timnya lagi itu dia kumpulin pointsnya dari Master. Paham nggak?
Harusnya sih. Harusnya.
Oke. Kalau kamu menang kick off,
oh salah gua anjing ya.
Kalau kamu menang kick off yang ini, kalau kamu menang kick off ini, kamu dapat yang juara 1 dapat 3 poin.
Oh.
Nah, kalau kamu menang yang stage 1 yang buat ke Master Shanghai, juara 1 itu dapat 3 poin.
Oh, oke.
Jadi cuma yang dapat juara 1 yang dapat
champion poin cuma juara. Oh.
Yang juara 2 3 enggak ada.
Kalau misalnya yang juara 1-nya udah masuk ke champion, berarti yang poin bawahnya dong.
Harusnya. Harusnya. Iya nggak sih?
Iya, harusnya gitu lah. Kok enggak ya?
Kalau enggak ya.
Ya nggak bisa dong. Susah. Kok enggak ya? Oh, oke.
Emang sistemnya agak ribet tahun ini.
Oh, oke.
Yang champion bukan dari final attack. Yang champion itu 4 tim, 3 dari stage 2, 1 lagi dari champion point. Itu guys.
Tapi pasti yang kayak menang master qualify ke champion dong.
Yang menang apa?
Yang menang master qualify champion dong.
Iya. Iya, kan 3 tim.
Top 3.
Harusnya.
Masuk minti. Ada gerangan apa anjir?
Wikipedia aja, iya Wikipedia. Apa-apa, jelasin ke Alik.
Mau kiamat ya?
Cuma emang tahun ini sayang emang gak ada LCQ, lu mesti mati-matian di stage 1 sama stage 2, gila.
Jadi nanti RRQ main stage 1 lagi. Kapan tuh? Januari, Februari, Maret, April, Ci.
Apa?
Itu stage 1.
Stage 1 itu April ya?
April. Nggak boleh.
defuse the spike. So
Thank you for the raid, Fruit, tapi gue mau off juga. Bye-bye. Gue mau off. Thank you, Fruit.
very much. Awesome autograph. Okay.
Pokoknya semua tim itu bakal main di stage 1 sama stage 2.
Oh.
Total itu ada 11 tim.
Oke.
Pokoknya persis sama kayak ini. Wah, cewek Korea badannya bagus-bagus ya.
Got you, little buddy.
Mereka pernah makan Indomie 2
Gila.
bungkus nggak sih? Tengah malam, Coks.
Pindah ke Cimo.
Pakai cabai rawit. Cimo isi MOU di WA.
Gitu.
Okay.
Gara-gara kamu kalah gua, gila ya.
Go wingman. Whoa.
Cimo mau nggak buka ini ya, nggak buka raid ya?
Hopefully
Gimana
that
cara
gets
bukanya?
figured out.
Cara bukanya gimana ya?
Finally going
Ada
to
kayak
stage.
mana sih?
Getting the
Ngomong
wingman. The Bova.
Kayaknya nggak buka deh.
Alright.
Gimana
once
caranya,
again.
Cok?
Iya nggak dibuka, Jir.
Wah, ajarin aku dong.
Ask Momo-chan to add you to their live redirect list in community setting.
Community setting. Terus
Gue rungkat kalah taruhan, Alek Wepe sih. Gila lu. Ini lu semua jangan nyalain gue, kocak. Gila ya.
hari-hari
Hari nyalain orang.
Alik disalahin.
Tahu.
Community setting
Oh, you
gimana,
just gotta
Coks?
love that
Oh, ini.
segment. You just gotta love
Terus?
how long it was really working up the crowd and then telling them quiet.
All
I'm gonna
channel
use
can
the
direct to my
wingman.
corner.
Nah, iya
That
itu.
celebration, especially with this win,
Udah.
that was
Coba ya.
so close against RRQ.
Marky Chop.
That was nuts. I mean, it was
Aku
so
belum
back
tahu
and
nih,
forth.
kayak gini-gini.
On that
Besok
icebox,
nggak pernah
it looked like
otak-atik, Cok.
GENG was going to run away with it. They come into that
Marky
second
Chop.
half, they win the pistol, and then right after that, it's the eco round win
Nipu ya?
for the side of RRQ. They string together 7 or 8 rounds in a row, whatever it
bisa.
was. All of a sudden, it is game
Nggak.
on, and it looks like maybe RRQ actually has a much better read this
Oh,
time around.
bisa nih. Allow
I
other
was just
creator to send
on
their
pins and
viewer
needles.
to
It was
your channel
crazy
premieres.
close.
Iya.
Delivered, absolutely delivered.
udah
But
bisa.
then, you know,
Udah
that
bisa.
last round, it's like, there are some rounds I'm just like,
Bentar aku cek.
wait.
Bisa.
Wait.
Bisa.
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 Right in the open like that. But then they just
Thank you, Salix, cabut dari follow.
Weh, kamu udahan?
Udah, aku udahan.
Anjir.
Semangat, Cici. Yuk, fighting sampai jam 7 malam. Semangat. Semangat nobarnya.
Very good.
Nggak.
I like her.
Thank you teman-teman. Annyeong. Good night, sleep well.
You know, that was like
Viewers Rudy baru sampai dibuang ke
the main
Cimo.
thing is still last round. You could have
Nggak
almost
apa-apa.
made it to overtime.
Nobarnya di Cimomo.
Just like what Asura
Oci?
talked about. Slight
Bye guys, thank you. Kalau mau nanya apa-apa ke Cimomo lebih ngerti lagi. Dia deng.
great setup by Gen G,
Dia
of course.
mengerti semuanya tentang Valorant. Mau ditanya dari yang apa, mau yang Chinese, mau yang NA sama EMEA, lu nanya apapun tuh dia tahu tuh. Food aja dia tahu isinya siapa aja, semua dia tahu. Oke? Thank you, bye-bye. Good night.
See the reactions of the players as you know they were wringing their heads. They had their heads in their hands, you know, afterwards because they were so frustrated.